Hello, everyone. Welcome back to NADCL Season 5. Our introduction got cut kind of short, but that's okay because we are heading straight into the action with draft of game number 1. This is a best-of-3 grand finals here in our second week of NADCL. My name's Wesley. Once again, I'm joined here by Sammy Boy. Into the drafts. We're seeing bans. What's standing out to you?
Yeah, I mean, meta. This is like pretty meta bans, so pretty try hard, I would say. Like Tree, Bristle, Phoenix. So, I just played a lot of Dota this weekend. There's been a lot of Dota going on, kind of on this patch, and like so the meta is pretty well defined, I would say. Everyone kind of knows what's strong, what you got to counter. So, uh, right now we see Primal Beast still in. I would say what's still in because there's a lot of like there's so many early bans. We have 7 bans here. And like you said, Tree, Bristle, Phoenix, Spirit Breaker, Landruid, Pugna, and probably something like Weaver, Grimstroke, Morta, Primal Beast. Probably the 4 heroes I'm looking at next. Kunkka, I forgot about Kunkka in terms of strength, but Primal Beast still in there. There's the Weaver. All right, then we might see the trade for Primal. This is a trade that we saw a lot, like in the ESL quals, in NA, and in other regions too. You know, there's some sort of trade here with this bug and this big, this big dude, the opposite. So, yeah, maybe Morta too. I think.
Yeah, I feel like in closed qualifiers, I saw a lot of this sort of Weaver Muerta first picks sort of trade going on between the teams. Is it just the flex between 1 and 4 that both those heroes provide?
Yeah, it's because they're both really strong laners and they can go to either lane. The fact that they go to 1 and 4, it could be 1 and 3, 2 theoretically, but 1 and 4 is just putting them in 2 different lanes so that they can connect to like any point in the draft. Either they're gonna enable their off lane to be really strong, or they're gonna enable their safe lane to be really strong by like being a carry. So just really natural strong picks on first pick, I think.
We see the Wraith King coming out from Bullish, but one of the things I was thinking about with this Weaver first pick is it kind of enables a Brewmaster later on. Do you think that pairing kinds of works? Because Weaver is often picked against the Brewmaster. And so I feel like maybe if you pick it first and then you're able to unlock it like in second phase.
I think Morta is a better pairing for Brew. I think Weaver's okay. I mean, the Weaver Shard is really good versus the Brewlings. The bugs are really good versus the Brewlings because they all get a bug on them and then their armor is pretty low. So Weaver's just a really good hero for killing Brew and also he just runs away from Brew's. Brew has a bunch of slows, so Weaver doesn't really care about slows. So I think Weaver is just a better matchup against Brew. Maybe not necessarily with. I think Morta is a more natural pairing for the Brew with the slow and the stun. Especially just being a stronger laner. You know, like Morta Brew is one of the strongest lanes just because of the Morta. You know, this hero basically bullies any 2v2 by herself. So there's the Grim, another hero we were talking about. I would say this is one of the weaker laners, but definitely the best like save in the mid game and also kind of jump enabler with the shard. Already he has a pretty nice pair in the draft to the Wraith King. So
yeah, do you think this sort of core support duo could go either in the off lane or the safe lane, or you think this is purely an off lane sort of duo that we see?
Definitely flexing. So
yeah,
we can see it, and you know that's the strength of it, right? That's why they're taking it here. I mean, I think in general it's got to be their idea. So I like that. I like that it leaves their draft open, and then on the 16, 15, 16 slot or whatever, you'll commit. And you'll pick a pairing. So another Pudge, okay?
Yeah, it's gonna be God's Pudge, right?
Yeah, not sure how much I like it. I mean, okay, they just take the Sand King stuff. So YodiBrodi are playing their stand stuff. Looks like. Yeah, they're confident. They've been playing that stuff all 20. They played it last week. The DNC Sand King, right? And just, I mean, there's like 3K games of Sand King and the God Pudge. I think it's just like B's lane because the Pudge wants to roam, the Sand King wants to cheese and cut the waves. So they end up kind of working well together. I mean, I would argue this is like a really abusable lane.
Right.
You know, you could punish this with maybe Ursa, maybe Monkey King, maybe...
You could go Lifestealer, right? Into Sand King
Yeah,
Pudge.
you could Lifestealer, but Lifestealer doesn't really pressure, I would say. Like, when this Sand King starts cutting, I think Monkey King is the best one because he'll actually just jump over there and kill him really quickly.
Yeah.
Ursa is similar just because of the speed at which he can kill him. Where with these low damage carries that don't have that high mobility early, I think it's hard to chase the Sand King around. I mean, I would say Weaver's another good carry for chasing the Sand King, for example. But I just think I'm glad they're sticking to their idea on YodiBrodi, but I would imagine Bullish want to pick some really punishing safe lane right here. That would be my idea, because you just showed everything on YodiBrodi. You've said, okay, my Weaver is going carry, my Sinking Pudge is going off lane, so counter me. And I think Wraith King Grim is a completely fine lane versus Weaver. The skeletons are pretty good at dissuading him from all any you. And you should pick some heroes that punish in the safe lane. Yeah, Tusk plus a range carry is like a great way to do it. Like, how can anyone? I mean, Sand King's okay at getting away from Tusk, but you can kill the Pudge a million times. Maybe
You can go the
with...
Muerta here, right?
Yeah, I would say Muerta is by far the best range carry available. You can also go Luna. Luna is another decent one, I think. But both will give you a really strong ball. You have a stun, you have a jump with the stun, you have a secondary jumper with the stun. I mean, just very all well-rounded draft. But instead they take the Dazzle, which is probably their mid laner.
Right.
Maybe their off laner. You know, maybe this is just their Tusk Dazzle off lane, so maybe they've decided to pair in the inverse way. You know, they just have Wraith King and Grim in the safe lane. I'm not sure how much I like that. I think the Sand King is pretty good versus Wraith King. I think I've played it already, and there's the Zeus, so that is probably directly responding to the Dazzle. So now we'll see if Bullish want to pick a new mid. That'll be their option on this. On this 24 slot.
I didn't see where Cloud played Dazzle offlane so far, but Mark has played at mid, so.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's just maybe they're still keeping everything open. I'd still like to see the Morta picked up. I feel like this is just by far the strongest carry for Bullish on Gaming, and will like make their draft the most complete in terms of giving them another stun, a little bit more team fight. It's not that good into Zeus, but it's pretty solid into Weaver, I would say. So
with the Dazzle, I kind of like seeing carries that utilize the Shallow Grave a little bit. Even to the Zeus, do you think something like a TB is on the table? It's a strong laner.
No. You could, I don't think you can TB into this kind of lineup. There's just too much magic damage coming through. And also, I'd say the new Weaver is actually pretty good versus TB, because you just like Sakuchi through his illusions, you start hitting all of them. You're a natural Link Inspire, yeah, you'll buy BKB, you'll time lapse too. So I think TB is just not that good in this meta too, because Bullish on Gaming already have a lot of lane shove. They have the skeletons, they have Dazzle, they have Tusk Grim, who both want to, I mean, Grim for sure will shove some lanes. So I just think they have enough lane shove, and they want a hero that maybe just like wins their lane, like, and can maybe play on the map a little bit, like farms a little bit, plays on map a little bit, like kind of all, but you know, wants a little catch. You know, the Dazzle's a little exposed. He doesn't really have another stun. Like, they're a little low on catch, I would say. YodiBrodi are maybe a little low too. Like, I think both teams would like another stun, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately, Bullish, they're trying to get catch from their safe lane, which I feel like is often an awkward situation to be in.
Yeah, but this could just be Wraith King, right? Like, you could just play Tusk with like a Centaur. I mean, I think Centaur is pretty amazing in this draft at getting you away from Pudge, getting you away from Sand King, getting on top of Zeus, getting on top of Weaver, chasing his Sakuchi. Like, you don't have to commit to this Wraith King offlane. You can just do Centaur Tusk. You have some nasty kill lane, and you can just like basically look for. I think Centaur is good versus Weaver, because I mean, Weaver can sometimes be good versus Centaur. You have this minus armor thing, but Centaur is gonna buy Blade Mail, and also in the lane when you Sakuchi in. As soon as you get hit by the Sakuchi, if you stomp, this Weaver is gonna get stunned. Like, it's not so easy to actually like use the Sakuchi aggressively on Centaur unless this guy has used his stomp. So
yeah, that makes sense.
It's
There's also Primal still available.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I can't believe there's no Primal in this game, actually. I feel like if I was Bullish on Gaming, I would instantly pick Primal Beast now that I see Spectre like this. Like, Primal Beast is the best hero in the game versus Spectre, especially in the off lane, because you're going to build Ags, and Spectre has no way to get away from you, and you step on her repeatedly. So, and then she...
It's a Weaver 5?
Yeah, it looks like Weaver 5 to me. But
seems like these
makes sense, so.
Side lanes are not that strong coming up from YodiBrodi Nexus. Like a Spectre Weaver lane?
Yeah, I mean, the YodiBrodi's draft looks definitely really messed up. And compared to Bullish's looks a lot more complete, especially if they just pick Primal Beast here. Like, they really complete it with another stun. I think, like I said, they need one more front line. I think Grim Dazzle is a good enough backline because they have really massive synergy. When the Grim ults, the Dazzle presses the E on the ult, and then it doubles. Then his Ags works with that, so then you do it again, and then you refresh, and then you E again, and then boom. Like, the whole team has been hit by 4 autos on top of the wave, so it does like... All right, well, there you go. Yeah. There's Primal Beast, and man, I think Bullish on Gaming have like an 80% chance to win this game just based off the draft, I would say. So, I mean, that could be maybe a jinx, right? Maybe they lose really badly and maybe they're kind of noob, but I think their draft is way stronger. They have way better heroes, and the only way that YodiBrodi win this game is probably off a really fat Zeus. Like the side lanes go pretty good for YodiBrodi, and then somehow Zeus just gets like level 6 and just ults and boom, triple kill or something, right? And they just get a really big Zeus and can kind of play off that. But I'm really worried about the lanes. Um, maybe it's chill though. Maybe because it is like the Weaver 5 has the chance to own. You know,
Right.
there's a
You just do
chance
so much
that
damage, right?
yeah, like you're playing Weaver 5 into double melee. It looks like is Fugas 4 or 5? He is playing 4.
He's 4, yeah.
Okay,
Dustin's
yeah.
5.
So then you're playing Weaver into a double melee lane that doesn't have very good catch for you. So
Shards is kind of good,
if
right?
yeah, Shards is okay, but you don't have stun on it, so he's still just gonna Sakuchi away, I think. I don't know. I just think the Weaver has to have a really good game, and probably the Zeus has to have a good game. And maybe that's enough. Like I could see it actually, maybe with the Weaver 5. Like I think this hero is kind of underrated and maybe not underrated. I mean it's getting first picked, so but it can put some work in the safe lane. It's really strong. When it gets to level 3 and it has the bugs on these melee heroes, I don't think Tusk can fight actually. Like the Spectre might tank and they just get like killed on Primal. But they just scale on with the Primal and the Wraith King, they just scale, get to their Ags, get to their Blank on Wraith King. I think this game's really easy. Get to their Ags on Dazzle, yeah. Like I think it's really chill game for their draft.
Well, we're gonna find out. This is game number 1 of our best of 3 grand finals. YodiBrodi, Nexus versus Bullish on Gaming. We like the draft of Bullish on Gaming, but YodiBrodi, they are on pure comfort. We see the DNC Sand King, the B-God Pudge. We're gonna see. I'm really curious about this Spectre Weaver lane. I feel like it has a chance to get ran over, I think.
Maybe
But like you said, the level 3 timing from Weaver could be strong.
yeah, it starts with B-God maybe, right? The rotation through the gate.
Yeah.
Like that.
And we've seen
Super strong.
B-God sort of pop off on this Pudge again and again, so.
Yeah. No, he has popped off on the Pudge. I mean his Pudge has been a pretty consistent pick for them. Okay. Both smokes going to the enemy jungle. It's just gonna put some wards. They put the same ward down pretty much on
Yeah.
so some reverse gaming here.
Just dodging each other.
Yeah. I think both teams want the interaction too, which is pretty unusual. Most of the time one team wants to fight and the other team wants to dodge. But in this game, looks like both teams wanted to fight. So they think their strength is pretty equalized. At least on level 1, which is maybe true, I guess, with
I feel like Bullish is stronger with Poison Touch tag team. That seems pretty strong.
That's true, but it could start in a way where the target isn't easy. Spectre Dagger gets you out of shards, for example, or Sakuchi maybe gets you away from tag team, or Sand King Stun gets you through the shards or the tag team, for example. So, and then the Zeus starts putting in work, like Chain Lightning 5 times. Okay, well, you are gonna die. So, but yeah, we'll just see the rune trade. 2 for 2 here.
Does DNC even go? What does he go level 1 on Sand King?
I think he goes Stun or Caustic.
Yeah. I feel into Wraith King Grim. You can probably get away with Caustic.
Yeah, I mean, Wraith King is no pressure level 1. Wraith King has pre-skilled stun. That is unusual.
Huh. You get it to like secure range creep, right? But with a Grim, you already have Stroke of Fate.
Yeah, I mean,
it's kind of redundant.
I would surely skill Vampiric Spirit. Okay, B-God immediately hooks the range to neutral.
Yeah, there's a Stroke of Fate. Still holding a skill point in DNC.
I mean, I feel like the Sand King should have stunned the Wraith King there on the creep wave. Probably a really good opportunity, but yeah, he's just holding his spell.
Scourge McDuck's already like below half health and top. What's going on up there?
I mean, this lane is impossible for Spectre unless the Weaver can 1v2, and the Weaver cannot 1v2 for a while. It's going to be a sentry war in both lanes, though. So I will say, both lanes need sentries.
They have them.
Yeah.
Just not using them quite yet.
You just gotta, make sure you keep him or whatever, so you actually maintain pressure. All right, the Sand King does have the Caustic doing mega damage to Double King. Double King's dead, I think.
Yeah, looks like a
Oh.
final right click. He can't get it off. He's juking through the trees.
Oh, B-God,
B-God,
don't
he's
do
looking
it.
for it, but he's getting kited. The first blood actually goes the way of Destiny there. His name's backwards.
Wow.
That was kind of confusing. There's a stun coming out from DNC. Gets a burrow strike, gets a return kill on a Double King, but B-God biting off more than he can chew under that tier 1 tower.
Yeah. All in all, I would say that's a pretty even trade. You got first blood on Wraith King, but the Sand King is obviously huge right now.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Pudge levels are that important. I feel like if Sand King gets to level 5 and Wraith King's level 4, I mean, something bad could happen here for sure. But, I mean, for sure, the Grim Wraith King lane will have pressure for now. I think this is a good lane for them. The Inkswell is very strong versus double melee. And all of Grim's spells are great versus melee heroes. So, yeah, strong lane for them. And you can see already, I mean, they're zoned pretty much. The Sand King going to be having the rush this Vanguard too, just to probably cut the wave.
And this Wraith King, as he gets levels, like, he's only getting stronger and stronger in this laning stage.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's these early levels where you need to try to pressure him.
Yeah. And he has 2 skeletons, so we're looking for maybe a move. Summons them now. Fakes the stun. No sentry down, so just going to be farming.
There's a sentry over to the right-hand side, but...
Yeah, I mean, this is what
hard to
DNC
pressure
wants.
into... Yeah.
Just farming. Oh, the hook!
Does find Double King, stun, follow-up, body blocking him through the trees. A Blood Grenade's going to try to save him, but Double King does fall, and that's a huge win for the offlane of YodiBrodi Nexus as Destiny runs in with the Inkswell, but isn't going to find the damage to bring down DNC, although he is sitting pretty low.
B-God, looking.
Yeah, looking for the hook. Gonna try to pressure the Lotus. Oh, he guesses wrong. Wow, a little bit off to the left there, and now Destiny can pressure back. But chasing through the trees, he's lost him.
The Lotus is global, so I feel like he should have known that the Grimstroke was right there, but yeah, just not expecting it, I guess, to just commit to the Lotus like that.
Yeah, thinking he was gonna run up to the top and try to dodge.
like take the Lotus and then immediately start walking or something. But Graham gonna pull this hard camp, hopefully. No, just choosing to go to the a little late.
Yeah, he's gonna try to get the range creep here.
Yeah, he got the range. Oh, the Wraith King
another
trouble. Needs to spell on Graham, but he doesn't have it fast enough.
DNC was kind of blocking the hook opportunity there, getting around and only finding the hook onto the Sand King, so Double King getting pressured a whole lot in the safe lane here.
Yeah, I think
up top, the Shikuchi, the Geminate, Tusk getting ran down, and Weaver finally finds the pressure he was looking for in the top lane.
Yeah, the Spectre still having a pretty rough game though, only 12-5, 13-5 now, and he's gonna be getting some CS under tower, but Primal Beast obviously doing really well, 21-8. I mean, 22-8 now, top of the CS. So
yeah. And his mid laner's right there with him. This Dazzle, not. Yeah. I mean, going even with the Zeus.
No, the Tusk TP'd mid is gonna fill Dazzle too, so it's gonna get even harder for Zeus. I mean, I would say this is actually a natural counter pick for the Dazzle. I don't know why they picked Zeus into it personally, but anyway, bot lane, Sand King.
A huge Inkswell stun, but isn't gonna save the Grimstroke.
Yeah,
and Doors here as well with the Shikuchi. Yeah. Gemini clicks over on a Double King. He's running through the trees. He is not at critical mass yet. Can still be pressured here by the side of YodiBrodi Nexus. Just getting messed with under his tier 1 tower.
Now Double King has no stun. He's gonna get hooked. Oh.
Here's Frugos though, finding the vision onto the Sand King. A huge caustic finale does hurt this Tusk quite a bit, but no one's really finding a kill. A stroke of fate. Inkswell onto the Tusk, chasing down this Sand King. A stun. Do they have vision? They don't need it. The shards were enough to bring down the Sand King here, and Double King was able to last it under the tier 1 tower. He's feeling pretty good about himself.
Yeah, I mean, the kill on the Sand King is huge. Is the biggest hero in the game right now. I also think you really don't want your Spectre in this 1v1. I think this is not a good move from the Weaver, to be honest. I feel like normally they've been making these really active moves on supports, but maybe a game where he may want to stick in his lane. But that said, he's so big. He has just a Wraith Band. I mean... 2 Wraith Bands on Weaver already. Wow. I mean, he is huge.
It's such a... Oh, the Gemini attack gets Frugos' boots as well.
The Courier, too. And B-God sees him with a nice ward. Spectre's dead, though.
Running up. There's a Poison Touch. Shadow Wave as well from the Dazzle. Heal isn't going to be enough, but they get the return kill onto B-God. Another Courier kill. Oh, man. Another Gemini attack. Door is on a Courier killing spree, but now he's getting ran back into the wrong base.
Oh,
there's the dust. Shikuchi isn't gonna do anything, but another Courier kill! Oh my god, someone stop this man. PETA, please.
All right, that said, we need to look at top now because Spectre is going to be under immense pressure here. Excuse me. And the Primal Beast is 6. He has Soaring coming, so he's going to have mana for ult and trample. And this is where, I mean, yeah, no, Weaver TP's top. They need to defend the Spectre. They need to make sure that he can play. But bot lane, I mean, they're going again.
The pressure just doesn't stop.
Yeah, Sand King level 6.
In the safe lane of Bullish, but BGod, he's diving the tower once again. Nice heal there from the Mortal Strike. Looking for the Burst Strike, has it up in 1, but here's a TP from the Dazzle. Can they save him? No, the Zeus ult brings down Double King. Here's the Epicenter doing a lot of damage to the Dazzle here. Has a heal to work with, Wand as well. Does he have vision of the Sand King? He can't find it in the Caustic Finale. Oh, it brings him down. A disastrous rotation there from Bullish on Gaming up top. The Primal Beast died as well.
Yeah, the Primal Beast got 2v1'd by the Spectre and the Weaver going, I think, for maybe a little bit of a dive, I guess. But, I mean, yeah, and then just got clipped by the Zeus ulti. So, yeah. I mean, that's the triple kill we were looking for, right? The Zeus ultis, they kill 3 people in every lane. And now Zeus's game is really good. I mean, just look at the net worth. Sand King's game, huge. Zeus's game, huge. The Weaver's game, also huge. I mean, Spectre is, I mean, obviously in the dumpster, but I mean, pretty good for YodiBrodi right now. And
it's where the hero lives sometimes, right? You kind of just give this hero a dumpster lane, and eventually it grinds. It's like the little train that could, you know? Eventually Spectre gets up that hill.
Yeah, and Primal Beast is going to be in some trouble right now.
Yeah, rotation here from the Zeus. Getting slowed down, but a nice cancel for the stun coming out from the Zeus. Keeps him from charging away, and another pickoff here in the safe lane for YodiBrodi. Bot lane. Yeah, he's very deep in.
Crit. Not enough, though.
Crit didn't feel like it hurt very much. He still has dust on him. Gets a stun up onto the Grimstroke, but not able to find a return kill there as he at least chases them back into their side of the map, right? They have to, like, now walk out from this corner.
Oh, and
the Zeus ult brings down the Grimstroke. I mean, Jed's kind of owning.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I would describe what he did as owning, but he does have a lot of kills. Yeah, I mean...
What do you want?
But, like, has he left the mid lane? Like,
he rotated top. He just rotated top.
I mean, yeah, he went top, I guess. But, I mean, okay, sure. You got me there, Jed. He's owning. That's true. Now, Primal Beast, I mean, gets his
might be in
down,
trouble again. Invis rune coming up.
It may, yeah, I mean, it's happening again. And this is where he really needs his team to play with him, you know?
Yeah, I feel like Tusk should be there. Grim should be there. They're all bottom for some reason. He's just getting surrounded. No cancel on the charge that time. There's a heavily jump, slows him, as well as a Spectral Dagger. There's a Swarm taking him away, but here's a TP from the Dazzle. It looks like it will be enough. A deep Shikuchi there, but they just turn with the Primal Beast ult, and no time-lapse yet on
Zeus.
Weaver, so he does die, and now he's out of position. He's not owning anymore. You were right all along. Jed, he's the one getting owned as he's surrounded by the side of Bullish and brought down. Yeah, really big 2 kills there.
I don't know what the Weaver was thinking, right? He's level 5. I mean,
there's no way he has damage.
You walked in again. I mean, I thought the play was good. I mean, the Zeus just missed his spell, right? Like, he could bolt the Primal, and, you know, none of that will happen. Primal will just die right away. But they missed the bolt, and they just chased way too far, and big overextension, yeah? Big turn of events here, and now the Grim is going to be playing with Primal. He's level 6.5 on Grim. Huge level on the support. Bot lane, though, Double King.
Yeah, they rotate a lot of supports top, and it allows them to pressure Double King bottom, because he does have his ultimate, so he's going to have a second life. Will YodiBrodi be able to chip through it? It looks like they're happy just taking the tier 1 tower.
Yeah. Double King smartly getting on out of there, but not having a good game. I mean, he's doing all right. He's got 4,500 net worth, but he is a Wraith King, right? I mean, this is a hero that basically free farms in any situation and also, like, can jungle really fast. So I wouldn't say he's huge.
Lots of rotations coming down.
Yeah.
Jed's here, BGod's here.
His whole team is there also, so not just
they know he doesn't have ult.
Yeah. And his team does have TPs, though, so I think he's okay. Mid lane, though, Mark is not okay.
Getting wrapped around on by the side of YodiBrodi, and Shards were not going to save him there.
Zeus ult.
Zeus ult going on the Primal. A nice shot a step forward. Finds the last bit of damage there.
Yeah.
I mean, YodiBrodi just getting pickoff after pickoff across the map. DNC's Blink Dagger just died in the mid lane.
Oh. Whoops. I mean,
his courier just ran under tower.
Yeah, he TP'd top. His courier was bottom, and, you know, his little misexecution. But they're mid tower under a lot of pressure right now from this catapult. So 3K up on YodiBrodi, and I mean, it just looks like another YodiBrodi game. I said they had 0 chance to win this game, but I am obviously completely wrong. They're having a really good shot to win this game, I would say. Looking
How do
really
you feel
good for
about
them.
the
Top
armlet on the
lane,
Wraith King?
they're gonna go on the
They're-
Sand King for sure.
Yeah, there's Inkswell, Dust as well, so they're gonna have Vision. Struck Fate off the mark. He's winding up the Epicenter, seeing if he can turn damage, but a nice Inkswell into the Pulverize is gonna keep that spell from getting off, and he gets a Burst Strike! The last bit of right-click, the charge forward, he's gonna find him through the trees. Anyways, what do you think about Armlet on Wraith King?
I think this is by far the best item. I mean, I think you should buy this every game. So
Really?
yeah, the efficiency on it's just way too good. It gives everything you need. You have no armor, and it gives you armor. You have no attack speed. It builds out of a glove of haste. You have like pretty low damage, and you want to build like high damage for your crit, and it gives you like the biggest damage for the lowest cost. If you look at how much it gives you for like, I mean, the turning it on, it's like not even close. You know, it's like a 5K gold item when it's on. So I think it's just hard not to build, I would say. Huge fan.
I feel like all the Wraith Kings that I see go straight Radiance. But do you need just like a way better lane for that to happen, or
I
even
think
good
it's
lane,
just,
bad lane, you should still build Armlet?
it's just a very like scared way to play the game. If you rush Radiance, you're useless for so long. Whereas if you rush Armlet, by 10 minutes, you have your Armlet. And now the guy in your lane doesn't want to go on you, or you might even go on him. It's just about playing the game to be strong early, and then you're gonna get your Radiance anyway. And if anything, you know, I mean, you could argue maybe you go Radiance into Armlet, but it just doesn't make sense, right? Like, you just need to be strong early in Dota. More and more, we just see that. I feel like the days of rushing Radiance are just kind of long gone, except for maybe a couple situations where, like, it just really benefits the draft for you to do that, to play really scared on the map and farm everything, you know?
I mean, kind of back in the day, Wraith King would be a hero that goes like Armlet, Blink, Deso, or something like that.
I
Do you
think you
think
still
that?
see that,
Yeah.
but I think there's only two trains on Wraith King. You either go Armlet into Radiance, or you go like Midas into Armlet into Deso. Because you really just want like, I mean, I saw a game of Yotoro like yesterday or whatever where he did that. He just went like Midas into Armlet into Deso to AC into Silver Edge, and then the game ended. You know, like some sort of build like that. I think can definitely still work.
Doesn't that seem like it kind of owns this game into like Spectre? A lot of these sort of like none of these heroes have like crazy armor, really.
No, I think he's gonna get kited too much. I think he needs the
Okay.
Radiance. In a game
All right,
where
here's
there's
a
lot of
go
spells-
on to DNC
Oh yeah,
top.
I mean, this
Gets
guy's in
first
trouble.
strike. Yeah, TP isn't gonna go off the charge as well as the Inkswell puts it into that, and then every spell in the game gets used on him, so he dies.
Yeah, I don't know if that's worth it or not. Obviously, they think it is because he just keeps doing it. I mean, the way he plays is so, just interesting. He's always big. He always dies a bunch, and he always just like plays on his own. You know, he's either
Yeah.
cutting a wave on he always wants to be on the opposite side of his map, of the map, and like just cutting a wave or like forcing pressure. So it's an
It's very
interesting
kind
way.
of greedy, sort of like offlane play style as
Uh-oh.
Grimstroke gets ran into. The Shadow's up on top of him, gets his ult off in response, but Tusk and Grim, this support duo is not going to last long. And the damage of YodiBrodi, and Dazzle trying to get a TP out. It was very long, but not able to get the lightning bolt off to cancel the TP. But Primal Beast, Jed's still running forward. Charge canceled. Is there any follow-up, though? Yeah, just going to TP out. Heads up TP there.
Yep, and I think for the side of Bullish on gaming, just slow it down. Try to not play on the enemy side. Stop dying. I mean, obviously the Grim and the Tusk are in, like, they're in the middle of the enemy jungle. It's easy to get punished there, especially if you're Spectre and Zeus and Weaver. So slow it down. Try to farm some items. Protect your Primal Beast. Protect your Wraith King. Let your Dazzle farm. Let your Wraith King farm. I mean, the map is huge. You have enough camps. Just relax. Slow the tempo of the game down. And on the side of YodiBrodi, I'd be looking at the Roche right away.
Yeah.
Maybe you can't do it until... I guess Spectre will not go Manta early. He's going this Radiance build too, so maybe you can't Roche, but you do have Solar. I mean, it's just interesting because you have Weaver and Solar and Sand King, but I guess not. I guess they're just going to be looking to play for map control and pickoffs and just outfarm and eventually scale into the game. Eventually the Spectre will just scale. They do still have their top tier 1, so they're probably going to look to defend that with the Sand King at some point. He's playing in the top side of the jungle. Spectre playing alone bot. Maybe a smoke coming out too from the mid lane. The Zeus is kind of just stacked up with the supports here. They'd probably like to make something happen on YodiBrodi. B-God trying to get this D-Ward too, pinging out the enemy vision.
Maybe just waiting Zeus ult. Still 25 seconds, so that's up.
I would say whatever's happening right now is definitely favoring bullish gaming, though, right? Like I said, the game has slowed down progressively. Nothing's happening. They're just farming. They're chill. They know they're playing into Zeus Spectre. It's okay. Like we're gonna scale. We're gonna have a timing with Wraith King and his blink and his radiance. The biggest mistake they can do is just go too early, which is probably gonna happen in this game. You know, they're gonna get to Wraith King radiance and they're gonna say go smoke, but they actually need blink dagger or something like that. Oh yeah, here's the smoke. So already they're making the play onto the Sand King.
Yeah, I see the sandstorm. See him hitting the creep wave, wrapping all the way around.
Either way, this is gonna result in YodiBrodi chain TPing top. That's the only result
Right.
of this. So you're gonna get in a confrontation, and I would say you're pretty okay with what's been happening. You've been farming. Everyone's happy. You're losing like 1K every couple minutes. That's okay. That's not the end of the world in this type of game state. And they probably shouldn't even be losing 1K. It's just happening because they're not farming enough camps.
They didn't even jump the gun on DNC. They kind of recognized that might not be the
Yeah.
move.
I mean, it's just so awkward. I mean, the supports really shouldn't be standing here. They should be closer to mid so they can farm all these camps. The issue right now is the Dazzle's not farming their primary jungle. No one's farming their Ancients. The Wraith King is taking all the bottom. That's good, but they need more people on their side to farm instead of just stacking on this, this Sand King who isn't going to die. But it's still favoring them. I mean, they're scaling right now for sure. Getting closer to Radiance, only 400 off.
Yeah,
I
the more you farm, the harder it is for YodiBrodi to play their playstyle, right? Because they want these pickoffs, but the more gold you get.
Man.
Oh, speaking of pickup, there's a huge hook from B-God, and he's just getting dismembered. The Shadow Step in. The Zeus ult committed as well, and it's enough damage to bring down this Primal Beast.
I mean, again, I don't really know what the Primal Beast is doing in the mid lane there, right? Just like a really, everything is chill. He has so many camps to farm, and they just need a farm. They can't make moves. They have Dazzle. He really wants to farm. He's closing in on Ags. He has it now. I mean, now I would say they're getting close to a spike. They have Heart on Primal Beast in 700. They have Radiance coming out now. They have Ags coming out now. I mean, now would be a good time to smoke, but obviously because he's dead, their lanes will get shoved. So there will be no smoke opportunity, most likely.
Power of these pickoffs is it always keeps this sort of like 5-man potential.
Snowball.
Right.
Now DNC Pudge are playing together, right? So the Pudge is going to be playing, and they got 2 blinks. So if this Grim or this Dazzle show here, they're going to be in some trouble.
And Weaver can always scout forward. It's the power of this hero as a support. You just Shikuchi forward, get a little bit of vision. Really hard to catch.
So Radiant grouping now with their items, and they might make another smoke. I feel like Double King should really just farm. I mean, they're 7K down still.
It feels like they're forcing the issue here a little in an awkward way.
Maybe YodiBrodi will choose to give it up and go bot because they want to play for Roche. I mean, that might be reasonable here. But nope, DNC just immediately burrow striking this guy. He's spam pinging him too. Uh-oh.
Charge forward, has a blink up, so they might just get kited around here. As, yeah, there's a blink. Oh, but it's back in. Now they get the silence, the stun as well, the punch into the air. He blinked in completely the wrong direction. He's going to get critted down by Double King. Unfortunate blink there.
I don't think he expected that silence to come through, so getting silenced there, then he can't use his Sandstorm or his Burrow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, great pickoff for Bullish on Gaming.
And they get the Chuan Tower. Not nearly as disastrous as it could have been.
Yeah, they open their map. This is good. I mean, I still think they need to play for this Wraith King Blink. He's going to go play on the gate, going to look at the Spectre on the bot wave, push this wave in, farm the whole jungle on bot side. Dazzle doing good now. This is where I think Dazzle should be, in the primary jungle, just farming.
At what point does Bullish look for their Roche attempt? They're getting there, right?
I think you can't do it ever versus Zeus, unless Zeus has no ulti. But even if he does, I mean, you're asking to get epied or hooked. I mean, it's just a really bad place to fight for them. They want to fight.
You need to, win a team fight and then go.
Yeah, exactly. And are you really going to get a team fight around Roche like that?
Right.
Probably not. I mean, probably you're going to get hunted. They're going to smoke at you or something with Zeus ult. It's just too easy for YodiBrodi to contest you like that. You need to be the ones jumping them. You need Wraith King blinking in first. Primal Beast going in first. So your supports will be protected by that. If your supports get exposed, the fight will break down. And by supports, I mean Dazzle and Grim. Not your Tusk, really. But you need your Tusk and Wraith King and Primal to jump. So the Zeus and the Spectre and the Sand King and the Weaver and the Pudge can't go on your backlines.
Dazzle just did some courier shenanigans, clearing up the Tormentor. Gives a shard to himself.
Yeah.
That's
Pudge.
Nice.
Also with the shard. So, man, how did he get the shard? So Grim bought his shard. and then it was between Tusk and him, I guess, at the time, not
Yeah.
Primal Beast. So, okay. That's a great shard to get. I mean, something you don't really
True.
want to buy, but it's great versus Spectre too, because you can just cue the illusion right away and just instantly kill it. So, or you'll find out it's real and then burst the Spectre, right? So,
Right.
either or, it's great.
It's a nice cheap disable for things like Dismember too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, super value, especially in like, you know, you could have had shard ice shards, you know, like big whoop.
I'll say something interesting too when you look at this game. The net worth is pretty even on the side of like the cores, right? Wraith King, Zeus, Spectre, all pretty similar. Dazzle's a little behind the Zeus, but not so much. And the Sand King and the Primal are equal. And the only difference is on the supports. The Pudge is obviously huge, but his net worth doesn't matter. He has Shard, Blink, Aether. This is like nothing. I mean, if he gets gone on, it's completely useless net worth, if that makes sense, right? If he gets started on, he doesn't have a defensive item. He doesn't have a, you know, it's just useless net worth. It does nothing for him. Same with the Weaver, really. The Weaver has the Solar, which is great. And now he's doing this Ags. I mean, the Weaver's net worth is a bit more palpable. You know, it has like 2 Wraith Bands, the Solar. So, you know, he has some useful stuff. Maybe he won't die so easily. Maybe he'll actually do some damage. But his net worth isn't very useful either until he actually completes this Ags. So I think Bullish on Gaming are deceptively strong here. Maybe they can look for this fight. With this Blink Dagger on Wraith King. I don't know what this Wraith King bought. He did not buy Blink Dagger. He's going BKB Rush. I hate that, but he does have BKB now. I really think if he just blinks in, I don't even know why he wants BKB in this game. I feel like if I was him, I would just end up at like probably.
There's a hook. Nice snowball though. Makes the shadow settle off, but it's gonna die anyway. The Dismember holds him back. Oh, cute little centaur stun. Isn't gonna save his life though.
I mean, again, meaningless, right? Like, your support dies for nothing. As long as Double King doesn't get caught here. He has his BKB completed. Again, I hate the BKB. I feel like he should just be playing for Blink Dagger into, like, maybe even a... Oh, well, B-God.
A little spooky there for Double King.
I mean, he queues up the Silver Edge now, but yeah, I was going to say Blink Dagger into, like, maybe even a Silver Edge anyway. So he does need it to break the Spectre, so... Maybe he'll
Speaking of breaks, we see Primal queue up his Ags as well.
Yeah. The break on Primal is also huge. He has the Blade Mill now. I mean, I don't know. I would say wait, they were 7k down like 10 minutes ago, right? Or like 6k? Yeah. I mean, I would say everything so far is just going Bullish on Gaming's way. They're feeling good. They're just farming. And this is where having a better draft really helps you. You know, because you feel better scaling into the game, your draft is just more naturally well-rounded. Not to say YodiBrodi's draft isn't naturally like well-rounded. Like, it's kind of complete. They have some stuns. They have some ways to get vision. I would say it's just, I think they'll just run out of damage if the Wraith King gets to, you know, huge items in this game. And the Primal Beast also with the Heart, like, it's hard to out-damage this Heart meta, you know?
Yeah.
Like, can Zeus do it? Maybe. Like, yeah, maybe Zeus can do it, but it takes a lot. So, Roche is
into the Roche pit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is the Weaver effect, right? The bugs plus the Solar. Gonna get this
Bullish
done.
is running away, like, they're running the opposite direction, so I guess they don't want to... try to contest this.
And this is a smart way to do it, right? You're completing it right before it's about to switch. So, yeah, I mean, really smart from YodiBrodi here. It seems they continually just seem to make the better moves on this team in terms of overall map play to get the big objectives. Whether it starts in the early game from their supports, grouping up, taking the tier 1s, or even in the mid game, they seem to get all their Roches. So, yeah, I mean, really impressive stuff from YodiBrodi walking into that Roche. Now, they got a pressure. They're going to look for some kills.
Okay, there's some pressure coming up from the Primal Beast. Actually, onto the Spectre. He's falling super low.
I mean...
Jesus Christ. What? That was a lot of damage, but now he's going to be in an awkward location, getting chased down by everyone. Basically, the Heavenly Jump slows him down, and now there's a Dismember coming out from B-God who's able to blink up to the high ground. And he's lived for a while, but they find the damage to bring down the Primal Beast, who went for a cheeky pickoff onto the Spectre, but wasn't able to quite find it.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big punish, right? Like 1k gold down. I mean, he's a really big kill. Now he's going to slow his progression down. I would say he really wants that Ags too, so pretty sad for him. Obviously, you know, he got that haste rune. He's like, okay, I'm just going to step on the Spectre. He's having a blast, you know, stepping on this dude, but yeah, just too much HP on the Spectre and gets away there. Definitely needs the Ags. If he had the Ags, the Spectre would die immediately, right? So
for sure. We see a BKB on the Dazzle as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think BKB is the right call for him. He's going to get jumped by Spectre. I think it's actually an okay game for Mantha too, just because you don't want to be killed by Desolate. And Mantha's a good way to stop Spectre from desolating you, which is actually a big part of his damage. You know, this is 60 pure damage coming in. It actually also applies on the dagger, so the dagger gets an extra 60 pure damage too. So, just a lot of damage coming through. Desolate.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-oh.
they might find Spectre walking in alone. Do they have the vision for him? Hello? I guess
Dazzle's just here. I mean, okay.
they ping him now on the side of YodiBrodi. He has to walk back, though. Over on the other side, though, Double King's poking at Weaver, but doesn't really have the lockdown to bring him down unless Primal. They plant up the Sentry, but he's just on the outside. Just on the outside range of that Sentry there.
I mean, I just don't like Double King's build because when you have Blink like this, you need damage. Like, I would think his Blink is going to go into AC and then Silver Edge or something because you need armor in this game too. But, yeah, I'm just worried that he's going to lack damage with this BKB. And, you know, maybe BKB could be your 6th item or something like that. Just play for more scaling in this game. I think it's a little... I mean, it's okay, though. Maybe we'll see. Maybe he'll get a really good fight off of it. So, I guess you never know. Have to see, because both teams are grouping right now. I don't know if YodiBrodi... Or not YodiBrodi, excuse me. I think Bullish on Gaming should not be grouping like this until they have Primal Axe. But they obviously disagree with me. They think they're strong, so they're looking for the fight.
TP'd out, so Pudge is alone, as well as a Zeus. Can they find any target? Where's their vision?
Like, they have reality.
Yeah, you're right, you're right. Like, charge forward, really overextending here for the Pudge, and now here's the rotation back into the Primal Beast. The Zeus Soul comes out as well. He's getting dragged in. There's a Shallow Grave, keeping the Primal Beast alive for the moment. Can they turn any damage back to the side of YodiBrodi? That's a big question here for the side of Bullish on Gaming, but everyone's just getting kited around, and there comes the Epicenter. There comes the Burrow Strike, the hook back. The Wraith King is dead. The Pulverize coming out onto the Sand King, though. He does eventually fall. They find the damage, and they might be running out of gas here on the side of YodiBrodi. They bring down the Grimstroke. The Dazzle's in trouble, but he got the Grave. Now they're turning it back around. There's the Aegis dead here onto the Spectre as he respawns into the tree line. The Swarm coming through, doesn't clip out of the Dazzle, and now it's a Spectre in trouble. Nice time lapse there, coming out from the Weaver, and they get the hook onto the Primal Beast. There's his member holding him in place as the catch isn't coming out to find the Spectre. They're just dragging Bullish Gaming around. They're like bulls on parade. And here comes a Pulverize. These bulls aren't finding the damage to bring down the Spectre, bring down the Weaver. Zeus, not that much mana to work with, but he finds a zap onto the Tusk, picks him off into the tree line charge. Oh my god, brings down the Weaver. Yeah, Shikuchi, the head of the Primal Beast, not where you want to be in the Rage.
He's got the Artlet toggle through the Radiance. Amazing.
That's crazy.
But he's gonna die. Yeah, there you go. So
Primal Beast does get out. What a crazy fight.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say. I mean, you really saw the sustain battle, right? Zeus used all of his mana, popped the Clarity from his backpack, then Clarity'd up and killed the Dazzle at the very end. Like, this is a crazy fight. I'm pretty sure if Bullish on Gaming just waited for Primal Axe, they would completely stomp the fight. They were so close. You know, they're about like 1k off or less, like 800, 900 off at that point. So just a little early, but still, you can see these fights are not as one-sided as they were earlier.
Oh, there's a stun on the Primal. They're going to continue to try to pick off this hero. He's very tanky, but slowly but surely they might find us getting held in place by the Sand King Ags. No way to get out of this. And this is what I was thinking about the BKB purchase, actually. Is with the Sand King Ags, like, you kind of just don't want to get caught in the Sandstorm and, like, permanently stunned, I feel.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe you will need BKB versus Ags, but I also feel like Sand King dies in one stun if they jump him or they find him out of the Sandstorm. Even without, with BKB too, he'll die in one stun, you know, like, I think it's not a huge issue. I don't know if Primal Ags, I guess it wouldn't disable it. Is it passive? I guess it just works in the Sandstorm, huh?
I think it's just like an add-on to the Sandstorm ability.
I feel like the Primal Ags is just so much damage. You know, Primal will tank a bunch of damage and press Ags and do a ton of AoE damage in return, right? The Uproar, you know, all these stacks, throwing out these projectiles or whatever, doing damage and breaking, so I feel like they just need a little bit more damage. I mean, we saw it in that fight. They were so close, and that was with the Aegis, right? Yeah, the Spec died twice. So, I mean, it's just closer than you think, right? I mean, Spec had Aegis. He died twice. They still almost lost the fight. So, I think it's really close. And Zeus needs to keep scaling in damage. Level 20 on Zeus is going to be a huge window for him to maybe have enough damage in the fight, right? The 6% on Arc Lightning. That's a great way to clear through this Primal. I mean, I could even say maybe you want this Mantha build with the Shard and stuff, but I think the Ags and the Refresher is good too. When you get to the flat damage on level 25, or even the, I mean, just having more spells, it's just good on Zeus. So he has the Octarine. We'll see what the Weaver goes for next. He has something on Courier.
He's going Blink.
Blink. Okay, so he's playing off the save.
Just wants to make sure. Feels like YodiBrodi's super strong right now.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? Now that they've lost this fight, they're down 13k. Instead of, getting to the Ags and finding a fight off of it, they've let YodiBrodi complete a new set of items. They have BKB, they have B-God with Shadow Blade, they have Zeus with Octarine, they have Spectre with Scotty almost, they have Weaver with Blink and Sand King. There's just a new set of items all over YodiBrodi. Yeah. So the fight has got harder for sure. Now
Wraith King has the Shadow Blade, but it's not really a timing yet, right?
No, it's not. So I would say now I'm worried that Bullish on Gaming are missing their timing, right? Now it might get to the point where YodiBrodi are just going to outscale you because you didn't find the fight with your item.
Try to focus again. There's a stun on the B-God. Burrow Strike, but this Pudge just melted, and now DNC, has the BKB. Gonna leave him alone with the Pulverize. It goes through it. There's a time lapse. Keeps Sand King alive. Now he's gonna try to get an Epicenter off. And he's got the Epicenter rolling, but no one's really taking any damage. The Primal Beast getting poked at by the Zeus, but they're just killing the Swarm off. They're going to try to find a way to get back into this fight, and they're going to go back on a DNC, but now they're into the Sandstorm. They're getting stunned up repeatedly, and there's a first life of the Wraith King, but the Sand King does eventually go down. Spectre in the backline, trying to find the Grimstroke. Shukuchi forward. It's Weaver versus 4. It's a huge Shukuchi.
Got the grab.
But the Tusk is still alive. Yeah, there's the grab. The Pulverize brings him down.
Now Spectre's in trouble. I don't think he can get out of here.
Charging forward, has a Spectral Dagger, gonna try to get away. There's a Wraithfire Blast, holding him in place as a Poison Touch as well, making it very hard for him to escape here. The Zeus doing kind of a lot of work as he's able to juke through the tree line, and B-God, he's back.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he just eats him, looking for the hook, but it's off the mark. But they were able to save President Spectre there.
Okay,
another Shadow Step.
Going in, okay.
I think it was poking at him.
Yeah.
Ideally, you'd want to find the Dazzle or something to try to Shadow Step on, but...
So... Oh, they got the gem.
That was a gem. That's really big.
So, great fight. They gained 6K.
True.
And, like I said, they were able to hit their spike. Dazzle, close to Octarine now. I mean, you're looking at... Bullish on Gaming again. You're saying, man, maybe they're going to get there. Maybe they're going to get some more items and get to a good timing, because the Ags on Primal actually did a lot of work. Killed the Sand King. I think Sand King... Getting jumped there like that was pretty bad for YodiBrodi, though. Like, the way the fight started was good for Bullish on Gaming. So, it's just going to be a close fight, though. I mean, it really is just one team is going to have a bunch of heals and try to sustain. And, that's the Bullish on Gaming lineup. And YodiBrodi really have to get these kills. They have to connect with the Pudge and the Sand King to find clean kills. If you don't find these clean kills in the stuns, you're just going to get kited. And I think the Zeus doesn't have enough damage with his build. I think maybe if he went for this Mantha right-click build, you could scale in a better way. But with this type of build, this late Refresher, the Refresher will help. Having 2 Zeus ultis clean at the start of the fight will really help the Sand King find the jump. And also,
already setting up for next Roche here.
This Roche is going to be unlucky, though, because they need a portal.
Yeah.
They're starting the portal, though, and looks like Bullish on Gaming don't have the right read yet, so they need a smoke.
They're in the area. It's YodiBrodi that smoked up, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. YodiBrodi, if they get the jump, Double King's just
Double King, they show. There's a Burrow Strike. Dismember as well. Shadow Step forward, and he just melts. Does have a second life to work with, and here comes a Primal Beast. Going to try to get into the fight with the Ink Swell. They're on top of the Spectre. Did have the damage to bring him down. There's a break coming through. There's a Pulverize, a hook. It drags Wraith King away, so they're not going to find the damage. And Spectre, he lives for the moment as Weaver's in the backline. Sound Step, Soulbound as well. And no one's really quite finding the damage. The Dazzle's trying to chase down the Weaver, but he's a little speedy there. There's a huge Epicenter onto the Dazzle, into the backline. Can he live? Yes, he gets a Shallow Grave off. Is there any damage coming out from the Bullish on Gaming side, though? Dazzle, he can live for a moment, but he's isolated, picked off by the side of YodiBrodi. Weaver did die. There's a nice Inkswell. Pops a BKB, but the Sand King's so low. Able to pick off the Grim. The Spectre finds the damage. Charge forward on the Primal Beast, but it's Wraith King that's on top of the Zeus. It's a nice hook away, though. Will it save him? The Snowball coming forward. B-God's able to eat him. And Spectre's back in, just dodging in and out of the fight as they find another kill here. They're finding the damage. Primal Beast getting the Pulverized, but it's canceled. And I think he's just gonna get chased around here. Oh, he's able to get the trample onto the Pudge.
Wow, so close.
Finds the kill. Barely misses. The final bit of damage. 100 HP left on that Spectre, but wow. SMD just weaving in and out of that fight, finding the pickoffs in the backline just again and again. Really rough fight from Bullish there.
I think it's just because Double King lost his ult at the start for free,
Yeah.
right? I mean, that's a huge window. That was your most farmed hero. And now, I mean, we're back to where we were before, where 14k. Maybe YodiBrodi have enough items. They're going to get this Roche. So I think with the Roche and another set of items, they're going to have Shiva on Sand King. They're going to have the Refresher on Zeus. Yeah, that's a big window. So I think with Aegis and Refresher, I think they'll have enough to break this game. I think they'll Zeus ult, and they'll just jump on the 2 Zeus ults. And they'll be able to break a support. They'll kill Grimstroke right away.
Right.
If Grimstroke doesn't have buyback, the fight will collapse, I think. Or they'll kill Dazzle right away. And the Tusk can't save, because the Zeus ult will break the Tusk's Blink Dagger. You know? I don't.
He just has to like sit on top of Dazzle, basically.
Yeah, but then the Sand King will just get a 2-man burrow, right? Like.
Right.
It's just not that simple. I mean, it's really hard, actually. I think when YodiBrodi can play the fight like this, with this much damage coming through with the Zeus ults and stuff. So Bullish on
playing
Gaming
the fight
need to play
so
from
well.
base. Yeah, they need to play from base, and they need the Dazzle to not get jumped. They need the Grimstroke to not get jumped. And like I said, they need their cores to jump first. They can't have the Wraith King get gone on. They need the Wraith King to jump. You know, go with Blink, go with Silver Edge, and jump.
I mean, it sounds impossible not to get jumped, right? Like, how do you stop from getting Zeus ult Spectre jumped? Like,
Yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a problem. I'm sure it's getting harder. Yeah.
Get a ninja gear or something. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, Ninja Gear would help. I mean, Ninja Gear. Yeah, give me a Ninja Gear. That would be great for the supports. That would really help. That would be what you need.
YodiBrodi in a dominant position this game, number 1.
Where does Double King scale into though? Like, what item does he drop? His armlet?
Yeah.
I mean, this is what I mean though. The armlet is giving him so much damage and attack speed. He has no attack speed and no AC. The Radiance doesn't help. I mean, he just has some really weird items on Wraith King at this point. And now he's gonna have item slot problems because he goes the Blink and the Silver Edge. Normally you only go, oh, the Blink though. There's the Zeus
Alright,
ult.
they're finding the Tusk. Not the biggest pickoff in the world, but a nice kill there from YodiBrodi. They're gonna chase forward on the Weaver, see if they can find anyone more, and they do. They find Vision onto the Dazzle. He pops the BKB. Gonna try to Shallow Grave out as well, and it will be successful.
Okay, then they're chasing Primal.
Could have been disastrous. Primal has the opportunity to get out too. Charging forward.
They're pinging.
They know. He doesn't have. Oh, they're not going. He's just gonna TP out.
Yeah, they're letting him go. Okay.
Didn't want to lightning bolt the corner.
I feel like when I see Primal with no BKB, I would just refresh the Zeus ulting right away and just like pop it and see where he is, chase him down, because it's free kill and it'll close the map for the enemy. So Sand King is a lone bottom. This is a really weird spot. I feel like he's in trouble.
This is how he plays, right? And he's like he like split pushes.
Yeah, but
pushing Sand King.
No Pudge, no Weaver. They have no saves. I mean, he is in fucking
forward. Gets a blink away. Very heads up. Not going to be a charge forward from the Primal Beast. I mean, really good, right?
Stupid, right? I mean,
I don't know.
Yes.
That seemed good. He forced 4 people just run bottom for nothing.
Yeah, Primal had blink up. He could just get blink grabbed at any moment, but you know,
it didn't happen.
I guess so. Yeah, just fast enough. You got me there. But
DNC God.
Unlucky. Okay. Now Primal.
Oh, now that he's getting found, or who's finding who actually is he fighting the damage back into the Primal Beast. He's getting picked off in the mid lane, and the damage, the global initiation from YodiBrodi proves to be way too much. As there's the Zeus, so they find more. It's a 3-man burrow strike into the epicenter. They're turning the damage back onto the Sand King. He eats the cheese though, and he's gonna be a-okay. There's a time lapse onto the Spectre. Another burrow strike forward as they find the Dazzle. He's gonna have to use the Shallow Grave on himself. He's trying to find damage back to the lineup. Wraith King able to click down the Sand King eventually, but what team do you have left? As you've lost the Dazzle, lost the Primal Beast, it's only Wraith King and the supports to hold their base as YodiBrodi, you know, get in, they find the kill, they get out. They're like professional hitmen or something. Yeah. Playing pure assassination.
That's exactly what we were looking for, right? The Zeus ult into the 3-man burrow from DNC. I mean, that was a beast burrow strike. Obviously, they didn't have enough cleanup on the Dazzle there, but you can see how their lineup will function, right? And this Pudge is... And okay, so they're going.
Yeah, they find the dust onto the Pudge, so they see him around, finding the blink forward. Oh my god, barely not finding Double King there. And he didn't have an ult to work with either, so that would certainly be a huge kill.
I think the fight will get easier for Bullish on Gaming. They'll have a window The Aegis on Spec. Okay, now Double King has queued up the AC, so he's realized something is wrong with his items. He's queued up AC. He needs attack speed. I agree, Double King. That is accurate.
What does he get rid of?
I feel like he gets rid of his phase boots, and he buys Swift Blink AC.
Yeah.
And then he buys Rapier for his armlet, and then that's your 6th slot or something.
And he gets rid of Radiance eventually.
Yeah, maybe he can. No. He should disassemble his Radiance into the Rapier. I don't think I've ever seen that before, but that's a really smart way to build Rapier. Actually, I should do that more. That's a good way to do it, I guess.
And 22k behind, they are in that Rapier desperation territory.
I think they need to wait for the Aegis though. The Aegis is 30 seconds. This is not the right time to fight.
He's cutting the wave with Radiance, at least trying to.
Okay. Okay. So Bullish on Gaming are really lost right now. That's what I'm learning. Okay,
Zeus this is Zeus ult.
B-God's going.
Yeah, he has a haste drone. He's very speedy, and the smoke ends. Not gonna chase further though.
Yeah.
Position on this triangle high ground. They're right under vision though. YodiBrodi have 2 wards on this high ground here.
Yeah, scary spot for you.
There's a D ward, but there's the hook from B-God. The follow-up's gonna come in from the Shadow Step, and an easy pick off there for YodiBrodi as their high ground vision nets him a kill. Going for the casual Tormentor.
Yeah, Tormentor on both teams.
Easy.
So Shard for Wraith King, and they're kind of useless in this game. And we're gonna see a Shard on the Zeus. Yeah, it's good for Zeus. Really good for Zeus. Or Spectre. Good for Spectre. So or Sand King, which is okay. I haven't seen that one in a while, but yeah, good Shard coming out for sure. Side of YodiBrodi. So 25k lead for them. About a second here.
Gonna see what they get.
B for the Sand King. So
probably the worst one out of those 3 by a lot.
Yeah, the Primal Beast also has made a massive error not buying BKB in this game. And now he's buying a Sange, so he's doubled down on no BKB forever, right? Like, is he ever going to get to Ags plus BKB, 6k more gold? I don't think so. So, he needs to play for buyback now on Primal Beast. He needs about 1k gold. You can definitely play like this with no BKB if you choose to play for buyback. I think that's a smart way to do it because you'll maximize your two lives, right? If you buy BKB and you play for buyback, you buy back, you have no BKB, right? Like, you're like completely useless. But when you play like this and you play for buyback, you buy back, you actually still have a useful item. So you can actually do something right away.
They're smoking up.
I mean, I think they should wait for buyback on Primal, level 25. The pulverized duration is amazing. Like, they have a 3.5 second BKB piercing stun. I mean, oh, wow. But they're going to look for the jump. Okay, they see them.
Oh, they find him. There's a pulverize. There's the damage
Weaver,
into
though.
DNC, but the Weaver with the time lapse, and he gets a BKB off the burrow strike onto 2. And here comes the damage coming out from YodiBrodi. In front of the Primal Beast as Tusk dies. Now they're chasing down the Dazzle. He's able to get a blink away, but the Swarm, it keeps vision. They just chase right at this high ground. But the Soulbind, they're running in opposite directions, but they find the damage onto the Dazzle anyway. And now
Primal's
Grimstroke.
in trouble too.
Yeah, Primal Beast.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
absolutely
game.
Surrounded.
No buyback on Primal, no buyback on Grimstroke, so, I mean, we're going to see at least a lane here. Wraith King obviously still has 2 lives, but I don't think it matters. No buyback on him either. He also has his armlet, so maybe he'll sell that, have close to buyback, but it's not even enough. He needs 2k. He can only get 1,300 off the armlet here, so, yeah, I mean, Double King versus the world, right? I have no faith in him, but maybe.
I mean, you just let it go, right? It's 1 Rex.
Yeah, I guess you let it go. There's not very much tower push on the other team, but I mean, even when it's just not gonna get better. You're gonna be stuck in base forever. You're gonna get hunted. I don't know what they do with the Primal dead for so long. I mean, now, Double King
There's
showed.
a jump forward from DNC, slowed up by the Shiva, stunned repeatedly by the Sandstorm.
He's gonna BKB again.
There's the damage from Zeus.
Oh,
he just dismembered, and it's the damage coming through. I think this might be it for game number 1.
Yeah, he has no buyback, so massive critical error from Double King, and
they don't know that it doesn't have buyback, but
I mean, I guess they don't know, but they're just gonna keep going. They're gonna take Megas here, or I mean, it's either Megas or you're forced into a 5v5. I mean, Frugas is, trying to cut the wave, but there's a wave mid. There's another wave coming in. It's no avail.
I mean, there's no way to show on the map against this lineup. Like, they just jump you instantly. Like, how are you supposed to cut waves? How are you supposed to step the wave?
Heart now, so obviously he's trolling. He's had enough of this game. He's gonna go Fountain Dive, I imagine, after this. Surely we're gonna see a Fountain Dive. I would be really surprised if we don't see a Fountain Dive in this game.
I think Bullish on Gaming are gonna have to GG before that happens in
And they're
order
gonna
to
try to
dodge
fight
that
with no Wraith King.
eventuality.
I don't think this is the right call, but they're
Oh,
gonna
but they
try.
have the vision. There's the Burrow Strike forward. Not able to get the jump in at all, and now just isolated. Not able to find. Okay, there's a Shell of Graves. The Primal Beast lives for a minute, but it just seems like there's no way into these fights. They're just continuously kited here on the side of Bullish. Primal Beast is living for a long time. How is he not dead? Just kill him. All right, now he's dead. And they lose nothing on the side of YodiBrodi. They get 3 kills. They force a buyback from Dazzle, but all they can do is watch over the ruins of his base.
Yeah. Let's see what Double King can do here. They need to just chill and get for Rapier, I think. This guy needs... I mean, he needs level 25.
They're
He
just
needs a
gonna
Rapier.
jump again. They're onto the
Okay.
Dazzle. They know he doesn't have buyback. It's a BKB off. Now trying to turn. He needs to grave himself. But Double King's just getting kited. That's his first life. And I don't know if he's gonna have much more impact on his second life. Possibly BKB. Wraithfire Blast forward onto the Zeus. DNC was in the fountain for a second. Okay, there's a Shadow Step forward. Wraith King picked off. Dazzle's next. GG is called, and that's game number 1. Going the way of YodiBrodi Nexus. They pick Comfort. They had this nice little Weaver sort of flex in their draft, and the sort of global pick-off game just became way too overwhelming for Bullish on Gaming. Yeah, what a performance. I mean, we really favored Bullish on Gaming's lineup. What went wrong?
I think...
How are we so wrong, Sammy?
Yeah, I think the lanes went wrong again, right? The Zeus ult happened. We talked about, right? Like, the Zeus ulted and got a triple kill. I mean, look at the scoreline on the Zeus and the Spectre. The Spectre died 1 time in lane, solo, to Primal Beast. The Zeus also died 1 time on the top rotation, diving the tier 1. But besides that, flawless games from SMD and the boys. Yeah, I mean, just a clean game. The Weaver with the saves, the Pudge with the saves. It's a game where Bullish on Gaming have to jump the save heroes, they have to jump Pudge, and they have to jump Weaver. And they just didn't find those jumps, I think. And also, the fights they took were not on their item timings. I mean, I could be honest, I would just say this Bullish on Gaming team looked pretty discoordinated. Their smokes, pretty random. They didn't play their lanes that well. I would say the supports were not on the right part of the map. And despite all of that, the game was kind of close. So I would say it is a testament somehow to the Bullish on Gaming draft being pretty solid, but they just got outplayed. That's just how I feel. The YodiBrodi team just firing on all cylinders, really.
It felt like they were never going to run out of damage into that late game either. Like, we saw Door, the position 5 Weaver, the Crystallis at the end of the game.
Yeah,
It felt like they could just scale forever and ever.
Yeah, they're 40k up, right? I feel like if some of these fights had gone closer, in one of the fights, they lost that top fight at like 40 minutes.
Primal Ags.
Yeah, before the Primal Ags, or not even the one after that, right? They had Primal Ags, but they lost the fight by like 200 HP on every core on YodiBrodi and just living. The Spectre lived, and then they cleaned up everyone. Like, if that fight goes the other way and Bullish on Gaming have a even gold at 40 minutes, I think they're going to win 100%. But yeah, YodiBrodi with the snowball from the lanes and the Zeus ult and the pressure just constantly building up, cleaned up the game. And yeah.
You're singing YodiBrodi's praises, but I'm getting kind of copium here. I mean, from what you're saying, it seems like Bullish, they were pretty close.
I mean, yeah, I think you should just commend their drafter. I think you should give a thumbs up to their drafter, and their coach needs to sit down with their players and have some hard talks about what's going on in these games, especially the Primal. I mean, I could say the Primal, I mean, Double King 2 ruined at least one fight, being really out of position, but the Primal Beast, I would say, and the supports not being with the Primal Beast in the early game. The Primal had a great lane, but then did basically everything wrong. And then the Dazzle was just farming, and that's his job. I think the Dazzle did okay, but I think you just need to go look at the game as a whole, as a team, and try to figure out why you're smoking, when you're 300 gold away from your Ags and your other Ags and your Blink Dagger or your BKB on your Wraith King, why? So discoordinated. Whereas YodiBrodi are just much more fluid with their timings. They're actually hitting their timing. They're going. They have their blinks. They go with their blinks. They have their. They don't even have timings, right? They just have spec ult, Zeus, all this stuff. But they're just making better use of a simpler timing. So.
Well, we're gonna let Bullish have that conversation. We're gonna see if YodiBrodi can keep their stride in game number 2. We're gonna take a short break, and then we're gonna be back. Game number 2. This is the grand finals of weekend number 2, NADCL season 5, and we'll see you then. Hello, everyone. I told you we'd be back. We still have a game number 2 to head into. This is the grand finals. YodiBrodi Nexus has taken it 1-up against Bullish on Gaming. We're hoping for a bit of a full series, so maybe Bullish on Gaming can fix some of their map maneuvering and get us to a game number 3. But I have a question for you, Sammy. You said that they need to like have these sort of hard conversations, try to fix the sort of timing errors that were happening on Bullish on Gaming, but we're in the middle of a series. They don't have that much time in between, games to do in-depth dives into how their players are like moving around the map. What do you do just in between these games to try to like either simplify sort of big errors like this?
I think you just say, guys, our Primal Beast solo killed their Spectre, and then we didn't play with him. So we have to play with that guy, play with the guy that's strong, help our guy. And then just talk about the itemization. Say, guys, don't smoke until we have our item. Those are the main two things. In the early game, play with the guy who's having a good game. Play with your primal. Don't leave him on an island. And don't try to help someone who's already getting his ass kicked. Double King is completely fine going to the jungle on Wraith King. Nothing bad will happen to him. He'll pop skeletons. He'll farm all their camps. And yeah, I think those are the only two things you have to do. Those, it's easy to point to each individual mistake, but if you want to simplify it, those would be the big two things.
Do you feel like there's anything that could happen in the drafting phase just to like make a clearer game plan? Like a more sort of like obvious draft sort of style, or you think the draft was fine and they should draft the same, just kind of fix those errors?
I think you have to choose what they played against. You can choose swap. I don't think what they played against was that good. So if you choose to swap, you're gonna have to play versus maybe something better. But if it was me, I would play versus Bristleback. I would they banned Bristle in game 1. I would personally play versus Bristle. So I mean, you can give them some heroes. You can try something different. The best of 3 though. So once you're down, I feel like in a best of 3, game 1 is where you experiment. You don't really want to experiment in games 2 and 3. Whereas in a best of 5, you get a bit more leeway into where you can experiment on the draft.
All right, we're gonna head in this draft and we're gonna see what Bullish decides to change. They banned out the Weaver. That's something that they played against last game.
Yeah,
so it had a lot of impact.
Yeah, big change right away. They said, "Wow, this Weaver crushed the safe lane." Then he came bottom and crushed our off lane, or well, like he went to the safe lane, their safe lane. YodiBrodi, he won their lane. Then he went to the enemy safe lane, crushed on Double King. So a lot of impact, yeah. I'm glad to see it banned out. The Kunkka, I think we saw this banned out last game as well. I don't remember which side banned it, but YodiBrodi with Druid ban. Druid. I don't know who they're banning Druid for.
It's for Cloud. It's Bullish Gaming's 3 plays.
The Mugu Cursed Guild. Okay.
Yeah.
Lone Druid spammer. Okay, and they banned the Bristle. So they're also scared of the Bristle.
We still see a Primal, we still see a Muerta.
Yeah, Muerta got completely ignored, and Primal was 24 picked. So I'm curious how these teams feel about these heroes. I mean, in competitive, I feel like these two heroes are first pick, first ban.
Right.
But obviously, it depends on the team, so we'll see.
There's still a CK in the pool. You think Bullish?
Oh, wow. Surely they banned CK. No way, right?
Well, I mean,
no, they're
first
picking.
pick.
Yeah, they should ban something and pick CK immediately. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should ban Primal Beast or you could. I mean, I would pick CK so fast. I'd be whoa. I haven't seen this hero in Captain's mode in so long. I feel like almost no one plays versus CK. Wow, yeah, there's the good ban. That's the CK ban for sure. Phoenix is the best support in the game versus CK. So yeah.
What makes you say that? What's Phoenix doing that makes CK's life hard?
He fire spirits on the illusions. He neutralizes the lane pressure. And wow, they took Grim. What? No way. Dude, that's crazy. I can't believe it.
I mean, is it gonna come out on Nexus?
Surely. Yoink it. Like, I would insta-pick it. Like, yoink. Like, for me, like, SMD says for me, like, by present, you gift me CK on 9, and you don't want it? No way. I don't believe it.
Yeah, by banning out the Phoenix, it's like they're gifting it to them.
Yeah, it is. It's a gift. Like, wow. Wow, and they take the Fury on. Okay, surely CK's banned. No way. There's like no way they don't ban CK. What else could they ban?
It's being ignored.
They could ban Pugna. They could ban Primal Beast again. I mean, Bullish on Gaming might take the Primal Beast again, but I would just take CK so fast. I would
I kind of
yoink
like
CK.
Tusk for YodiBrodi Nexus. I think like Nature's Prophet Tusk is kind of a cute support combo.
They're not. I mean, so Bullish on Gaming should ban CK here. That's just I'm sure they should ban CK. I can't believe they came out of the last game and they said we want Grimstroke again, because they had Grimstroke in the last draft and his game wasn't even that good. Okay, they banned Sand King. Wow, something weird is happening on this Bullish on Gaming team. Do they have
They
a coach or
banning
anything?
Pudge here?
Just ban this. Wow. I mean, I really hope they ban CK mid.
I'm thinking, what's the over under? You know,
I feel like they might just ban Pudge. I feel like I wouldn't bet against you. I feel like you have the right read, but I really dislike what Bullish on Gaming is doing. I don't like what YodiBrodi's doing either, taking the Furion instead of the CK, but at least it's more okay. They ban Clinks instead to protect their lane because B-God Clinks is too scary, I guess. It is interesting how this league develops into a lot more. I mean, I don't even know. This is a crazy draft to me. There's a lot of meta heroes being picked and banned, but the order is just very out of order, what I would think. So
ban
now
the
there's
Necro.
CK. Please?
Surely.
Guys, like, everyone knows this is the best hero in Dota.
They're picking Pudge. I'm saying it right now.
No way. There's no way. Wow. And there's Kunkka ban, there's Phoenix ban, there's Tree ban. What else do you need? Wow. Wow. Okay, then. So, they just want the Slardar. You were telling me about the Slardar, but I just didn't have faith. Man, so that's just their off lane? Or their... I guess Dora
Yeah.
plays the Furion, but...
DNC, it's like his second hero. Besides, he plays other heroes. I don't want to flame him, but this is like
Wow.
his second hero.
I guess the meta in this is that you have some player who can only play a couple heroes, and you have to secure his heroes, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what's happening. They're banning the Sand King, the Clinks, the B-God hero, and the DNC hero, and then they just take them. You take their heroes, so they don't get banned, but...
I feel
wow,
like
Magnus
CK is still good in the Slardar.
Wow, Pugna.
They forgot about him.
Okay, wow. I mean, the Pugna Mag is a great duo. I mean, I don't even I think Bullish on Gaming's draft is great. Pugna Grim are amazing synergy together. Magnus is great with both these heroes too. So, and now you set up a melee carry. Maybe you want the range carry versus Slardar, so it's a little counterintuitive to take Magnus. If that makes sense, you know, Magnus encourages the melee carry, Slardar discourages it. So, you know, you don't want Nakes, for example, for sure. You pre-counter Nakes.
Troll, right? For Double King?
Yeah,
Doesn't
Double King loves
good?
Troll. Yeah, Troll is sick. Wow, they should Troll. That's a great pick, but they should CK instead. But maybe they'll Troll. Pudge is, again, picked. A double melee lane. Wow, just... And your double melee into
again.
Pugna, Grim, like, man, just an awful, awful game to be double melee, man. Just, wow. I hate this
We do
draft
not have
from
CK
YodiBrodi.
enjoyers.
Ignoring the CK, I still hate the draft. Picking double melee into Pugna, Grim, Magnus, like, why? Can't you just pick Skywrath Mage for B-God here? Am I crazy?
Yeah.
He doesn't want to. He's scared of Pugna. He doesn't want to. But the Pugna's not even going +5. But I mean, yeah. I mean, I would think you want Sky, you want Hoodwink, you want like just some range hero to play versus the Pugna or the Grim, so you don't get swelled on. But I mean, I'm baffled. I really am with YodiBrodi. But they won last game. I said their draft was dog shit last game, and they still won. So what do I know? I mean, for sure they have their strats. So
it's a similar kind of identity, right? Just sort of like a lot of pickoff. You have a global presence with Nature's Prophet.
I mean, yeah, they just want to play the map, and they just want to kill the noobs on the map, because there's a lot of noobs in this league. I think that's another thing, right? There's just a lot of, you know, in the pro level, the teams are just more tight-knit, and they're higher MMR in general. Their subs are not lower MMR, or their cores are not lower MMR. So they just have better map read, and so you can kind of take advantage of the noobs kind of having a bad read on the map, and, you know, getting a lot of free kills, that sort of thing. We see it in the lane. I would say YodiBrodi are the best team at taking advantage of the noob 5s in this league. There's not very many 5s in NA. And add on to that, now you're in an in-house league, so the 5s are, you know, they're just not very, like, good at dodging these, like, rank 60s, like, high 9k, high 10k players in lane. And there's the Templar Assassin. For Scourge McDucks, so the carry has been picked.
Yeah.
Man, they should counterpick the carry here. I don't know what I'd want, but you can build a nasty lane for sure. You have Pugna or Grim. Both heroes are great in lane versus TA. Grim is even better. The Swell will break Refraction. You can build Centaur. Right? You don't really want Centaur into TA, but you can go
Yeah.
Primal Beast. Just pick
Primal.
Primal.
Yeah.
Pick Primal again. Why not? You're into Furion. You're into TA. Like, why not? Just pick Primal. Like, it's
I
like
agree.
it's on the plate. Like, this is.
I mean,
what
with
a-
corrosive
wow.
TA, Primal kind of gets deleted, right? Does Blade Mail make that not matter?
I mean,
or-
this guy's building Phase Boots, Blade Mail into Lotus Orb and Shivas. So, I mean, he's building only armor. But yeah,
Yeah.
I would say, yeah, if Primal Beast decides to go Kaya Sanj again, yeah, he might just explode. That could be possible. But ideally, he has Blade Mail into Heart, into Lotus, into Shivas, into, like, Ags. There's the Troll. Okay, you were right. What a call.
Yeah.
Amazing hero this game. What a pick.
Yeah.
And it has great synergy with their heroes. Amazing with Grim, amazing with Mag. It's good with Pugna. Yeah, just amazing. Now, you would think, okay, I guess CK will just get ignored because they...
Yeah, don't need to
Okay.
carry anymore.
They need a mid. I mean, do they flex
And they
the
could put
TA?
CK offlane.
They could put TA mid and just pick CK. But CK is not good into Troll, so they don't want CK. So CK will just get ignored. Okay.
I mean, you can go CK on Bullish, right?
No, I mean, no, they're not. I mean, yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you should. Yeah, you should. You should just pick it. But I guess it will just get ignored. I feel like I just don't know what I'm talking about anymore. You ever feel like you're getting old?
You're a year younger than me, so
Well,
if
I'm
you're
lucky,
getting
man.
old, then I don't know about
Yeah,
me.
we're both in it together, man. Like,
Yeah.
I feel old after this one. What could they
Yeah,
ban
CK
here?
not
They
being
ban
valued.
Brew.
Yeah, they're thinking it's a mag mid, which I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm with you.
Still a primal.
Yeah, still the primal. I mean, surely they just take the primal. We talked about the CK, but primal seems more obvious, and they just played it. Their draft is so good on Bullish. Like, who does their drafting? Is it Mark? I mean, besides
I think
the
it
CK
is
thing,
Mark.
YodiBrodi's draft is so disgusting. It just makes me not like want them to win. I hope they lose with this type of draft, but I think they're gonna prove me wrong again. Seems like they always prove me wrong. They knock me out, and they come here and they just pick awful heroes and win. So they got some skill for sure. It's like the Harlem Globetrotters or something.
There's a
Or the
CK ban
NADCL.
finally.
Holy crap, they did ban CK, but they left the Primal Beast, which was the even better one, I think. Like, I don't even think CK is as good as Primal at this point. Like, and now, boom, Primal Beast. Don't be scared, man. Like, just because you know, I just don't want this Primal to be scared. Just because his last game was not so good, you know, he can definitely do. He solo killed the Spectre. He was having a really good game. He should just blame his supports, you know? It's
Yeah.
one of those where he should say, guys, why don't you play with me, noobs? And start spam pinging or something. You know, it's the Russian way.
Perfect.
You just Nightfall in the off lane when he came to NA, a classic. So they have 30 seconds reserve time. They're thinking about it.
We're gonna see how toxic Bullish on gaming is gonna be.
You want them to pick Viper? That's
No.
kind of toxic in this game. I mean, it is, but it's bad versus Furion for sure.
I mean, I prefer Veno probably if we're gonna go some
Veno,
sort of.
yeah, Veno's better.
But your lane would just be really weird.
Dawnbreaker. Okay, it's a good lane.
It's nice follow up into RP.
Yeah, it's good versus Pudge too, right? Pudge eats and you jump on him, but I don't think Dawn is that good into TA, and there's the Pango, so I think Pango is not that good into Magnus. This is kind of
Yeah,
a
I feel like
counterpick.
Magnus kind of owns this lane. But it's
Yeah,
kind of hard, right? Like, what
no.
else do you go? They ban out the Necro, ban out the Zeus, ban out the Quap. I feel like the only other lane dominator. I assume Dazzle is banned too. You'd have to go like
think you should
Alina
Just
or
play
something.
Puck.
And
Can't you just play Puck? There's no stun. What? Who catches Puck in this game? You gonna RP this guy and then have him phase shift? I mean, seriously, who catches Puck?
is the silence not like very good?
I mean, are you gonna connect silence on the phase shift? Like, I mean, how does he? I just don't see how
Yeah.
you, like, you have no stuns, besides RP, but because, I mean, Pango is good for the same reason. I mean, actually, it's not.
Is
because
it-
you
yeah, actually,
Pango is
Troll
good for
owns
the
Pango,
opposite
right?
reason. Like, yeah, Troll owns Pango because you root through the BKB, and
Yeah.
the roll is not very good because, like, what stun are you rolling through? You know, normally when you roll, it's because the enemy's gonna stun you, right? But like, what stun is he rolling into? RP? Like, he's still gonna get stunned by RP. I got bad news, you know, like,
And all the spam that he does is just gonna get Pugna warded, right? Like, is a hero that just like wants to
yeah. I mean,
use
Puck has
spells
that.
a bajillion
Puck,
times.
Puck has any mid hero has that problem. Pugna's just kind of imba, you know. So I'm not sure that's a Pango specific thing, but yeah, I mean, I think Bullish on Gaming's draft is way better. I'll say that
All
again.
right. So sorry for the 2-0, everyone.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
no, they shouldn't be sorry. It is gonna be a 2-0. I think I'm wrong. That like I think YodiBrodi are gonna prove me wrong, but surely Bullish's draft is way better. It's not even close, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think they have 3 really solid lanes.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure how well this Dawnbreaker does. I feel like it just kind of trades. At least mid
Yeah.
and their safe lane seems pretty
Yeah,
good, but
mid and safe lane are Giga Stomps, and the Dawnbreaker is okay. I wish the Dawnbreaker was a better stun, like Primal Beast or something, like a real stun, you know? Like, why? If you pick Primal, you can't even pick Pango, because then the Pango gets grabbed out of the roll. Like,
right.
it's just like so many like crazy interactions. So, but I mean, the RP is still pretty good versus Pango, right? Like, you RP this guy out of the roll too, not out of it, but it stuns him,
Yeah.
right? It pierces magic immunity, so
Holds them in place.
yeah, it holds. Man, I'm curious what. Okay, so the Furion TP'd and warded. That's good already. So Doors off to. Wait, no, he didn't. He TP'd and Sentry, which is okay, I guess. You'd think he'd want the obs, but
You just block the ancient camp.
yeah, that's smart, right? He wants to stop the Magnus from getting stacks. That's pretty good. I see up smoking to the safe lane this time. Both teams reversed too. Both teams did the safe lane smoke this game, so they both will still dodge each other somehow.
Yeah.
Really interesting.
It's the opposite move. They're like last game they both went to the other team's safe lane and
somebody is
own.
in somebody's head. I'm not sure who, but it's someone's got it for sure.
I mean, it feels like YodiBrodi's level 1 has been bad both games. I know you liked the last game, but Bullish isn't that good this game either, to be honest. Neither team is very good level 1.
Do they see this guy? Like, no way.
They see the Pango.
Yeah, but where do you go from here? You just wait. And Dawnbreaker needs to go to lane.
Right.
All right,
Magnus is gonna go block.
It's just one. I mean, the Pudge team definitely has more threat, right? The Pudge team will look for this hook.
I mean, are they waiting on this ward here?
I mean, yeah, sure. The Furion is pump faking. The Pango showing. Like,
I feel like Bullish is like split. Like they're lost. They don't know. They don't know what's happening. Okay,
let's go. Double King USA.
3 for 1.
Yeah, full mana. Got his mana back for that too, so pretty good. I do also hate how Dawnbreaker gets to lane really late because he'll get bullied by Furion here. TA will get a free CS at least. Furion was pump faking the TP, maybe going for a courier, but chooses. Oh wait, what? Is he gonna TP like this? No way. What? Really?
For the damage, I guess.
Why wouldn't you just TP behind the Pugna though? Like, oh my god. Okay, sure. You got me there. Free damage, yeah. I mean,
yeah.
It's not about the damage. It's the location of the TP. You know, like why there?
Not for him.
I guess so. Yeah. Oh, Scourge McDuck with the first misspell of the game. Uh-oh. Yeah, taking tons of damage there for that misplay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
He missed the meld.
Yeah, he missed the meld and then didn't go back in time. So Pudge is dead. Maybe one more click. He's got the spell. Oh, he got juked though.
Getting wrapped around the tree.
No.
Oh man.
Oh my god, the juke.
There's no way enough damage now.
And
now has to be careful. 3 seconds. Hook. Yeah,
he's fine. If you're ever in that situation, cut the tree with your tango. Yeah. Just cut the tree. Like then you'll walk forward and you'll be way faster. You know, cut the tree with the tango there, and he has a free kill. So unlucky. Double King though, free lane for him. I would say top of the CS almost.
He should have such a good time. Wow, there's a hook. Grim can't be hooked like this.
Though.
But Double King's turning the damage over on the Pudge. It's the first blood going the way of Bullish. The Grim does eventually fall, and here's a rotation from Adora. Gets a Sprout blocking him. Blood Grenade comes out as well. Quelling's through the tree, trying to get to the respite of his tier 1 tower, and he will make it. So, looks like they're trying to pressure Double King, just like they did last game, but first blood going the way of Bullish.
Yeah, it's sad it's on the Grimstroke, not the Troll. The Troll would really like boots in this lane, but that said, mid lane going really well for this Magnus too, I'm going to say. That's a classic Mark hero. I would say one of his specialties, but he is doing really well. He's got 13 and 2. He's got another deny, 13-3. He has 2 CS left over. He's going to secure 1. So 14 and 3 to the 10 and 0 on Pango. So 7 CS ahead at 2 minutes. Very solid for Magnus here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just 90 base damage versus 66. Like,
yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, it's a very mag favored matchup, but you know, you got to put the work in. This is also, oh wow, it pulls him out of the shield crash there with the shockwave. What a beast.
And they're trading water ins, but
yeah,
CS wise, totally mag favored.
DNC is building to sustain. He has 2 bracers right now, so he's not really going to be putting any pressure on. Just staying to play the game. B-God is now going for a wave drag. What an atrocious play from B-God. This is not very good. He's going to get swelled.
Blood grenade
he should get swelled immediately. Yep, now the swell is coming out. I mean, B-God is doing a crazy
Door is going to come in, though.
I mean,
maybe?
This makes absolutely
he's
no
giving
sense
up
from B-God.
He gets a little hook before he dies.
So now he's just giving a solo kill to the Grimstroke.
Grimstroke's ripped. Yeah, he's gonna get a bounty in. I mean, he's jacked.
Yeah, he has boots. I mean, yeah, that's. I don't know what B-God's thinking with that one. Okay, Mark with the misskewer on mid. Yeah. That's head. I don't know what happened bot lane. The Furion TP'd out, and somehow the TA is level 3.5, and Dawnbreaker is level 2. So something really weird is going down bottom. Not good for the Dawnbreaker. That is for sure.
Yeah, this is like my main question mark in their lanes.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, top lane. Another hook seems to have found Destiny, and the Inkswell isn't going to land on anyone. And so now they just turn the damage back into the Grimstroke.
King has no mana.
Yeah, and he's just being chased down by Rot. Okay, nice. Whirling Axe is going to keep him alive. Looks like he popped wand as well, or stick. I mean, Grimstroke is sometimes I'm like pogging, and other times I'm like cringing. I don't know.
This was their first pick. I'm gonna say it's kind of cringe. I would say the Pudge is also ruining, so just cringe on both sides in the top lane. But mid lane, not cringe. Mark CS 27 and 7, doing really well. He's level 5. Putting pressure on the Pango too. I mean, he's doing really well. I feel like the Grim just needs to swell the troll 1 time. I've seen the Grim swell himself like 5 times. And I think the Grim needs to swell troll like 1 time, you know? And if he swells the troll 1 time and troll runs on top of the Slardar, I don't see what they do. But obviously that's not what's been happening. So
I mean, all the swells are like reactionary, right? He's like getting hooked and then swelling himself.
Yeah, but he can just play behind the troll, you know? Like they're double melee. Like how are you even getting hooked in the first place, right? You just stand behind the wave. You know, it should be really easy for the Grim. Now Double King gonna eat a hook too, so he's dead.
And the tower, but it's not aggroing him. He's gonna try to get out, but okay, there comes the tower aggro. An easy chase down there with the Rot, and they get the kill to B-God.
I don't know, guys. B-God is just too good. It's just, I mean, yeah, now the tip from B-God, I mean, now the mental warfare is coming out from this guy. And when you're getting mental warfared by B-God, like, something bad is happening.
Bottom lane, SMD sitting pretty low, but the TV for B-God, he gets the hook, but he just trying to put the TA in danger. No, they're able to finish off the Dawnbreaker before Scourgeback dies. He's turning back in with the Refraction. Decrepify keeps him alive, but he's trapped with the Sprout. The Creep is keeping him in place. Is the damage going to come out from Scourge McDuck to find the kill? It will. And B-God owning.
I don't want to say it's the story of every game, but it just feels like every game the supports on YodiBrodi are just way better. I mean, the Furion has already made like 3 moves. The Pudge has made like 3 moves. And they just cast their spells in their side lanes way better. And they just find the kills on their supports on Yodi. Oh, the RP though, mid. Whoa.
Gets the skewer back onto the Pangolier. He's gonna, they're gonna find the damage. There's the move from the Bullish supports.
I mean, is it a move from the Bullish supports or is it a move from Mark, like being a level up in his lane? I mean, you tell me. But
the supports were there. I saw.
That is true. That I did see the Grimstroke there. The Pugna was there too, but yeah, I'm still worried now for Bullish that the supports on YodiBrodi are just gonna get active right now. You know, the Fury and the Pudge are gonna play together and they're gonna make moves. So it's really important.
Farm too. They can get so ripped.
Yeah. DNC though in trouble. Now here's the swell on the troll. Please.
Can they get a bash? There's the Inkswell. Finally, the net comes out. And we'll click down the Slardar, and we see the power of this troll hero against the Slardar hero.
I am really nervous for Grimstroke, though, because he does not seem to understand how his Inkswell works. So I really hope he holds it longer, you know? When the guy is rooted, or just hold the swell, because it does so much damage. You know, really, you need to be using this as your damage dealer in the lane. You don't want to pop it right away, which has been kind of happening a lot. So just be careful with the swell. Maybe he's worried about missing it, but I got to be confident here. Got a really strong lane. They can keep pressure up on the Slardar too if Grim comes back. So I don't really like that Grim TP bottom. I don't know why he did that either. Uh-oh, now double king. All right.
Yeah, I feel like this exact same TP happened game 1 too. Grim like made a mistake TP bottom, and then Double King just got owned. So
yeah, I'm not
maybe
sure.
he's gonna get punished.
I mean, I'm just worried because the Scourge McDuck is already 6, and they have traps, and they don't have any sentries. So now he's gonna walk on a trap, and boom, like death on a level 5 Grimstroke, who's got first blood. And I mean, he's huge. He just needs to play with Troll. Like now, Troll can't even lane, and this guy's just stacking Ancients on Grim. Like, oh my god, this is really bad. He's so farmed on Grim. He's level 5.5. He really needs to make a play. I mean, now he's gonna stand here. Oh my god, this is really bad. So, I mean, the result of this is Bullish like loses all their pressure. They had like pressure on top lane. They have pressure on mid lane even if Grim is there. But, okay.
Securing the 8-minute rune. It's gonna be denied. It's a shield rune.
Uh-oh. I'm worried.
I mean, it looks like they've rotated heroes away from Bullish on Gaming safe lane, so Double King's able to just step up and hit creeps for now.
Yeah, that's true. No, it's good that the Pudge is bottom too.
Yeah.
That said, the Grimstroke is just holding mid now.
Oh, nice hook onto the Dawnbreaker. Gonna get the stun back, but trapped in the Sprout. There's a Decrepify. Pugna is able to dish any sort of damage out to save his heroes, but even the Pango's rotated over. Gonna get the roll off. Gonna find the Pangolier first. No, they're rolling past him, getting on the Dawnbreaker, but both the kills are gonna be found eventually as big rotations come to the bottom lane. That's YodiBrodi 2 kills.
Yeah, I mean, the Grimstroke is just showing mid-wave, so your map formation is really greedy, and you're just instantly exposed. I mean, I don't want to flame the Grimstroke again, but I really hate the map positioning. Like, just showing mid-wave like that while your Magnus farm stacks, while your Dawn tries to play bottom, while your Troll is showing top. Like, it's just a crazy map. And again, like, yeah, this Grimstroke is level 6.5, and Door is level 4. But, you know, the Furion is just making the map moves. Like, he's actually making rotations, while the Grim is just kind of walking around. Like, what is... He's still walking around. And he really just needs to either commit to going on top or going on bottom. Or playing with the mag. You know, play with a core. Don't play by yourself on support. I mean, this is the biggest mistake a support can make in the early game. Playing by yourself. This is not the way to play Dota, for sure. Now he's with the Troll, so I like this. This is good. He's level 6.5. He's huge. Dawnbreaker with ulti as well, so.
Yeah, it feels like they can finally go with the Magnus. 1,000 away from Blink Dagger. They have RP up. It feels like they can just... everyone can press R on someone, and someone dies, it feels like.
He's got the Tumbler toy, so that's basically a Blink Dagger at this
stage.
Yeah,
true. Oh, but the Kobold is scouting him out, Sedge.
Does get the haste rune, though.
Yeah, very nice. Alright, here's a smoke up. Time to press spells, boys.
Alright,
going for invade the triangle. There's no one here.
They're going for Furion. Not the best target, though.
Oh, they're going to run into Slardar. That's going to be a juicier target as a Tumbler Toy forward. Finds him. Ooh, the second crush. He cancels it and out. Oh, man, he hesitates. Not able to get the RP off, and now Frugos is definitely in trouble. Sprouted up. The hook comes up. Oh, I got the Kobold. No, the Kobold through. Here comes a roll forward from the Pangolier.
No, it's the Grimstroke.
Frugos still died. They've pressed the silence on a rolling Pango, so he's not able to jump around. They are going to click it off. Double King dismembered. Here comes a Dawnbreaker rolled on top of everyone's head. Doesn't land a stun. They're going to get the kill. Okay. I mean, a lot of rotations. A lot of spells used. No RP, though.
Yeah. And, I mean, I think this happened in the last game, too. SMD is the true winner in this, right? He's just farming. He's going to get huge. I think that's the whole YodiBrodi strat, right? The subs are really active in the early game, so the mid and the off lane get active, and the carry just farms in general on these games. Except, you know, he's Spectre, right? He came last game, but for the most part, he's just farming, having a good game for himself on the TA.
And TA's timing is going to be so much faster than the Spectres, too. It's going to enable Roshan, enable towers following. Like, the pace of the game is going to be way quicker.
I'm still definitely worried. Obviously, though, the Troll is farming fast. He's got this in power. I could have argued maybe he should just go SNY split. I mean, I was thinking he needs Mantha and he needs Halberd. Like, why not go both? Why not just go, like, SNY and split it with the Empower? But maybe the Battle Fury's good. I mean, he's going BKB into Ags. I don't know if I like that. I feel like it's a really good Mantha game for Troll. He wants to dispel. He wants to kill TA. He wants to dodge the Pudge Hook.
I mean, Ags gives it a spell, right? It's like a similar.
Yeah, it does. That is true. That is true. Dawnbreaker, okay. It's away. Could have got trapped there maybe into the hook, so he needs to be careful. Door doing a good job, just farming, using his global presence. Going to be working on that Solar Crest.
Door is certainly a Solar Crest enjoyer. I'm not sure if this item is that popular nowadays.
I think on Furion it's very popular because you just go this
Yeah.
early medallion, yeah. And on Weaver, it's very popular on Weaver too, so just kind of his heroes.
Right.
Sloydar though, farming, working on that blink, getting close too. So we got some key items coming up for YodiBrodi. Meanwhile,
the
Bullish
blink
on
dagger.
gaming, yeah, and Bullish on gaming are ready, but wow, the smoke is happening. So, oh, they got the diffu on Pango, so that's a huge spike for them. They have this diffusal blade, they're gonna look for the move. But meanwhile, Bullish on gaming, they got blink on Magnus. So I hope the Grim really smokes the Magnus. They get a play here. Uh-oh, Grim is showing though. That's not good. This could be really bad for Bullish on gaming.
They're not gonna jump him. He's away. All right. He farmed under tower without dying, and a stack of ancients there for double king.
Okay, Jed is just smoking. I mean, okay, well,
he's gonna run up the high ground.
So now I'm worried about this bot tower because, okay, Magnus is looking.
Look at B-God. He double toys himself into this like hole. Skewer through. Do they even know he's there? No, he just TP's away.
Oh, okay, they're out. That's
good.
good.
Find a catch at all.
Yeah, B-God just gonna get himself in an awkward spot there.
Yeah.
Smartly uses the TP. Pango though, gonna get the power rune off that, so gonna be getting an invis rune for himself. Gonna yoink that one, I think. Unless he gets skewered here. Maybe Mark goes for some sort of skewer play. Look, he's looking. He's gonna toy into blink maybe. Oh, wow, he should go for it, I think, on Mark. I'm pretty sure Pango's dead because the Grim will silence on the, he'll blink RP into skewer, into silence, into swell. So probably miss kill on the Pango there. Gonna misplay by Mark, I think.
Maybe the invis kind of spooked him.
Well, maybe.
I mean, he shouldn't have vision. I don't know.
Now they want to smoke again. Okay. They're going pop.
Feels like it's third time's the charm here for the side of Bullish, but
I hope so.
They have to get a big win.
They are very confused with this smoke. They're just gonna take the Pudge. This is not the right target, I would say.
There's a skewer back into the Pugna. It's a kill.
It's a kill.
Pressure on the tier 1 too.
It's just, low value.
Yeah.
You really want the core. You want the Pango or the TA, or I mean, I'll even take the Slardar, man. But the Pudge is not the right target, really. They are going bottom again. They didn't use RP though, so that's good. But they are showing on Trap's bottom.
And playing the showing middle, so they know that's not there. Oh, just a deny in the tier 1 tower mid. And Slardar, he's in, gets a blink forward, gets a little bash. The Crepify's gonna keep him alive. Whoa, the Nature's Prophet ult. Making it a little spooky, but it looks like he'll be okay. Not going to find the skewer back onto the Slardar. And there's Door, the TP behind the tier 1 tower. Gets the pick off onto the Pugna. RP. They're going to use it. Dawnbreaker ult falling off. They're using all the ults in their arsenal to bring down a 5-position Nature's Prophet. That can't be worth it.
I mean, I think you have to RP there. I don't know if I would use the Solar Guardian, right? Like the mag can just skewer. I don't think you need the Solar there, but for sure, I think RP is worth it. Now the Roche, though. Uh-oh.
Yeah. The Deso timing has been hit for Scourge McDuck, and with the Curse of Haze, it's just... I mean, a Pango as well. It's such an easy Roshan. This is kind of the lineup, like, at least objective-wise, that I was hoping Bullish would come out with. Well, we talked beforehand about the way they play the map, kind of, like, being weak on their side. I was thinking if they could just get like a lineup that just like takes Roche and then takes towers or something. Just like make the game plan really obvious. As Door, the Inkswell isn't gonna land, trapped in the Sprout and the Vision.
Oh man. Okay, well they got him. That's good.
Yep. Final swipes from the Dawnbreaker there, and Double King, that's a kill.
Pretty funny, right? He pig-pulled himself, so then he got sprouted. And he couldn't quelling himself out, like, counterplay there, but I think Bullish are in an okay spot still. Troll is top net worth, so you're always counting on Double King to maybe carry this game. You've seen his brother 1v5 a game on Troll, so maybe he can do something similar here. It's in the family, I suppose.
It's his most played hero. So if
Have you seen that game? Do you know what I'm talking about?
no,
Oh man, there's like a famous game where like DNM's whole team DCs or something. I think he was playing with like a match fixer or something, and someone on his team is trying to throw the game. And so, or like two people on his team are trying to throw the game. He's playing with two match fixers basically, and so two of his teammates like leave the game, and then he just won anyway. Like I think it was like 3v5. I don't think it was a 1v5, but he basically like solo carried the game after his teammates abandoned because they were like match fixing, trying to lose. So they like literally both left the game, like pretending to have internet issues or something. Like really funny. Like,
very subtle match fixing there.
Yeah, like my internet's out, guys. Oh my internet's also out, guys. Like but DNM won the game. Like what? Like really funny. So yeah, I'm expecting big things from this Double King troll. I feel like it's definitely a game he can carry. It's in his power for sure.
That's the BKB. I mean, he's hitting these item timings really quickly.
Yeah, then power paying off here.
Yeah.
Let's see what SMD can do with this Aegis. He probably wants to wait for his Blink Dagger before he gets active, so we're waiting on that. Another 800 gold, 900 gold here.
I feel like they can chill, you know, like no rush here on YodiBrodi necessarily.
Yeah. That said, though, I feel like Bullish's lineup will scale better. Maybe not. I'm not totally sure. Because the traps and the Slardar with BKB, maybe you just jump them, but I think the Bullish on Gaming lineup has a little bit more team fight. Maybe not, but you know, Pango's a lot of team fight, but I think they just got a little easier execution on Bullish. I mean, definitely easier, but
it just feels like YodiBrodi's map position is way better. Like it just feels like they're playing the map more efficiently right now.
Pango has Blink, and going for that Aghanim's next. The
Slardar
like also has Blink, and the Pudge also has Blink. So 3 blinks on YodiBrodi right now. Very mobile for them.
Feels like they can just come and hit this tier 2 tower top.
Maybe
I guess they want mid
TA.
first.
Yeah, they want mid first for sure. TA has Blink. Oh, is he gonna go for a skewer here?
They're thinking about it. There's the ink spell forward, skewer back into the support duo. They're at least gonna get the Aegis here. There's a hook. Can the Solar Guardian land? No, the Aegis doesn't quite time. There's the RP on the 2! And Magnus is alive for the moment, and now they're getting the damage onto Scourge McDuck, and he's gonna fall. Aegis be damned. The Magnus does eventually fall, but the Pango finds himself in an awkward position, forced to swashbuckle on the low ground, but Double King, he's on top of him. A nice hook away, and nice Slithering Crush from the Slardar, as it's pure disengage here from YodiBrodi as they've lost their carry, the Templar Assassin.
I mean, it's solid 2 for 2 for Bullish. They got the Aegis and the TA,
but now there's more. Frugas has to be careful, though. Okay, not able to find the initiation. Nice Slithering Crush on a 2. Nice hook. They're able to finally find the kill on the Pugnu, who's standing his ground.
I mean, YodiBrodi are just picking them apart. It's gonna keep happening.
Dawn completely out of position, able to get out of the Sprout, but surrounded by 4 heroes of YodiBrodi. And the way that they're able to like disengage and re-engage in the fights, it looks like they're just toying with Bullish on Gaming.
I just think it's just a support difference. I feel like the supports on Bullish just keep getting caught. And it's the supports on YodiBrodi that are doing the catching, you know? This Pudge and this Furion, making it happen.
I mean, if Bullish on Gaming are the bulls, YodiBrodi is the matador here that is just continuously having the bull charge at them, and they're just flicking around, dodging the bull.
That's the best reference you've made all day. That was a good one. I'm with that one.
Thank you.
I mean, that one's pretty good. Magnus is also kind of a bull though, like kind of. I mean,
yeah, kind of charges.
He's got a
There's a skewer, there's a charge. Slardar, oh my god, all the damage of the world. The hook finishes them off, but now here comes Double King. Find a net. Yep, the TP isn't going to be successful. And they're able to finish him off in the arena that is the Sprout, but Door, B-God, they're able to TP out, no problem.
I mean, again, you know, it really is the support though, right? Like it's this Furion on this hill with this hill ward setting up for these plays. It's just really good warding. And really good playmaking from the YodiBrodi supports. I think I said it last week in the finals, but I can't say enough about the sub-duo of YodiBrodi. I think they have been crushing basically all the games.
It's pretty important for Bullish to find the return kill there, though. If it was just Magnus falling, it'd be really, very bad. The tier 1 tower just falls for no reason, and Frugas dies to the Tormentor. Does get the shard for his troubles.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's a win.
Net worth-wise, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, net worth, that's a win. Dawnbreaker in trouble bot. Pango wants to set up. He's pinging already. Pango's gonna roll maybe with the... Oh, Furion TP for the rune. He stole it, dude. They gave it up? What?
They didn't stick around for it.
Oh man, what a misplay.
They might know he's there. They did ping.
I mean,
Dawnbreaker's catching him
he
off,
sees
but
him now. But the
nice
sprout
sprout.
though, but he
Gets
has no
the hammer
TP.
away. Double king. He's getting pincered on, and still no wisdom rune.
Yep.
Feels very bad.
I mean, honestly, Bullish are scaling. They got Ags on Troll now. That's a big timing.
True.
I will say Mark's game has really suffered. This guy went from like top net worth, owning his lane, to, I mean, bottom of the cores again. I mean, he's about to get out-farmed by the Dora Furion, who just fed his body for nothing, you know? Like,
I mean, not
this
to
is
be a
not a good
broken
look.
record, but I mean, it's the supports, right? Like they have to play
Yeah.
with. I mean, he's the primal beast of last game, right?
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like
he has
the
to
core
play
is
with the
suffering.
Grim and the Pugna. And he's just not finding these plays. Or he's finding some plays, but like, I mean, I'm thinking about the only good skewer this game was the mid skewer on the TA with the Aegis.
Yeah.
And maybe the first RP on the Pango. But everything else has been kind of wishy-washy from the Magnus. Haven't really found any good connections with the Grim or the Pugna. They just need to get a little bit more active, I think. I don't think Bullish really want to play this infinite scale game like they did last game. Because the TA, I mean, there's just too much scaling on YodiBrodi, I feel like. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think they need to just be a little bit more active. The Troll has Ags. This seems like a great time to go. Seems like it's a good time to get active and force the tempo. The TA has lost the Aegis, right? It just expired. So why not now? To me, feels like you have all your items. The Magnus is about to have a Harpoon. So you have Harpoon, you have Ags, you have Dawnbreaker with a completed Basher. Why not go? Feels like this is your moment on your Bullish on Gaming.
Do you think they want to wait for Troll Blink or not that important?
I feel like they shouldn't wait, but we'll have to see. Meanwhile, though, YodiBrodi, let's see what items they have coming up. They have Shard on TA coming. That's pretty good. They have full Aghanims on Pango, so a good item for them.
Yeah.
They have a Shadow Blade on Slardar. I mean, this guy needs BKB pretty badly, but maybe Shadow Blade's okay. The Pudge has Aether Lens, and Furion with that Ags. I think the Ags on Furion is going to be a big disruptor for the fight, right? Maybe you clip the Magnus, maybe you clip the supports. So, but yeah, here's the smoke. So, Bullish on Gaming with their timing now.
Finds RP, nice skewer back. Can they keep him down to silence the RP? So, the Rinkush is going to buy a little bit of time, but not enough to keep the Pangolier alive. And now they're on the chase for more. They want to find it, but Slardar, he's into a Shadow Blade. Must have just finished that item. And so, they're not going to have vision.
Really good recognition by the Magnus. He realizes my Grimstroke, press silence. I don't need to RP this guy, and saves the RP. So that's a huge deal because with no RP, Pango responds. He says, guys, go smoke, no RP, kill them all. But now they maintain their pressure, so Magnus is still hunting.
Pressure in this tier 2. Now he's going to get crushed. There's the Harpoon, but they don't have the vision. Into the Shadow Blade.
Wait, okay.
Dust was on Grimstroke, but
no, I think the Magnus messed up there. I think he just skewered too soon. If he just harpooned like a little longer and skewered.
I see, yeah, he didn't land the skewer.
Well, yeah, but I think he can pull them like into him like farther, you know? Like I think he's casting skewer too early. Like the harpoon wasn't done or whatever, you know, like
pressing his buttons too quickly. And now there's the hook onto the Dawnbreaker. Plenty of damage with the Corrosive Haze. Or is it? She's at half health. A Centaur stun, and now Mark's in the area with the RP, but it only lands on the Slardar. Inkspo lands as well, and able to kill the Sprout. Charges them.
Oh, it gets out, though.
Yeah, okay. Dawnbreaker did die. Now they're going to try to right-click onto this Pangolier. The Rolling Thunder does end, but the Inkspo forward able to get the blink away. Can they find any more catch? They would love to, but not finding it. Finding the vision. I really wish that RP landed on the Pudge as well. Yeah. It was very close.
It's a very tense game. There may be a resmoke from Bullish. We'll see what they decide to do.
They have no RP, though.
YodiBrodi feels like they have to scale into the game right now. I don't think they can fight, actually. I think Bullish has hit this power spike where with the Mag and the Troll being so strong, Troll has Blink now. I don't know if Blink is the right call on the Troll. It's probably not. I mean, now he's queuing up Scotty. I mean, it's okay.
I mean, do you think he wants to jump a target other than whoever's being RP'd?
I would think he just wants to stay in the ball and let the Magnus skewer to him, you know? And just buy items that play off that. I mean, Scotty is a decent item. It's not great this game. I feel like he just wants like a damage item. Like hey, the Ags is so low damage, and then you go Scotty, which is also low damage. Be nice to have a damage item in this kit, but it's not necessary. It's all good, I think, for him. I think his items are fine. The mag is closing in on BKB, halfway there. I mean, yeah, I think Bullish are hitting some good spikes here. They're grouping up.
Yeah.
That said, YodiBrodi are going to walk into Roche top again, because Roche is up in 1 minute, so... they need a gate. Yeah, there's the gate. Double King is starting the gate, but they've been rooted. They're on vision.
They're aware.
Now they're nervous to gate. I mean, they need to either cross-map smoke or they need a gate. Those are the only two options for them.
I mean, Yodi has perfect vision on this dire gate.
All right, so it looks like they're going to smoke then. That is the call. Or they're going to walk down bottom. I hope they smoke, though. I don't think they should give up Roche.
They're walking down bottom.
Uh-oh.
Gonna force the glyph. Double King's gonna start hitting this tower very speedily. I mean, maybe they get both? Is it time to smoke now?
I mean, I don't think they can gate. I mean, they're gonna try. The Magnus is pinging the gate. He wants to go through, but is that the right call? Look how many traps are top.
I know. Pango's right there.
Uh-oh, they see him coming. Okay, big fight.
Slardar's there. Double King's in first. Ink's falling forward. There's a waiting meld, but they just wait for the other ones. The Mac, can they find it? There's a huge rolling thunder onto 2. Here comes the Solar Guardian. They're going to try to turn this around, but the Mac's been melded out of existence. Oh, it's a disaster here from Bullish. It's mass TPs as they're going to try back onto the outpost. Double King pops his ultimate, standing his ground, getting a little bit of heal. There's the RP. Can Double King find the damage to turn this fight around? But Scourge McDuck, he's like a turret on the high ground, laying the damage down onto Bullish. The last right hit's going to follow him. It's a dieback from Mag.
He has Pike. They use the Pike.
Can they find it? Find the damage? Oh, it isn't going to happen. Scourge McDuck on the high ground, on the low ground, and back into the Roche pit. It's a full team wipe. Going through the Twin Gate was...
No, it's more than a team wipe. They used Pugnabuy and Magnus Buy, so that was 7 deaths on the side of Bullish. Plus they lost the Roche. I mean, it was a 7 for 3. They lose Roche. Man, it couldn't be worse. The way they got the Magnus came through gate and immediately died to Slardar and Pangolier roll. The troll pressed his ult and got sprouted. Didn't press his BKB in time. I mean, just like ultimate disaster. The troll was getting trap silence. I mean, this is why I don't like the Ags in this game. You need to get rid of the trap silence. What does this Ags do for you if you're just silenced the whole time?
Right.
He gated in, he got silenced. Then his silence ended, he got silenced again. Then, he got silenced a 3rd time. It's just a really hard game for Troll to play with no Mantha, in my opinion. I think this Ags is really costing them. If he had Mantha into Scotty, into Silver Edge, I think this game is free. Or even into Swift Blink. Mantha Scotty in this game seems like the God mode item for when Troll will just crush the game. But, yeah, I mean, he's got this Ags Blink, and I don't know what he can really do with it now. They're 11k down, fighting into Aegis, fighting into Cheese.
They're mass TPing mid.
Oh, man, are they going to smoke again? They have Blink on Dawn. They have
no
the Magnus is so far away from BKB. I mean, look at the Magnus's net worth now. We were talking about him getting passed by the Furion, but he is passed and then some. I mean, no mid laner should be this poor in a game, right? Like, especially as Magnus, who farms with Empower.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Has RP up. But now they're going to try to fight into an Aegis Cheese with no buyback on 2 heroes.
Dataless, man. That is a lot of damage. I am worried for Bullish on Gaming. And now we see YodiBrodi are looking to take the fight. They need to get a good jump here. There is a chance that if this jump goes wrong, they get counter swell. The Ink Swell counters them. They get decrept. They get a good RP off. Maybe this fight can go really badly for them. So
B-God has the shard though, so whoever they jump, they could just get swallowed.
That's true. So that means that they have to take 2 jumps at once. The Magnus needs to jump 1 guy, and the Dawnbreaker, they have enough blinks to do it. They have a blink on Mag, a blink on Dawn, they have a blink on Troll. So they have enough blinks to get 2 jumps off, for sure, in this game. Someone should jump Pudge, and someone should jump Core, like Pango or TA, or Slardar.
Dora getting pinged out here on the side.
He's out of there, though.
Away. Yeah, no way to cancel it. Steals a Lotus and gets away with the robbery.
And now Dor is scaling, though. He has a halberd, so he's going to be a nuisance to this troll if he doesn't BKB right away. See if there are any core items coming up. Not really. Dawnbreaker's about halfway to AC.
Look at Door's inventory. Look at his backpack. This guy's cooking.
Uh-oh. Oh my. Uh-oh. That is not good.
Man.
So he's only one away, right?
Yeah, one greater
Oh
healing
man,
lotus
this
or
block
whatever.
of cheese is so broken too because the barrier doesn't. Wow. Okay, if he
Yeah,
hits
it
this
doesn't
block
go
of
away.
cheese, this will be the earliest block of cheese I've ever seen.
I think this will be the first block of cheese I've seen in a competitive match.
Dor is going
that
in.
I've cast anyway. Dor, yeah, he is in. Oh my god, they just delete the Grimstroke. The damage from the Pangolier is way too much. Now they're going to try to get the Magnus out of dodge, but he's slowed up by the Diffusal. The Dawnbreaker, the Pugna heals, doing a little bit of work, but Dawnbreaker sniped out of the fight. Picked off on the sideline by B-God and company. Okay, Skewer doesn't hit anyone. Double King's in the back line. He's netting up Frugos, or Dor, I mean, he will eventually go down. And his mass disengage didn't go that badly, actually.
Yeah, the Troll got the roots on the Pango when he was rolling, so just able to clean him up right away, and then he got a blink away. I mean, now the Slardar, we're in trouble, but...
Invis, too good.
It is interesting that this Furion is just taking the cheese for himself, you know? He's not even giving someone the option to eat it. He doesn't even have it in his inventory. He doesn't want anyone to eat it. Very selfish from Dor here.
Oh, Slardar?
Uh-oh.
Odd by Double King.
That's 1,000 gold. I mean, now Double King has 6k gold in his inventory. Now we're saying, okay, level 25, Whirling Axe, Pierce Magic Immunity. That's a good talent, too.
And he's gonna go for the Butterfly, and there's no way to pierce this, and... Yeah, near completion for the side of YodiBrodi.
Man,
I mean, very awkward for the TA to go back for an MKB now, right?
Yeah, the TA is going for the Witchblade item instead of an MKB. I don't know how I feel about that either. Doesn't it make no sense to go for this item when you have Slardar and Pango and all this minus armor? I mean, am I crazy here?
That makes sense to me, but the Mag just caught out in 3-shot.
Mag is in a really stupid position.
Yeah, just ran down mid, and Grim, he's gonna get punished for this as well.
What is he doing on Magnus there? What a really odd place to be. I mean, Double King, though, has Scotty now. I mean, he's huge. Top net worth. I mean, TA is keeping up, but he's huge. He's almost level 25. TA is level 25, though, so this... I mean, 13 refractions. Can the Troll even kill him? I mean,
he attacks pretty fast.
That's true.
Know, he gets hit enough times.
Yeah, I mean... So they're going to take the shard. They need a shard on Troll. They need a shard on... Magnus. Magnus is pretty good if they can give it to him.
Yeah, get that.
And it will not. So, Double King picks up his shard, even more net worth.
Very nice.
Okay, so Dor is closing in on block of cheese. He needs...
I don't think I even knew that this Troll shard did
5 more. 5 more until he's got it.
It shoots off an additional range attack. It's like gyro.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. It's pretty bad, though, to be honest, because it's like not very much because it's like percentage based. It's scaling on your fervor. By the time you hit them enough to have fervor, they're already dead, something like that. But Pango's in trouble.
There's a nice skewer onto the Pango. Do they have a silence as well? They're going to commit the RP. There's a silence to follow up, and it's going to be a pick-off on the backside of the fight. Double King's on top of B-God. The Solar Guardian as well. Scourge McDucky's completely isolated. They found the kill. He's dead for 100 seconds. Oh, man. It's 100 seconds. Don't buyback for Scourge McDuck. And Slardar and Dor just nowhere to be found for that team fight.
There's a high ground ward. They're just getting watched. And the Soul Bind from Grim linked onto the Pudge, and then the TA got caught. Where the Pudge went to go save the Pango, blinked in, got soul binded, linked to the TA, and then the TA can't get out. So really good fight from Bullish on Gaming. I mean, I think Bullish on Gaming are going to win this game now. I think the execution is only getting easier for them. The Magnus seems like he's figured out that he only has to RP the Pango. And if he RPs Pango, the fight's over. Because there's no team fight on YodiBrodi, right? Besides the Pango. So there's no... I mean, Slardar's not really a team fight. This guy has no BKB. He has the worst items I've ever seen, right? Like, he just has no way to enter the fight. I mean, yeah. Really unlucky. The Furion... I mean...
Cutting the wave, but Double King has a blink. Well, they have vision, though. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, it was close.
Okay, I mean, good wave cuts. I mean, maybe this block of
Onto
cheese will
player.
change things, though. The block of cheese is pretty clutch. I mean, Slaughter's...
Slaughter, he's getting chased down. Running into the base. That isn't the way you want to
Is
go.
this where he
Wrong
wants
base,
to
wrong
be?
team,
Like,
guys.
what is going
Oh,
on?
dodges the skewer. It's ring around the rosy.
Something
Cue
is
the
super abnormal about the
the
Slaughter.
Vinny
but...
Hill
Okay,
music.
he's out of there somehow.
I mean, he's
Okay,
playing
then.
Slaughter like he plays Sand King, right? Like this is his
I
play
guess so.
style.
Yeah, this is like truly something, but it's... I mean, okay. Dawnbreaker maybe in trouble. Just Satanic, though. Is he gonna die? I don't think so.
He's pretty tanky. No way to get through the sprout. There's a damage. Oh my god, the
Wow, so
corrosive
much
haze.
damage. Wow.
Jeez Louise.
Okay, Dawnbreaker needs an armor item. I'm gonna say it. You know, he needs an AC. The Satanic maybe should have been an AC. Uh-oh.
Oh no! The hook! The
chase,
dismember, but here comes a
buyback.
Solar Guardian. It's a buyback from the
RP though.
Dawnbreaker. And they get a huge RP onto 2! Can they find the damage to the Pango? He's trying to roll around. He's trying to find a way back into the fight. But is he going to be clicked down? No,
The
it's
Pango's
actually
alive, though.
Magnus. It's Pug that gets clicked down, and now Double King have forced to pop the ult. He has a BKB running, getting bashed a little bit. Now he's sprouted up. Oh, he's just getting kind of completely. The Dawnbreaker on top of the TA. It's Core's for trying to not get kited, but it's Scourge McDuck's gonna come out on top. There's the stun from the Slaughter onto Double King, caught in the sprout, clicked down by Scourge McDuck. It's an ultra kill for him as they lose 4 on Bullish
Okay.
on Gaming.
Bullish on Gaming have a problem because I think they can still win this game. The Magnus bought back, the Pango bought back, the Dawnbreaker bought back, and the Pudge bought back. So 4 buybacks. The Dawnbreaker die backed. That's a huge problem because they're gonna have to defend base 4v5. That said, if they defend base and they kill this Pudge and this Slaughter.
Slaughter, Skewer, trying to TP out. That, I mean, that isn't gonna work. There's an Inkswell.
Okay, well, Slaughter has fed the game back. That is really
Now
good
they
news.
find a silence under the Pango. He's gonna try to
Uh-oh.
click it down, but they have the
There's no
Skewer back.
buyback.
Then tier 4s. They're on the Pango. He has no buyback. He's gonna try to roll up, but the shard won't save him here.
All right. So just like that, YodiBrodi have thrown the game. It happened way before I thought. Actually, way faster.
Yeah,
than
it
I
was exactly
imagined.
what you said, right? They needed to find a kill onto the Pango with the 4 of them, and they did it plus more, right? They found Slaughter as well.
So now Double King's going straight for Roche. I mean, yeah, I think YodiBrodi have ruined this game. I don't see how they fight Roche. Roche will be free. This is a whole refresher. Now the Magnus has 2 RPs. Dawnbreaker might get 2 ults. They have cheese. They have a block of cheese on Furion though coming up. That's their saving grace, I guess.
AC as well. I mean, I
This
assume
guy
they're
is-
gonna give the block of cheese over to the TA.
Oh wait, how long until the Lotuses? My brain can't compute. They're not for a little while. They just spawned, right? At 41?
It's every 3 minutes.
Yeah. So okay, so it's gonna be. It was at 30, 39. So okay, so that means that we're almost
Yeah,
at a
so
Lotus.
it's about to happen.
I mean, he is 2 Lotuses from. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's 2 Lotuses from this block of cheese. Who does he give it to?
I mean, actually, Pango kind of rips, right? Just give this Pango a shield. Maybe he survives RP silence.
Yeah, I mean, it stops his blink from getting canceled. That's good news.
I mean, I'm just thinking who's dying, right?
I mean,
And
he's
it's just the
waiting for
Pango.
it. Man, he is horny for this block of cheese. Look at this guy on door. This is gonna be the fastest block of cheese maybe in Pro Dota ever. For sure. This is like the fastest ever I've ever seen.
He really went
Okay.
for it.
Block of cheese. Complete. 39-10. Who's he
Who's
giving
it
it to?
going to? I don't know. I don't even know if I
Florida? No
if I
way.
knew what this
No
item
way.
looked like in the inventory. Like, I don't know if I've ever seen this
Oh,
drawing
Scourge
of an
McDuck
item
with the
thing.
block of cheese. Going for the carry.
Wow.
Okay, then.
He's
I mean-
much harder to kill now. Refractions, 500 damage shield.
Yeah, I mean, the Aegis is still on Bullish, though. I will say Bullish
Yeah.
are in an amazing spot. They have Aegis, they have Refresher, and they have another cheese for themselves. Now they only need to wait another 23 minutes, or 22 minutes, or whatever, until the next block of cheese can be created. Walking over traps here, so they are in vision. YodiBrodi have full info. There's no gem on the... Oh, there is a gem. Why aren't they killing the traps? I don't know. Something weird. Going down there, I guess. Sloydar is doing some crazy gameplay with this Ninja Gear, too. He's going to one-shot the wave with the Ninja Gear? Oh, my God. Wow. Okay.
This guy, he plays his heroes the exact same.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Octarine
Just
now.
rats.
Yeah, he's gonna finish his Octarine here. Or not, I guess. Or he will. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have buyback now, though. It's a little spooky.
Yeah, that's okay. I don't think he was gonna play with buyback anyway. Okay. I mean, this is a tense game.
Yeah.
I don't know who. I really don't know who this favors. The block of cheese, but the age. I feel like Bullish on Gaming are still favored somehow.
I feel like I have no idea how much impact this block of cheese is actually going to have. Like, when do I ever see this item?
I feel like it's none. Like, I feel like if this guy gets gone on, he's freaking dead. Like, I don't think it'll do
regardless if
anything.
500 shield it or not.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just curious if Bullish on Gaming can close the map because it feels like YodiBrodi are still better at the map. You know, they're just playing the map better. They're dodging, but Bullish on Gaming, their fight is so strong, but they've had Aegis and they haven't found anything. It's been what? How long with this Aegis?
3
minutes, and they still have not found anybody.
Mag, maybe looking for someone. Smoke breaks onto the Pudge, but he blinks up. No,
Why
he blinks
would
down.
that way?
The ring around the Rosie and the TP out. Not gonna.
Are you kidding me,
Huh?
dude?
He gives it a raffle and all chat.
I mean, I'd be raffling there too. I mean, any pickoff will lead into high ground. This Pudge has no buyback. He's dead for a full minute.
Yeah.
They have no other way to defend high ground besides hook. I mean, that's the game. For sure, they should use RP on that Magnus.
I mean, I'm just surprised there wasn't just a net.
Like, it's pretty low percentage, right? I mean, what, like?
Yeah.
I guess no. I mean, he had 60% or like a little
20%.
lower than 60, like.
Yeah.
58% chance to ensnare there, so pretty high. Yeah, you're right. That's true. All right, Magnus on the hunt. He sees Slardar. Slardar is. Uh-oh, maybe caught. Will he blink in time?
Detection. There's the RP into the Solar Guardian. There's a lot of ults to find this kill, but they are gonna find it.
Nice. No
95
hesitation.
seconds. He does have buyback now. He farmed the gold.
I mean, what can they force off this? Nothing? Their
They
lanes
need
are
just
all in?
another pickoff, right? And they need to like have the fighter in a way that sort of can't connect.
Yeah, they need to get closer to the enemy
Oh, they get a
base.
scan onto B God. I mean, I feel like they just run bottom. Like, these are just 3 heroes here. 2 random heroes.
Double King's Aegis is expiring, and then the game will get a little harder. That said, it's really hard to burst him because their stuns are pretty lacking, and he also has the strong dispel. So yeah, best of luck ever bursting this guy. I don't know what you do to not. How do you even go on the troll though? Like the Furion is just gonna sprout him forever. Oh, because he has no quelling, but he's gonna get a quelling. And the Furion could have sprouted him forever. He had the Octarine and everything. That would have been a good way to do it.
And there's no 4 stops on the sports.
There really isn't somehow. Okay, yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's a really weird game. I don't know when. I don't know how it's gonna end. They gotta play for next Roche, I guess.
Both teams, right?
Yeah. That said, Mark is on the hunt again. B got smoke popped. He should know. He should know. He should blink out. But he's just chilling here, I guess.
Pango's walking up too.
Pango's
He's gonna
here
find
too.
too. This is really weird. Okay, now they find the go, but the blink away. It's a very awkward initiation. It's scuffed from both sides. Now they find the skewer, but Dismember coming out. Now they're gonna find the damage on a B God, Solar Guardian as well. Do they have the lockdown? As Scourge talks in the back.
TA blinked in.
4 staff away, but he's getting chased down. Nice rolling thunder.
RP.
There's the RP. Can they find the damage? Yes, they are. He's clicking in. Double King. He's doing it. No! Scourge McDuck turning. Finds damage in a mag, but it isn't going to be enough. Double King reigns supreme in the carry-to-carry matchup. And now they're just going to run it down. Whoa, a cute little pickup from Slardar. Oh, DNC. What is this player? He does this every time. Just going to Shadow Blade away, blink away. He's just too slippery. He's like a fish. He's literally a fish.
So, unlucky, but I feel like, again, they will get nothing off this kill because they just... I mean, the fight is so easy for them. You see it, right? There's just no way for them to go on the troll. And the troll can go on whoever he wants, and all YodiBrodi can do is run away from the troll. But, I mean, they're just ignoring the troll, and they're killing the back lane. I mean, yeah, the mid lane is dead again, and the Furion is cutting top wave, and the Furion's already started his second block of cheese. He's playing for the late game. He knows what he's doing, I guess.
So funny. I mean, if he loses, then he won't know.
Yeah, the mid wave is gone again, so there's literally 0 creeps. Okay, reset to neutral, I guess, and we go again.
Yeah.
I mean,
But like
Double
you
King
said,
is-
it's like to win the game, eventually YodiBrodi has to take a team fight, and you're saying it's just never gonna happen.
as long as they, I mean, it's gonna happen if the troll gets kited. I can really see a situation where this troll does not have a Battle Fury in his inventory, and the Furion realizes it. And when that happens, the game is over. I'm not kidding, right? Like something
Yeah.
really bad will happen to the troll. Like, because with this Octarine, like he's just not gonna get out of the Sprout. I don't see how he gets out. And the Furion will buy a sheep at some point. I mean, maybe he won't, but I mean, he should, right? Then you have he just won't get out of the Sprout if he doesn't keep this Battle Fury in his inventory.
I mean, there's
So-
ways to break it, like Celestial Hammer breaks it, Skewer
That's
breaks
true.
it.
But I mean, it
It's
has
like
to start
random
with. I mean,
things.
they have to go on the Dawnbreaker though, right? The Dawnbreaker is the best target for them. They have to kill Dawn. They have to either kill Dawn or kill Mag fast. Then they need to go on the supports while the troll is getting kited.
Requires them to get the jump, but
Yeah, so it's
Well, I
it's
think like
impossible.
you
It
said.
it sounds like it's impossible, but I mean, you never know, right? Like
right.
the TA might one-shot the Pugna, the TA might one-shot the Grim, the supports are dealt with immediately. The TA might buy Ags here, so they can just... I mean, the map will get really hard with the TA Ags, maybe just splitting all the waves with the Fury. You know, now you have a second Furion in the game. Furion will build like a carry at some point. You'll sell his Solar, sell his Ags, sell his Octarine, I guess, buy a Rapier maybe, and Sheep,
Yeah.
and
You just
Hurricane
consume the
Pike
legs.
or whatever. Yeah.
Smoke forward from the side
Pango.
of Bullish. Pango, they saw that swashbuckle. It would be a good first
Uh-oh.
target.
Uh-oh.
Who are they looking for? Oh, he doesn't find the skewer, and now
Oh,
they're gonna
no.
turn Scourge McDuck. He's fighting the damage into the Magnus as his
The
son.
RP
You
on
don't
the
know. He
TA.
can't find it. The RP on a Scourge McDuck. Can the damage come through? A nice roll up. Scourge McDuck. He's surrounded. He's dying, and now he is dead. They find the damage onto more. Pango caught in the roll up, and all Door can do is escape. As DNC, he's just at the other team's base, cutting waves.
So, I think the Pudge really needs a BKB. We see it in this fight. He can't save the TA because he's leashed and then he got silenced.
Yeah.
The silence is just... I mean, we saw it bot lane when this throw immediately started. It was on the hill ward by the Furion. The Pudge got linked to the TA and then they were both doomed. That happened again here. So, yeah, now Bullish on gaming. I mean, they're pushing. They're not going to stop. Mark is going to look for a jump for sure on Pango. And if he jumps Pango, the game's over.
They're just gonna be happy forcing the two buybacks. Force it, retreat. There's a Rosh on 50 seconds. Take control of it.
So, I mean... and
They're
yeah,
only gonna
okay,
have a minute for it top, but that should be plenty.
Yeah, and I like Double King's call here. He realizes he still needs Battle Fury. You can also replace your Battle Fury with a Harpoon. That's another way to maybe solve this issue, but...
There's like a
Okay.
harpoon out of the sprout.
yeah. Okay, Slaughter.
DNC.
Uh-oh.
Mags looking for him. Mark Silver just
Uh-oh, do
forward.
they
The
see the
smoke is
Pudge?
gonna pop. Do they have
Oh,
the...
they got him. They have a sheep.
He's probably
Oh, but
the
the
connect
smell.
and the damage. Magnus, the BKB is used, and now he skewers forward. Double King, disarmed for the moment, stunned up. Good. Now he's finding the right clicks. Bashed again from the Pango, getting kited around a little bit. Here comes the Solar Guardian on top of the Slardar's head. He's finally gonna fall. They get the stun
Now the
onto the
Pango's-
Pango as well. Okay, eaten by the Pudge. A nice save from him. As they're gonna get out. I think only you losing the Slardar there. But their base could be in jeopardy. We'll see.
He has buyback. The Furion has made the right read. He went to the bounty rune, so they do have buy, but they're going to Rosh.
Yeah.
Smart move. I think the game is in Bullish's hands. I still don't see how YodiBrodi fight. It's so hard with their draft. The Slardar has just some weird items. Like, he still has no BKB. How do you go on the supports with no BKB? I'm not really sure. Tough
And
game.
YodiBrodi, they're just getting jumped repeatedly, right? Like they're never
Yeah.
taking fights on their own terms.
Yeah, and the
It's
TA
always like
now,
weird blinking around a Magnus.
TA is gonna buy Rapier. I mean, it might be the right call, I guess.
That's pretty
He
nice.
needs MKB probably, but I guess he won't buy it. He really needs MKB so he can hit troll, but too late to. I mean, yeah, too late, I guess. Yeah, he's gonna go buy Rapier right now. He's selling his treads. Okay.
Once upon a time, Rapier gave True Strike, but
Level 30
Not
on
anymore.
troll. I mean, what a
he's
monster.
ripped. One lane of barracks down here. Bullish on gaming, feeling strong, feeling confident.
Okay, so now he just sold his Battle Fury. I think Furion needs to sprout him. That's all they need to do. The Furion needs to just sprout because they have no Force Staff, kill Dawnbreaker, kill Magnus, and sprout Troll. And maybe they'll win the game. I mean, it seems
Feels like the
super
positioning
unlikely.
so hard for Nature's Prophet to try to do that.
Yeah. I mean, this guy needs like he's got the Wind Waker. That's good. That'll help. Like something like that. Aether Lens, or, I mean,
Yeah.
they need a miracle. Pango. Okay. Could be a little nervous there. This DNC is playing really far up. He has no buyback. I don't know if this is where you should be playing, my friend.
He's scouting around, see if it... Oh, Magnus with the long wraparound. They do have vision there. There's the score back. Oh, the Scourge McDuck. This would be the game right here. Is the RP, the Soul Guardian. They have to try to keep him alive. They're going to turn the damage over onto the Pangolier. He will eventually fall. Now they're going to try to find damage back into the team. But Scourge McDuck, Slardar eventually falling. Scourge McDuck was able to survive.
They need a
but
fight.
they lose to buyback
to go
force
now.
from the
They have
Slardar.
to
Doors
fight.
back as well. Slithering Crush onto the Troll. There's the Sprout. There's Flex.
right.
There's the death. It's only the first life. Bullish on gaming. They have to find a
I
way
don't
to
know-
save their
I
carry.
don't know where he respawns. I'm gonna be honest. Okay,
Whoa,
they
he
didn't know where
respawns
he
way
respawned
back
either.
there.
Yeah, they don't know where he respawns either, so he gets away. Really lucky there. He was dead for sure.
That happened because of the hook, or?
Yeah, the hook. He died before the hook brought him there, so he stays at the original death location.
That is very, very fortunate.
Yep. So, okay. I mean, it
what
still
you
looks...
said happened. They killed the mag, and then they just kind of
Oh,
the
the
troll, and
Grimstroke.
now Grimstroke spotted on the wave, and Sardar, the Decrep, keeps him alive for a little bit. Is there a turnaround? They find Door in the back line. Pugna sprouted out. B-God looking for this member onto the troll, but he's silenced up. The Mindbreaker finds a silence, and now he's out of the dismember. Pudge dead, no buyback. There's no ping over this fight as mass buybacks come out from Bullish. They want to end this here and now, but
They have no
DNC is going to
ways.
try to... Yeah, exactly. He's cutting the ways. He's preventing the inevitability of Bullish on gaming marching down these lanes. But they have to find a way to protect their wave from DNC, from this Nature's Prophet.
Okay, so Slardar is killing the wave again. They will never have a wave.
I mean,
Uh-oh. but
someone go
Slardar
to the
show.
wave.
Slardar might show. Okay.
He's out. He's too slippery.
He needs to get out of there. Double King has no gems, so okay.
I mean, Ninja Gear, Shadow Blade, Blink Dagger. I mean, I feel like he needs an Arcane Blink. Just...
Yeah, I mean, Arcane Blink will help him get away, but okay, so YodiBrodi have a win condition. Magnus and Grim, no buybacks. They also have no buybacks on Pango and Slardar and Pudge and Furion, and they have a buyback on a TA with a Rapier. So
Yeah.
pretty much no buyback game on YodiBrodi. No more mistakes from them. Bullish on gaming. Magnus and Grim can't get caught out, or YodiBrodi will start forcing a fight. And I think when Magnus dies, the fight gets really hard, because you don't really have someone to stun. Like Dawnbreaker's not stunning. That you need this RP for the troll to hit. So, yeah, I think Bullish on gaming can just chill if they want and just farm still. I mean, the game is in their hands. I think play next Roche, I guess, but it feels pretty bad. I mean, obviously Double King is like, oh my god, he ran into DNC. Okay, well, DNC almost ruined the game there. 18% chance of death with no buy, so that could have been the win right there. 18%, baby. That was close. So, closer than you think.
DNC continuing to just be as a nuisance on the map. Playing so annoying. Has a Hex as well, so... I mean, it's kind of like his entire teamfight presence, right? Now it's like pressing Haze and pressing Hex.
Yeah, he really has this weird build. I don't know if I like it, but I mean, I guess, yeah, that is his build. I mean, it's just what a weird kit. Like,
He just wants to Slithering Crush waves. You know, that's all he wants to do.
I mean,
And not get caught.
This Ninja Gear Slithering Crush is crazy stupid. Like,
Yeah.
the
That
waves
is
just
crazy.
disappear in half. It's like PA blur, but like on crack. Like, you don't even see it. You see a puddle. Okay, that's a good jump. They should jump on.
Dawn.
They should jump.
Yeah, the blink. Oh, he goes forward.
Why did he-
Oh, and now he's
what?
hexed.
Okay.
Very
It's
strange,
RP
but a
though.
nice RP. Can they get on top of
Game
it? Is
over.
there the damage coming out? Beacon is melting. Melting. Scourge McDuck. Oh, no. Really also melt. He
Paul
will.
GG.
And now the hopes of YodiBrodi melt before their eyes as they can just march down mid. It's 3 dead, no buyback.
They have a wave.
It's a
game's
rapier onto Double
over.
King.
Yeah. Double King has had enough.
And now they can march down mid. They know that there's no buybacks available for YodiBrodi. They know the game is in their hands. They know we're going to a game number 3 here as he pops the refresher so he can have the BKB. No funny business happening here as there comes the glyph. Door is found, trying to cut a wave.
Man.
He's dead. So no more shenanigans here.
mean,
Scourge McDuck buys back, but for what?
TA is gonna hit this 1v5 up. I'm ready. Scourge McDuck, take the gem. Oh, he bought a Wraith Band. Okay. Here
And
we
they're
go.
gonna watch their throne fall as Mark position in front of it. Game,
Oh, they're going for
game
the
number
fountain.
2, it's going the way. They're going to the fountain. They're diving. B-God, he's dead. Scourge McDuck doesn't quite fall, but the throne does. As Bullish on Gaming take game number 2. It's happening, Sammy. It's happening. We're going to a game number 3.
God bless.
You know, we doubted for a second. We didn't think it would happen, but I mean, we were hypercritical of Bullish on Gaming at the early portion of this game. We were, you know, criticizing their support duo, criticizing the way they're moving across the map, but they got to this point. Like, was it just that they got items? What happened that transformed them?
They just have the Cassio troll. It's just the Cassio effect. Like, Double King troll just carried the game. I mean, I think Mark did not play exceptionally well. I think Double King just farmed, and he had the 18-pick troll, and it's the freest troll game of his life, and he just carried. Like, it was just a good carry performance from Double King, and I mean, I think YodiBrodi messed up some fights pretty badly. I think they threw pretty badly when the TA and the Pudge died bottom on the war.
Yeah.
The Pango died too or something. I think they threw the game. They had a block of cheese on TA at 39 minutes or something crazy. But I think it's just a nice carry from Double King. Cassio, troll, strikes again. So yeah, I mean, look at his stats: 1,000 GPM, 1,000 experience per minute. I mean, what a carry from Double King. So that's all I gotta say, I think, about this.
It's his most played hero for a reason. We're heading to game number 3. We're gonna have a short break. It's NADCL Season 5. It's the grand finals for weekend number 2. And stick around. It's gonna be exciting. Game number 3. YodiBrodi Nexus versus Bullish on Gaming. We'll see you then. Hello, NA Dota enjoyers. We have it at game number 3. It's the first of our bracket so far, and it's happening here in the grand finals. YodiBrodi Nexus versus Bullish on Gaming. My name's Wesley. I'm joined here by Sammy. And we're in game number 3. We've made it this far. We've seen the series so far. Is there a team that you're expecting to take this game number 3? Now we've seen success from both sides.
No, I think it's pretty even. I think, like I said, the drafts have definitely been favoring Bullish on Gaming, but the overall play, I would say, still favoring YodiBrodi. I think even in this last game, right, the execution for YodiBrodi is much more difficult to win that game.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, just looking at like terms of execution difficulty, I think it's a very even series. The drafts have been going, but that said, I think it's easier to fix the drafts than it is to fix play. So maybe I would even say YodiBrodi have a slight advantage. I think maybe they go into this game, they say, okay, enough messing around. We picked this Pudge, we picked this whatever, right? Now we're done messing around. We'll try to get some real heroes in there. Maybe pick CK. That would be great. That's my suggestion for them. Just pick it right away. Just 8 pick, you know, anywhere is fine, honestly. So, yeah, I think YodiBrodi, a little favored.
Yeah, they definitely bled, though. We saw kind of towards the tail end of that game, just random deaths happening bottom. We saw Slardar and Pango get picked off, and they're pushing high ground with no buybacks. So it seems like the early and mid game are really looking good for YodiBrodi Nexus, but they definitely bleed when it comes to the later portions of these games.
Yeah, maybe the goal is just to find out draft that scales, right? In the first game, they were the ones that were kind of scaling more. I think Bullish on Gaming had a chance to win around like the 30 to 35, maybe 40-minute mark in that game. But once it was like 40 plus minutes and the Zeus ults are going off and the Spectre's going off, it gets pretty difficult. So you're trying to, you know, it's hard to outscale, at least in game 1. So maybe in game 2, they had the better scale. So they're able to just play back, play chill. And they also have some securance, right? Because you have Magnus, who isn't inherently that scale. I mean, it does help the scale, but he's going to stop people from going to your base, you know? So if you're trying to scale and you have Magnus, it's going to be easier to get there because you're going to stop people from going to your base right away and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Well, we're going to see how it's going to all pan out in our draft. It's game number 3, and I'm expecting kind of similar bans. YodiBrodi, they seem to be banning this tree. They're targeting the lone druid for Bullish on Gaming's offlaner. And then for Bullish, I'm expecting Weaver ban again. Seemed like a very powerful door hero.
Yeah.
Door's tough to ban. He's looked good on the tree, looked good on the Nature's Prophet, looked good on the Chins and the Weavers.
Yeah, the Chens. Yeah, he played Enchantress, I think, too. I don't remember. Yeah, Chen Enchantress. And we see, I mean, already they said Door Furion was a problem, so they have banned the Furion.
Yeah, still have the Weaver.
Yeah, still the Weaver. I mean,
You'd probably prefer to play into the Weaver, though, right? It's a weaker laner, less global pressure.
I don't know if I would. I think Weaver's stronger than Furion. It's just because simply Weaver beats Furion. Actually, well, Furion's good versus Weaver with the Spout, but yeah. I feel like Weaver just beats Furion in the draft because you're actually flexing it, you know?
Right. They ban it out.
Yeah.
We don't have to worry about it anymore.
They ban the Bristle too.
We're still seeing a Wraith King. We're still seeing our CK. Still seeing a Muerta.
Primal Beast as well,
right.
And Spirit Breaker. Spirit Breaker seems like the odd one out. I think it got banned here. They banned the Magnus instead.
They have first pick. They can pick it right here.
Yeah, they could just take the Breaker. All right, there's your cow. 1 cow coming up. What's
they go back for the Grim?
I hope not.
It feels... Yeah, I don't know. By the way they're drafting, it feels like it's a...
DK? Okay.
Yeah.
Grimstroke, you are correct. Damn. Okay.
Like
but their drafts are still owning, so maybe they know what they're doing.
Seems like they have a 5-player hero pool problem.
YodiBrodi should ban CK. I mean, I would say CK because CK is the best hero in the game for Spirit Breaker. It destroys the lane, and you have the reality to farm the map, and you can hunt him on the lanes because you have Reality Rift and Stun, and like, I would say you should still ban CK, but I feel like I've spent every pick in the draft. I just keep talking about CK, and I'm going crazy. So I would really appreciate if one of these teams would just do something about it. Help me out a little bit.
We're going to see if it's even a thought that goes through their mind. As another thing that stands out to me against Spearbreaker would be something like a Shadow Demon. You get those purges coming out.
Yeah, definitely.
We talked about the Enchantress. You get that sort of aggressive purge as well.
Yeah, I like. But do they play it on the side of Bullish? They don't play it, right? I don't think.
I don't know about in. I mean, Frugos surely he plays.
No,
here.
dude, this guy plays Rubik. Like, this guy doesn't play Enchantress. No, not true.
I mean, Rubik's kind of good against Spearbreaker. You get a little lift off. You steal Bulldoze.
I'd be okay for Frugos Rubik in this game instead of Pugna. Maybe that's okay because Pugna's banned, right? So maybe you get some Rubik action in there with the Grimstroke. I could see that, but I don't think I see him playing Enchantress, and I don't think I see Door playing Enchantress here. It's okay because it's good versus Grimstroke. You purge the swell on the shard, so you stop them from healing. You do it right away, and it's good versus.
He does play Shadow Demon. He's played it kind of recently.
Frugos or Door?
Frugos, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see Shadow Demon too, but it's not great synergy with Grimstroke. It's kind of an awkward support duo. I'd rather have a support duo that has more natural synergy, that can play together, that can play with a core together.
I mean, the bubble kind of sets up for Inkswell, right? You like Inkswell, you bubble, you wait it out, and then you get.
Because you're not getting damage.
You're not getting damage.
Yeah. Well, Konka is much better than Shadow Demon. I think, like in terms of actually connecting with the Grim, right? Like this is a good way to actually. And you
access Spirit Breaker. Bulldoze doesn't do shit against that.
And funny enough, now with the Konka, I'd actually be more inclined to get Shadow Demon later because now you have a real connection for Shadow Demon, right? Like now I have a spell that plays off disruption, right? I'm gonna disrupt into Torrent, into Boat, so. I actually like the Shadow Demon way more now with the Konka picked. I kind of forgot about Konka because the bans are kind of thrown away. Like they're banning Troll, they're banning Zeus. Like these are like nothing heroes really in competitive. So I think the Konka is definitely another power hero that made it through. This hero has 55, 56% win rate, so just broken.
Yeah, and YodiBrodi bans the Dazzle, so it's like, what are you even supposed to lane against this Konka hero now? In the
Necrophos maybe is their next one, but it could just be off lane, right? You have to wait to see because you pick Necro, you get countered by Lina, something like that, and then you feel pretty bad. That said, the Clinks for B-God. This is a classic B-God hero. He's going to try to kill this Grimstroke a million times. I'm pretty sure we played Grimstroke versus them, and he played Clinks, and he killed my +5 like a million times. That said, my +5, I don't think ever had played +5 before, but I do remember that happening. So, and I feel like they literally played Clink Sand King. So, good memories for me. I think I won the game though. So, that's. Did I win? I'll find out. But, yeah, classic duo for them. Pretty good.
Draft is going fast. This must be a mid Spirit Breaker or a 5 Spirit Breaker.
No, it can be in anything Spirit Breaker at this point, I imagine, but probably mid.
Yeah, I'm thinking mid as well. I like playing 5 Spirit Breaker. I still build Midas, but that's because I like griefing my games.
I see. So
I feel like Spirit Breaker is still pretty good against Lifestealer. It's a strong lane for it though, right? And this SK Clinks.
Yeah. Turns out I played versus Clinks Slardar and got completely slaughtered by these guys. So watch out for Clinks Sand King, I guess. They got the Willow. Willow's pretty good. I like Willow. I mean, Willow's amazing. Willow is, not to flame your Shadow Demon pick, but almost as good like as Shadow Demon. Maybe even better because it's another good way to stop the Spirit Breaker charge that you're talking about, right? You don't cancel the Bulldoze, but you do stop the charge better than Shadow Demon maybe. And it's great versus Sand King too because when he burrows, you're protecting people. It's good versus Clinks because if this guy's on 500 move speed, I mean, you better run that maze. I mean, it's not that easy to stop yourself. Yeah. So pretty good Willow pick. I mean, again, the Bullish on Gaming draft is just so good and like well-rounded. They have everything they want. They do the same thing every game. They pick 2 ranged subs and they pick 3 broken melee cores and they just go in front. Like just an amazing draft from Bullish. Very well-rounded. I think the Nakes is definitely exposed. I don't know if I'd take the Nakes on that slot. I'd maybe pick a safer carry. You could choose Luna. You could choose Wraith King. Wraith King was definitely safer there because you're flexing all the way to the end, right? You take Wraith King, you can bring the Wraith King to 3 and the Konka to mid and pick a new carry, or you can bring Wraith King to carry, Konka to off, pick a new mid, bring Wraith King to carry, Konka to mid, pick a new off. So you can basically pick a 1, 2, or 3 on your last slot if you pick the Wraith King with the Konka there. So I don't really like the Nakes. I think that's kind of a weakness in the draft, but I mean,
there's no one for him to like play with. There's no one for Bedlam to play with as well. Like for the last pick, they need something to just like go in and like have an Infest Bomb, have a Bedlam target.
That's where again, like I don't really understand why they don't want CK there. I feel like CK was very obvious on the Nakes pick. I mean, again, what was that? I said
Shoot, I said another hero instead of Nakes,
Wraith
but
King.
yeah, Wraith King. Yeah, Wraith King and CK were both way better there because again, they're flexing 2 roles. CK also
Right.
flexing off lane. Like, I think it's just better if they're here in the draft. But
We see a Spectre pick. Isn't
Spectre.
Lifesteal like an okay carry to carry matchup in a Spectre?
No, I don't think it's that good. It used to be
Okay.
better, but
Yeah.
it used to be better but Spectre used to be a really slow hero, whereas Spectre is like literally the opposite now, where he's actually a very fast hero. He's playing really high tempo. He's haunting. He's making plays, and Nakes doesn't want to be haunted on. He doesn't want to get kicked out of his lane. But that said, the Sand King may not kick him out of his lane. Like he's laning Sand King Clinks. The Clinks might.
I mean, it's
Clinks
not
is
gonna be
gonna-
sinking, right? It's gonna be like Clink, Spearbreaker, Spectre, like all collapsing on a safe lane at once.
Yeah, I mean, and Clinks is gonna rush Orchid in this game and then try to threaten the Nakes and the supports probably too. So
It's the only way you have kill threat
know,
on Willow, right?
yeah,
'Cause-
but the thing with the Clinks though, right, is they have a lot of kill potential now because the Clinks plus Spirit Breaker's a kill, the Clinks plus just the Spectre's a kill with just Orchid, right, on Nakes. So the Nakes is just under some threat this game. He needs to get to Mantha or, I mean, BKB probably. He just buys BKB, I guess. in this
Yeah,
type of
I like
game,
an
but
Earth Spirit for YodiBrodi. I don't know if.
I don't know if he
Uh,
plays it.
don't know
Where
if
would
he
the
plays it
Spirit
either.
Breaker go though? +5? It's kind of trashy, right? Like
You're right. You're right.
kind of trashy because you're
I'm just
playing
thinking of
into
something
like
with like a silence.
double melee into like Kunkka Willow could be a really bad lane. Like you might have some real problems there. And
Yeah.
I think you don't want to expose yourself to that. You know, just send the Spirit Breaker mid. He's counterpicked by Kunkka. That's fine. Like he'll still farm. And then you just pick some nasty +5 that wins their lane. This is where the Enchantress or the Chen.
Right.
The Chen is not a great hero this game, but I could see the Enchantress for sure. Secure the Spectre lane, have some more tempo. Like, you don't really need that much team fight because you're not going to fight into Torrent Storm. You're just going to pick them off. I could see the Enchantress. I could see maybe not Enchant if they ban Monkey and Necro. They want something better. What else does he play? Phoenix. Oh, wow. Okay. Because Phoenix was banned in the other game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was first banned because we thought that's why we got talking about the CK. We're like, oh, they banned Phoenix, they're gonna pick CK. But now they take the Phoenix, and that's a lane secure. That'll help deep pressure the safe lane. It's
Right.
a great team fighter. That's huge team fight. Now all of a sudden YodiBrodi have the way better team fight. Like Phoenix is actually considered a counter to Kunkka because the Sunray kills him, and the Torrent Storm you just press egg. Like that's simple. And then you Sunray your team because you can Sunray during egg, so the Torrent Storm won't cancel your Sunray, and you just boom, you heal your team like 30% of their HP or something crazy, 40%, whatever it is. It's like 40, yeah, the spell amp and all this stuff. So, and now we see the Mark last pick Void Spirit. This is a classic Mark hero. I kind of despise it.
Yeah, I
But,
kind of don't like it either. I'm not really sure. Like, I mean, it's an infest bomb. Goes in like it's a bedlam thing.
It is a infest bomb and it plays with Bedlam. That's true. And it plays with
But
Grimstroke. So
it feels very hard to
maybe.
burst like these heroes. Like, don't you just like kind of want to like use all your spells?
I mean,
and
yeah, but you
someone
have two.
dies?
You have two supports that enable it, right? Like you need to really play with your supports because you have Swell and you have
Yeah.
Willow ult. That's like 2k magic damage on some dude, or more. Like 2.5 with everybody. Like because I'm considering the Void Spirit, right? If you're bursting with Void plus Willow plus Grim, like that's like 2.5 3k magic at like 15 minutes. So I
And
think
once he
killing.
gets the silence on his pulse, like that's super good against Phoenix at least.
Yeah, it is a really good way to clean Phoenix. Aeon, I don't need Yule.
Yeah.
Even with the Yule, you'll get Aethered on. Yule's is not very good versus Grim or Void Spirit because you get Aethered after the Yule.
Right.
But either way, I think the Grim it's better than I originally thought when they first picked it. I just hate that it's a weak laner into Spirit Breaker. You know, you see Spirit Breaker on 8 pick, and then you pick 24 Void Spirit. It seems like a weak response in the draft, but I think it is a good Void Spirit game for them actually with the supports. And if he can play with them, he's master tier. He knows what he's doing. I don't play Void Spirit that much, so I'm gonna trust him. I think the Bullish and Gaming draft is still a little bit better, but I think YodiBrodi have way easier heroes than last game, so I'm expecting them to come out with.
We're gonna see how it goes. This is game number 3 of the grand finals. YodiBrodi Nexus versus Bullish on Gaming. It's our first game number 3, and hopefully it's gonna be an exciting one. It definitely looks like both teams have pretty outstanding team fight. I'm expecting a lot of sort of 5-on-5. You know, everyone cast their spells and see who comes out on top.
Yeah, I think actually YodiBrodi have better team fight now, and Bullish
Yeah.
on Gaming need to play the pick game until Kunkka's ready and Nakes has Radiance +1, probably Radiance Manta. He's going
It feels like
Midas too,
YodiBrodi's like better at both. It feels like they have better team fight and better pickoff.
yeah, it does feel that way. I think the reason that the Bullish draft looks good is that the Nakes is like unkillable, right? Like at some point. Like it's not so obvious to me how YodiBrodi end. I guess the Clanks will just scale and then they'll end off the Clanks. So maybe it is. Maybe YodiBrodi's draft is just better. But I can see a world where Nakes just gets huge and then just wins. Like they just 5-man and then they just win because the team fight doesn't work versus Nakes. Like Nakes can just rage and kill Egg. Like what do you have to stop the Nakes? Like rage and killing Egg.
Right.
Like, Spirit Breaker Ags maybe, but then he's going Ags, not Octarine. So, you know.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing a Halberd come out for the Phoenix maybe.
Yeah, but still he's raging, right? So.
Right.
I just think that at some point the Bullish on Gaming draft will have a timing to win, maybe around 25-30 minutes with Torrent Storm and Radiance and Manta on Nakes. And if they don't hit that timing, then yeah, I think they'll get outscaled eventually by YodiBrodi. But I think also YodiBrodi also have a better early game. I think their mid game's a lot simpler. I think they can hunt them on the map easier. I think the Grimstroke and the Willow have to be paired to Void Spirit a lot. It's pretty hard for them to make plays because it's really obvious because they're always going to be missing. Like if Void Spirit's off the map and the subs are off the map, then okay, something bad's happening to me. If they're not, then probably I'm fine. Like,
yeah, we saw in both games like how difficult of a time Bullish on Gaming had, like making their supports play on a core in an impactful way. It seems like that's been the sort of weakness in their lineup, and now their lineup is like ultra dependent on their supports playing very well around their mid laner.
That said, I said Spirit Breaker was a good laner versus Void Spirit. Mark is proving me wrong immediately. Looks like he's doing very well in the mid lane. That said, there is some cleanup CS for Spirit Breaker, but then one more than I've. So 6-3 compared to the 3-1 on Spirit Breaker. Very good couple waves for Void Spirit here on the beginning, especially in a matchup that, I mean, yeah, this is your 24 pick, so you better expect something out of this.
I kind of like hate Spirit Breaker as a mid laner. I feel like he's so much better as a side laner.
I feel like he's bad at every lane. Oh, wow, the bash.
I mean, this is what happens, right? Is like you have to have the opportunity to just click them and pray that bashes go off. And then you get like a couple bashes and you feel really good.
But if all you're doing lane too, like,
well, I'm just saying like in the mid lane, you have to like, you know, do all your creep shenanigans things, and the amount of time that you're like hitting and trying to get bashes off is way reduced.
Yeah, like less time to walk them down the lane.
Right, exactly.
I don't know. We'll see though. The Spirit Breaker did get his bottle early. The Void Spirit finally getting his bottle right now. They're doing very well on Void Spirit. He has lane pressure too.
Charge forward.
And
another bash. Yeah, feels good. I mean, that's the other thing about Spirit Breaker is that he's just eventually going to farm his Midas, and he's going to queue every wave on the map, and like his laning stage kind of doesn't matter. He's just going to farm no matter what.
The whiff remnant there, unlucky. So no rune secure for Mark. I think Spirit Breaker will collect all this wave and feel pretty good. I think Mark has lost his pressure. I think he had a little pressure going, but Spirit Breaker's doing pretty good now. Gonna be just farming, so just fine for Spirit Breaker. Gonna get away with this matchup, I think. You know, once you lose pressure in a lane like this, it gets harder. So yeah, now the Spirit Breaker charges in, kills the range, like gonna push the wave entirely, and all of a sudden, right, the CS is basically evened up there.
Yeah.
The Void Spirit had a double wave and went for the rune. I think that's a huge mistake on the Void Spirit's part, and now he's getting mega punished for it, basically, because he pushed the double wave in, and then now he's getting double waved, and he's getting double waved on the odd minute mark, so he gets pressured. He can't go for the rune, right? So, but yeah, everything does seem to be evening out in the mid lane. Side lane's also pretty even so far, right? 14-4, 16-2, 15-5 compared to the 10-1. Spectre again under some pressure here.
Yeah, they're doing decent damage to the Willow though. I feel like Willow's a little spooked to show up and wave, and I kind of expected Lifestealer, like Double King, to be doing better, but is it just that Sand King can just like dodge wave by pulling?
No, it's the Clanks being way better than the Grim, and Grim is feeding first blood here, so
here Inkswell gonna try to keep him alive, finding damage for the Sandstorm, not able to have vision.
Now Double King under trouble too, and yeah, this is the B-God effect. This is basically what happened to me from what I remember. My Grimstroke died, and then I got dove. So yeah, bad news.
The Burrow Strike, the damage coming in from the Clanks. He's manning up, and he'll get the kill before he dies, but die he does, and B-God feeling ultra fat. Grim's gonna TP into this lane, see if he can get a return kill with the blood grenade. Ink swelling forward. Can he find the
I
damage?
think he shouldn't
He's
have swelled.
trying to get there. Oh no,
Yeah.
it doesn't happen. Got a couple right clicks.
Oh, but
Had
the
a
cut,
fairy
though.
fire to work with.
He needs another cut. Oh, he's
He's into the wave?
No,
Oh,
he's dead.
he's just gonna
Oh,
turn
no,
with the
my
burst like the
bad.
sandstorm. The damage is coming
TP.
back into the Grimstroke.
Uh-oh.
And maybe a cleanup from Devil King. Yeah, it's gonna happen. But Grim just kind of feeding 2 kills back to back there.
I mean, that was really good for Double King, actually. He got solo experience on a level 4 guy, so pretty good.
And now he just gets a bully Sand King out of the lane, right? Like, this is why you pick this hero into Sand King. It's because you just click him repeatedly.
Yeah, Vanguard isn't going to do anything to Naix. That is for sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have a level 2 Feast, just level 1. Okay, so Graham is walking a lane. That takes 30 seconds, so basically a buyback, yeah. And Naix, just chilling. I'm surprised B-God came here. I feel like this was an obvious move for B-God to just TP top and pressure Conka, take half his HP, then get bot, but B-God's still going to be looking for some play on Grimstroke. Oh, no, okay, nice ward from Grim. He's going to scout the Klink's ward, so he knows where it is now. Yep, so Klink's ward is completely scouted. Very good for Radiant here.
Yeah,
Grim
Double
is
King's
now-
just chilling under tower.
Grim is now walking into it, though. This does
Oh,
not seem like the
man.
right move at all.
Inks was himself, but the Burst Strike's gonna hold him in place, and the damage coming out from the Clinks as well as the Sandstorm. It's gonna be another chase down on this Grim as he's
Yeah,
died now a
that's-
third time in this bottom lane.
You would think he sees it coming, right? Because he sees the Sand King, like, closing him on the ward. He saw the Klinks walk there, but yeah, just... I mean, yeah, the story of these games,
Willow.
really. And now the...
Oh, the jump onto the Phoenix. Can they turn it around? The dive away, barely keeping it alive. The Shadow Realm damage isn't enough, and the ult from the Spirit Breaker brings down the Dark Willow.
Wow, and the Phoenix getting away with murder there.
Yeah.
And now, uh-oh, Graham is maybe in trouble? No. Okay, he's gonna get away.
Yeah, Clinks needs like a +1 to hold him down, right?
Okay, so this is where, though, the Sand King effect has started, okay? So this guy is free farming on Sand King. by the
Oh,
way.
yeah, look at this.
And not only is he free farming, he's farming camps too, so he is huge.
Cool.
I mean, huge.
That
The
caustic
Naix-
finale.
I mean, look at his net worth. He is ahead of the Naix by far. It is not close. So,
Yeah.
not only is he ahead of the Naix, the Clanks is jungling level 5. The Grimstroke is a measly level 3.5. The Willow is barely level 3. I mean, this is bad. Again, I mean, it just keeps happening, but this is bad. The supports on Radiant. Oh, okay, good news. They're walking on B-God.
That's a good jump. Get the pullback. Inkswell going to land as well. And they're going to find the pick off.
But
Very nicely done.
it's not a great kill because, again, this is not a very high net worth Clinks. You really want to kill the Sand King. It's really important you kill Sand King. He has 4k net worth. He's about to have 4.5k net worth. So you really need to kill him. It's really important. Otherwise, something really bad will happen to the game because this guy's huge. Spectre is farming. He seems chill. I mean, maybe it won't be so bad, but I just have a really bad feeling for the supports here. Mark, nice. Good move on mid. Pressure
The
starting.
sounds as well. Inkswell lands onto the Spirit Breaker, but the damage, they're running out of it. They're going to ult back into the Void Spirit. The Sunray coming through. Brambles, nice job. He actually zips
went
back in with
in.
the bash back into the tower. Oh, unlucky there from Mark as he loses his life trading it for the Spirit Breaker in the mid lane.
I mean, he was dead anyway. He has no W. How's he going to
Yeah.
get out? He has no mana, no W. I feel like that's a really crazy play from Mark when he could
Well,
just
he had
get
a
out for
zip. He
free.
zipped back in to find the damage on the Spirit Breaker.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. He zips in. Where's he going after that? Like, he's still
Yeah,
slowed
yeah.
by Clinks. He's still slowed by, like, Phoenix Dive. I mean, I don't think that's worth it. Dies before the Spirit Breaker. So now Spirit Breaker, yeah, gets a free reset from base. Sand King is, I mean, really high net worth. Mark
He's
is
so
keeping bottom.
farmed.
They are going to go for the get Sand King. This is the right move. But B-God is on the way. I'm really worried because B-God's coming to close the Grim.
Oh, he moves
I don't
back
know if they
into
have the
it.
damage for this. Oh, he
He's just
TP'd.
going for the TP out, yeah.
Okay. Easy.
That's
Oh,
what I
they
was
see the Clinks,
thinking.
though. They see him. The Clinks doesn't know. Oh, but mid.
He's
Ross.
poking under a sentry. In the mid lane,
he's
though, they're
at-
just diving Willow under the tier 2 tower. There's a nice boat onto the Spectre. Spectre walks away in a sliver of HP. She isn't dying, actually.
Oh, no, the
just gonna
Willow
TP
died.
away. Can they move in? Oh my god. The Resident Pulse from the Void
Spectre.
Spirit barely clips the Spectre. So a huge kill. It comes at a cost of both their supports, but they're gonna try to find more. Can the Torrent land on the Spirit Breaker? Nope. Sure can't.
Okay, so game is kind of stabilizing. The Naix is growing. The
It's so
Spectre,
weird.
Spectre dead. Big misplay from Spectre there. I don't think he should give up free farm top. He should just stay. But he tried to go back. He got X, so see some
Yeah.
Kunkka Spectre interaction there. Now, I mean, gotta see what he does with this Blink. So we have Blink on Sand King. He needs a big play with this Epi. Clinks is also almost level 7 on Clinks. Whoa. I'm still a bit worried, to be honest, about the Clinks and the Sand King.
A little blue scary
This is-
symbol on top of the Willow, and she uses Shadow Realm. I mean, they see the Clings, but I don't think it's
Sand
gonna
King has
matter.
no spells.
Oh yeah, Sand King caught out on the sideline, chased down by the Void Spirit as well as Nakes. They do lose the Willow though in the mid lane.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great trade, though, for
Right.
Bullish on Gaming. I mean, Bullish on Gaming, I mean, they're making moves, man. I've been kind of being a doubter of them, but they are making some moves. I'm pretty impressed with Mark playing with the supports. He's doing a really good job making sure they stay together. Double King, free farming, still not getting distracted. Kunkka playing pretty well, has a great play on the Spectre there. So I think Bullish all of a sudden maybe coming out almost favored from the first 10 minutes. I would say, like, very 50-50 game right now. I have no idea who's going to win. I mean, the net worth is even, but the Clinks getting to this Orchid is what I'm really worried about. I think if Clinks gets to this early Orchid, this game might snowball in YodiBrodi's favor. But I think if you slow down this Clinks and you keep him down there, then this game is going to be free for Bullish on Gaming.
He's going for the Solar Crest first, so it's not gonna happen that fast.
I mean, this is still pretty normal, right? He needs some stats, he needs some regen, he wants the move speed. So I think Solar into the Orchid will be his build, and when he gets this Orchid, that's when I'm getting worried. But before this Orchid, maybe Bullish on Gaming can take advantage of it and really push the tempo. I mean, now they have this move top, the smoke, and I like it. They brought the mid this time. So the first time they did this on the Sand King, they didn't have enough damage, but now they have the Void Spirit, they have the Grim. Maybe they even need the Willow, but the Willow is level 4 at 11 minutes, so not gonna come. So
There's
now,
the
okay, they
sentry.
got the boat. Oh, they missed the. They're still gonna try.
All right, Inkswell into the Remnant, boat as well. A whole bunch of spells land on the
Very
Sand
free.
King, and they pick him off. Yeah,
Yeah, nice rotation. Now they're gonna open top tower. Their mid tower though is under siege. Probably
I know
dead.
Spirit Breaker is just owning it. Yeah, it's dead for sure.
And I guess I haven't talked about Spirit Breaker because if Spirit Breaker gets huge, maybe the game's just over. That's also a possibility. Like there's these kind of X Factor heroes on YodiBrodi, I feel like, where Clinks and Spirit Breaker, if these heroes get big enough, this game might just be really difficult for Bullish. But if Bullish can just play a very mannered game, they play very respectful, they play together, they play group, they don't take any stupid engagements, they don't feed their supports, then I think they can win. Like they have a really strong timing with this Nakes and this Kunkka. They are huge in this game.
With the Snakes, he goes both Midas and Radiance. I think that's like.
I mean, and he's gonna
weird...
go armlet. I mean, I wish he would just go armlet.
Oh,
Like,
here's a
armlet.
Burrow Strike Epicenter. Good thing I was looking at him because he's getting gone on. There pops a Rage, gonna try to run through the tree line. He wants to find an Infest and a Creep, but the Spirit Breaker, the
Oh,
charge
no.
goes through nonetheless. Can they kill the Creep? Okay, pops himself, and now, oh, Markin with a DD. Just absolutely bursts the Spirit Breaker, and now I mean, Kunkka attempts to click the egg, and it's gonna pop.
Oh, they got the X.
Yeah, should be a very dead Phoenix, as even the Cleave pulled back into the Torrent. Remnants there as well
Nice.
for good measure. Very good response there
YodiBrodi.
from Bullish on Gaming.
Some pretty big mistakes there. I mean, they just have no follow-up. Like, the Sand King stun is level 2, so he just raged as soon as he got out of the stun, and there's no follow-up. They need the Spirit Breaker there connected to the play. If the Spirit Breaker has charge on the Sand King stun, you know, maybe there's something real there. But, yeah, just kind of a big overextension by YodiBrodi, and now it's getting harder. Like I said, I think Nakes is growing huge. Look at his net worth, 7.3k now, clearing anybody. And this Clinks' net worth is not very high. I'm pretty sure this is about when he completed his Orchid in my game. So, really not the same type of game. I'm really getting worried now for YodiBrodi. This bot tower, they're making another play. They do have a good jump on the Kunkka. We'll see what happens here. The Grimstroke's nearby. Grimstroke just gating out, though.
He does not want to be any part of that. He shadow steps as he goes
but
to the
look
Twin
at
Gate,
this
going for the
reality, the
TP.
illusion.
Oh, he made it. It's
Wow.
clear.
Okay.
Spirit Breaker is charging into the jungle.
Nakes is top now. This is where if Nakes had Armlet, he would hold bot forever. But because he has Midas, he's forced out. Just an interesting interaction there. That's personally why I don't want... It's the Wraith King thing. Same thing on Wraith King. If Wraith King has Armlet, he'll hold bot forever. If Wraith King has Midas, he'll get kicked out. So just about the Midas purchase here. I'd be curious if he really does go Radiance into Armlet. That seems like counterintuitive, but we'll find out, I guess.
I mean, do you think it's better to like swap lanes? Like, you feel like he's okay getting kicked out because he can just take top and Kunkka can farm bot
I think it's
forever, or
okay,
is
but
it the same thing?
I think it's okay. I mean, it's not a huge deal. Kunkka just isn't like. Maybe it's because they want to stop Sand King from cutting. Maybe that's good. Yeah, Kunkka stops Sand King from cutting. He goes bot. I mean, that sounds good to me. Yeah,
Well, there
seems
you go.
good. Yeah, I mean, good move. BGod though, I mean, they're looking at the Nakes. Here we go. But yeah, here's the opposite effect. The Nakes is under more pressure here, right?
Yeah. There's a stun into all the
And not
damage in
even
the
close.
world.
Yeah, so okay. You know, you get some, you give some, right? I mean, that's the
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt. The Kunkka pressuring bot side, but then who's protecting the Nakes, right? So, yeah, good clean kill. And now, BGod starting to scale. Okay, so 4K net worth on Clinks. He's growing for sure. And all of a sudden, the gold lead has stabilized, kind of 2K down to basically 500 in less than a minute. So
I feel like once again I'm just like kind of question marking what the Grim is doing on the map. Like he's in the bottom corner here, stacking.
yeah, I mean, I have a lot of questions about the sup gameplay from Bullish on Gaming, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, that's the story of this whole tournament, in my opinion. YodiBrodi just have really good supports, and they play a fast map, and then they start hunting you on the map, and then the game gets really hard. And we might see it this game too. That's just how I feel. It's likely. I think Bullish have a good shot though, because the Nakes is huge, and they got some things going for them. Like, it's a very even game. This seems to be just a very even series in general, so.
Another setup on a Nakes maybe as Clinks edges forward.
He should know on Double King this time, right? Like something. Okay, he doesn't know.
No. There's the epicenter wound up. All the spells land onto the Nakes. He gets the rage off this time, but it doesn't stop him from falling. Maybe they're gonna look for a counter kill here as they're seeing spell forward onto DNC. The remnants off the mark.
Oh no. Okay,
gets the X back into the boat, but they used a lot for that kill, so trying to find more is gonna be difficult.
The Grimstroke
X up in one, they're going back. Grimstroke's us up a bit too far. Now they can find the punish. Void Spirit moving forward onto BGod, but the stun keeps him away from his bony friend. And now Sunray doing so much work. Spectre trying to find the damage on a Void Spirit, able to get the jump away, turns targets back onto the Kunkka as he's bashed up by our Space Cow and bashed out of existence.
All right, so overall, I would say really good for YodiBrodi. Spectre, big winner in that fight. They killed Kunkka, Void Spirit, Grimstroke. Oh wait, no, they killed the Nakes, not the Void Spirit. Excuse me, Nakes, Grim, Kunkka for Clinks and Sand King. So, yeah, I mean another really pretty even trade though, all things considered. Kunkka, pretty big winner from that fight. He killed the Sand King, got some gold from that. He's really close to his heart. I don't know how much I like the heart. I prefer the Ags Rush over the heart into heart, but he's almost got a heart. That's a big item for him. He'll almost have shard. Kunkka has a lot of room to grow in this game. I think his items are really bad. Like, imagine if he just had Ags in that fight. He had the heart recipe and the Reaver. I feel like that fight would be completely different. So I feel like the Kunkka, again, similar to game one, maybe making some pretty massive errors in his itemization, and it's pretty costly when you take this team fight like that with just a Reaver. You know, if he had the heart, it would be a different story. But again, just like he could have 4K gold, he had an Ags. Like, why not have the Ags there? Win that team fight, especially if you really want to take that team fight. You're baiting the Nakes like that, so kind of sucks. I think YodiBrodi maybe gonna kill him again too if he shows top like this. I'm worried about the Kunkka. The supports are not nearby, but they're choosing better of it. Okay, so Spirit Breaker playing very respectful. He's almost got Octarine, so he wants to wait.
Yeah, huge item timing for him.
And Kling says, queued up his Orchid. It has begun.
There's a charge onto the Kunkka. A lot of heroes there, and the Blade Mail not going to keep him alive.
What is the Kunkka doing there? Really exposed. I feel like the Kunkka has made one play like that in every game, where he just walks up to a tier 2 and dies.
Yeah, the middle one with the mag game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, that was Mark in that game.
No, it happened in game 1. He was playing...
Primal.
Yeah, Primal. Yeah, Primal. He just walked up to the tower, started hitting, and died. I feel like really weird death, and he's so close to his heart. I mean, now it's the Sand King, though, makes the exact same mistake.
I know.
So, both off lanes in these teams are just really pushing the limit of their heroes.
Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, maybe that's why this series is so balanced. I mean, for real. It's hard to close these games when people just keep dying. Kunkka TPing bot now. He's had enough at top. He says, I want my heart, guys. But he's in trouble.
They have his number, it seems like. I mean, it's very hard to play side lanes, right?
He's about to get
It's a
charged.
Spectre, Spirit Breaker,
Uh-oh.
Clinks lineup.
Uh-oh. Okay, they're letting him live. Wow.
Alright,
Okay.
they didn't press Q on him.
I thought for sure he's getting charged there into death, but okay, they're gonna see the Clinks moving, but I mean, he's in trouble, dude. Uh-oh, but they're
I
scared.
mean, they're just worried about mass rotations, right?
No, he's in trouble, man. Oh boy. Okay, the Clinks doesn't see him though.
Surely soon.
Now they see the Clinks, so now something weird is gonna go down. Because the Dark Willow is setting up, so maybe they're gonna bait him. Now, if they can bait the Kunkka like this and kill this Clinks, it'd be really good. Their lanes
I
are
was
good
thinking
too.
they were pausing the game because Spear Breaker's Q button was broken, but
Oh yeah, I was thinking that too for a little bit. But I mean, they don't have all the info, right? Like they don't.
yeah.
They had some info. I think they have enough to just take the jump and just poke. But it's a nerve-wracking game. It's a pretty tense situation, right? Game 3, money's on the line. I mean, how much? Like $100 for a person, like $500 in total on the line. It's not that much, but I mean, for some of these people, that's like, you know, that's a nice weekend. Like, you know, you go out on the weekend, get some beers, like whatever, right? Like that's a decent chunk of change. So, tense situation for sure. No one wants to lose too. Like no one likes losing. People like winning. So just tense situation, I'm sure.
It's a lot of months of Dota Plus subscriptions. $100.
That's true. I mean, no, I mean like for real, right? Like it's nice money in your pocket. Like nothing wrong with $100 in your pocket. Like on top of like whatever else. So
yeah.
Yep. Boat on Clinks. And they're leaving him for dead. Yeah. It's also affected the pause, right? Because the pause happened, they get to talk about the setup on the Clinks, so it just happens very clean. So
Right.
It's not very reactionary. That's like Grimstroke is dead, I think. Oh no, charges on the wave.
He was charging the wave, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say if he was charged, I think he's dead there, but Gripbreaker does tons of damage, and he'll get 2 charges off with the Octarine. That said, he's walking in Spirit Breaker? He should know, he sees them portaling. Who does he think that is?
Yule's up into the air, didn't land the Curse Crown combo, doesn't get the silence off. Oh, but he's turning with the illusion?
Why did he do that?
I don't know, but the Inkspell's gonna land, Remnant as well, and they're gonna find the pickoff.
Was that? Oh, I think that was accidental.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, a huge...
like, I think the rune expired. Oh, but the Sand is just standing there. Okay.
They gotta pick off onto the Nakes, so... A huge counter kill makes it feel less bad. And just gonna burrow strike, get out, has Blink in 1.
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah.
Okay. So even trade, I would say. I mean, the Nakes dying is actually a bigger deal than the Spirit Breaker, but they're very equal net worth. So very equal trade, I would say. Now, I mean, Clinks again, he's going to get set up on. He's on this Ob Sentry. I think one thing I'm impressed by the Radiant supports is they're doing a good job at putting Ob Sentry combos and finding the Clinks. Some, you know, some teams are not so good at that. Like, they might have their Obs and then no sentries or not have them in the right places. But it seems like they have a good read on where their Clinks is going to be, and they got their Ob Sentry combos. So I've been flaming their supports a lot this series. I think they're doing a really good job playing versus the Clinks right now, really slowing his game down. I mean, look at his Orchid timing. It's not even close. So it's 21 minutes. Really good. Good job by the Radiant supports in this game for sure. Obviously, it's still a close game, but...
Kunkka, once again, just clicking a tower alone.
Surely
he's gonna get set up,
right? Like,
here's the Clinks damage, pops the blade mail, egg just put on his head as well as he's bonked back into it. There's a nice fear, buys a lot of time. There's a ship as well. Will it keep Kunkka alive? He's walking away for the moment. Here comes Nakes into the fight. Is he able to get 2 clicks onto the Spectre and it dies? It's a 3-for-0 so far. There's a silence onto the Phoenix as well. Complete turnaround. This Cloud guy perfectly sets up a huge team fight for his team.
They just didn't have the damage, and the way the Phoenix egged, he like egged and Sunray straight, right? And then the Kunkka just walked into him and didn't get hit by the Sunray. Pretty good. Yeah, I mean, they just didn't have the damage for the Kunkka. I think if they had Haunted faster or maybe Sinking Epied or something, right? Like they didn't use everything.
Yeah.
They could have maybe bursted him, but yeah, just not enough damage. So there's some damage issues coming out for YodiBrodi now, and this is the thing I would talk about with Nakes, right? He is going to Radiance Mantha. I think I said in the pregame, if he gets to Radiance Mantha, I think this game's over. So that's what we're looking for here. And yeah, another...
Oh my god, Sentry is just gonna click down the Clinks. There's a dust coming out, the rest of his team, and now Spectre in trouble! Spectre, that's 2 deaths back to back! The nice Bramble, but here comes the Epi in the back line. Are they gonna find the damage? There's the ult from the Spirit Breaker chasing down the Nyx, and both teams are dead. And here's Mark chasing down a Phoenix. Kunkka is showing up as well. Can he find the damage in any of these heroes? Torrent's gonna be off the mark. Oh, barely misses the burrow strike there. As Mark's living for the moment, there's a Remnant onto Spirit Breaker. Has a charge, has a bulldoze, has bashes in the tank as well. But now he's S back in. He gets bursted. It's 4 dead on the side of YodiBrodi. A big team fight win there for Bullish, but they lose their life stealer. So,
I mean, I think Bullish have just taken control of the game. To me, I think they have map control. They're going to hold top for next Roche. I think Nexus needs Mantha. The reason he needs Mantha is for the Orchid, but it's useful in more ways than that. It'll give him a way to not die to Desolate from Spectre. Again, the Spectre burst with Desolate is really high. It's pure damage. But the Spectre, it also applies on Dagger. Like when you dagger someone, if they're alone, they also get hit by Desolate. So it does pure damage on the Dagger. It just makes the burst really scary from the Spectre. I think if he gets to Mantha, and maybe even like AC Lincolns, like Silver Edge. I mean, I just think Nexus will scale in this game, so I'm getting worried for YodiBrodi. The Clinks needs to get to Orchid. His net worth has not scaled at all.
Especially if we're approaching this water park timing on Kunkka, it feels like turns the team fights like very much in Bullish's favor to a degree.
Yeah, definitely. Like no water park even so far, and the team fights have still been easy. I will say the Phoenix is doing work. It looks like a game Phoenix can carry. In every fight, I'm like, whoa, the Phoenix egg is going off. The Nyx can't kill it. Sunray is doing work. So I think this is a game where Phoenix can have really high impact, maybe carry the game, buy some eggs, maybe like save someone.
Yeah.
But Phoenix is not that farmed. I mean, he is kind of farmed, but
he's doing okay. He went the Yules, like you said.
Yeah. The Yules is not good though, right? Into the Void Spirit. Right. I took it back. I said Yules, but then I wasn't so sure. I think maybe he should just go like Aeon Disc, like Refresher, like Midas, Refresher Aeon or something, and just play off like yeah, let them jump me and I'll just egg, like, and then we don't let Nakes go on me because I have Spirit Breaker Ags or something, right? Like that's a good way to win a fight, honestly. So
Void with his DD rune, looking very scary. Has a Lincoln's as well, so much harder to charge. And now they're jumping the Clinks.
Man, I doubted this Void Spirit, but he is doing a great job this game. Mark is really impressive.
Feels like they have B-God's number a little bit this game. It feels like he's consistently being found on sentries. Center winding up, going on to the Nyx. Do they have enough to burst this hero down? I mean, they do. It looked easy, and now the team fight's going to be very hard for Bullish on Gaming. The egg in the back line doing so much work, but not enough. There's a stun that comes out.
Sunray, though.
Kunkka, Void Spirit. They're focusing down the Spectre, and the Spectre will die. Both carries are dead once again at the beginning of these fights. They lose the Sand King and the Clinks. I guess the Clinks died at the beginning with a Grimstroke barely living as he gets the silence onto the cow, and the cow will fall. I mean, they lose the Nyx, but Void and Kunkka, they're cleaning up. What the hell?
Dude, there's just too much damage coming in from the supports and the Void Spirit. I mean, wow, I am really impressed. The Phoenix got a full Sunray there, but it just wasn't enough.
It feels like Ghost Ship just like makes it
not do anything. For sure is doing work in the fight. I mean, now he has Ags too. It only gets harder now, I think. I mean, yeah, I feel like Nyx still does not have his Mantha. That's the item I'm waiting on. So I think we get to Mantha. I don't know. He doesn't have to show in the lane anymore, so he can just send Manthas.
It felt so...
Wait, is Kunkka in trouble? I mean, he's going to get gone on for sure.
I mean, I don't know. We've seen him click this tower. It's gone either way. He's living for the moment. He presses Water Park, but he's certainly dead. It did not go his way that time, as we've seen him do that move 3 times this game.
There is something to be said for the Sand King getting tankier with BKB. The Sandstorm is like a mini water. If you really think about it, it's like a mini water park, right?
You're right. Yeah.
It's like literally mini water park.
Charge on the Nyx. Do they have the follow up?
No way.
I mean, he had ult, but they're just poking him. They want an easier target, and they're wrapping around the support duo underneath the tier 2 tower.
Bullish and Gaming. I mean, they're maybe looking for the jump too. I mean, the Void
Kunkka
Spirit
is so instrumental in their team fight, though. They need boat. They need Water Park.
Yeah, they do. They need to wait. And the Void Spirit has Gem. Can clean this ward at some point. I mean, they might jump Spectre though. They see Spectre.
I mean,
think they
Spectre
burst
definitely
him.
dies.
I think Spectre's dead. Go,
There's
put
the
him on
Inks
him. Yeah,
well,
go, there you go,
Bedlam
jump him.
as well. Jump in, Remnant, all the damage in the world pours on to Spectre's head, and
I mean, this is what we
poor
talked
Scourge
about
McDuck.
in the draft, right? The Void Spirit with 2 supports. These
Yeah.
2 supports in particular is way too much damage. Like, I would say normally we think about Void Spirit, we say, oh, he has a damage issue. But with Grimstroke Dark Willow, you have no damage issue. You're doing 3k burst on every jump right now. More than that, 3.5, 3.7, something like that. Punka in trouble though.
Yeah, his X is not very far away, so it's not gonna do much. Able to ghost ship himself, so that'll mitigate some of the damage, but he's just locked in place. The stun from the egg as well. Spirit Breaker charging through. Water Parks, it looks pretty. It hurts my
Guy is
computer.
taking no
but
damage.
It isn't going to keep him alive. I think slowly but surely he will eventually die.
Okay, well, if his team had TP'd, they would have team wiped the enemy, but they're choosing a Roche, which is probably the right call. I feel like Konka making a mistake there, but I mean, I think one thing to mention there, Clinks did not have Orchid. So this is the timing I was talking about. It came really late. It's a 28-minute Orchid.
Yeah.
But the Konka has no BKB, so now you have a window where if we go on him and we Orchid him and he doesn't boat himself, we can burst this guy. For sure, we can burst this Konka. So I think they need to play on a window where they see Konka. This guy's acting like an idiot. He's done it all game. He's going to continue to act like an idiot. When you see this Konka and you have the Sand King and the Clinks together, burst him fast. And if they can do that before Void Spirit or Nakes, like someone saves him or the Swell or something saves him, because the Grimstroke is always with the Void Spirit right now. That's the weakness of their formation, right? Grimstroke is always with Void Spirit, which means no one is saving the Konka. So maybe Grimstroke needs to pair with the Konka until Konka gets BKB or something. Or even when he gets BKB, he's going to need to pair with the Konka and save him so that he doesn't get bursted and he gets his boat off. If they do that, I think they'll win every fight on Bullish on Gaming. But if they don't do that, and YodiBrodi find the window with his Clinks Orchid to kill Konka right away. He's alive. Nice. Good TP.
Unfortunate remnant to this. Cost him the kill.
We see Konka pushing top now.
He has a second heart queued. Surely that isn't better than a BKB.
I mean, then when he, yeah, Sunray's gonna do like infinite damage to him. I can't wait. Like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, not good, but you know, he's vibing right now. He's feeling good. He's like, I'm vibing. I'm killing everyone. I got my water park. Like, I just need this second heart, you know. I almost lost the game in ESL quals because my Necro had 2 hearts too. Like, I don't know. It's just fun. You just want to do it. Like, uh-oh.
No, that time Clinks does die. It's an okay, bro strike. Nice follow-up into the egg. They're finding the damage. Void Spirit's dead. Nakes loses the Aegis. Konka running in. Has to try to turn this around. It's like it's just pure disengage. Okay, they find DNC. Gets a bro strike to the low ground. Can they chase him down?
Nice.
He's very low on mana, but has the blink away.
I'm gonna say too, this Dark Willow is kind of scaling. She's kind of cooking something here. Like, I'm not kidding. She's got a Midas. She's got a blink. Like, she's cooking something. Maybe it's not very good, but it's something. Like, something's in the oven for sure.
I mean, it's kind of. Axe is like just okay, right?
You know
like...
who else is cooking something? Spirit Breaker. This guy needs to buy BKB so he doesn't get screwed by Bramble 20 times.
Okay,
like right
there's a Yules, into the Bramble, into the Curse Crown, into all the damage from the side of Bullish on Gaming as Nakes just clicks down the Spirit Breaker. It's exactly
now
as you said.
That he's been cooked by the Yules and the Blink. Will he buy BKB? I'm waiting. He has so much gold. Please, God.
He's going Wind Waker.
No. Buy BKB, man. It's in the queue. If he buys Wind Waker, it is a disaster. Like, it will not do what he needs. Like, yeah, you buy Wind Waker, you charge in, you get Brambled, then you Wind Waker yourself out. Like, okay.
Yeah, that seems good. That seems dope.
Yeah, it seems dope. I've reset the fight for my team that's all dead. Like, okay. Surely he buys BKB on spawn. You know, he won't die like that. If he had BKB there, he just walks away. How does he die if he had BKB? Like, who's gonna kill him in this game? His BKB is like 60-second cooldown anyway. Like, by the time it's up, he's killed it like 5 waves.
Oh, Inkswell moving forward. Can they find the Sand King? Gets a blink away as they add vision. Finds the slow onto the Claims, caught in the brambles. This is surely a dead Skelly boy.
Phoenix.
As Sunray. Oh, fine with a Torrent. Yule's up into the air, charging the Fear, and yeah, nice Fear. Perfectly timed. Not going to be able to get a dive or an egg off. Hey, didn't have it up anyway.
All right.
Okay, now they're
Uh-oh.
going high ground. Spooky, spooky. They're caught in the sandstorms. Those Ags, spines, I guess is what you call those.
All right.
The little
Good.
mini bro spikes.
Yeah, the spines. Yeah. Good news. Spirit Breaker has BKB, so he's gonna go and do some work in this fight.
I mean, your supports are dead. Is there a fight happening?
I mean, there's a fight in 15 seconds. Yeah, for sure, because this Nakes ain't leaving.
Tier 3 tower, a nice burst strike onto 2. They're trying to jump the Nakes. Can they burst him in time? The ink spell comes up. Is he able to get out of this? He bumps Samantha. He's life stealing. He's alive. Double kick absolutely eviscerates the side of YodiBrodi.
Why did the Spirit Breaker not BKB? He charged into a Bramble again. Oh my god, it's like a disaster. And then he got torrented on the Bramble, like, and he didn't ult the Nakes. Like, oh my god, like literally a mega disaster from Spirit Breaker. And he has no buyback. So, because he just bought the BKB that he didn't use. Let's see what
They're
happens.
jumping the Sand King. He tried to buy some time, but he's gonna only buy some time for himself to sit and look at his keyboard as he waits to respawn. The water parks into the base. Bullish on Gaming. They're feeling themselves. They're diving into YodiBrodi's base as they are looking extremely dominant.
Blood. He's in their fountain. He purchased another Kaya Sanj. He hasn't had enough from the first game. He's back. He's got another one. BKB, be screwed, you know, be damned. He's got the Kaya Sanj. Let's go.
You can't not press your BKB if you don't buy it, you know?
That's true. I mean, I said in the first game he's playing for the buyback, but he doesn't have buyback, so in this game he's just playing for the damage. What a beast. He's gonna X his Nakes. Okay,
yeah,
now, I mean,
straight back to do some more building damage.
are they gonna buy with the Sand King? No way. They have no,
No
epi, so they're just gonna be
way.
2x down. They're gonna go lose Roche, because how do they fight Roche now? You're 2x down. Roche is going top, and Roche and your Rax is on top side. So best of luck. What do they do on YodiBrodi? They need to just chill. I think they need to farm. Spirit Breaker needs to just farm. It's tough situation now. I think he needs Ags on Spirit Breaker to charge Nakes. Oh, they're gonna go for the Void Spirit though. He has the Gem. This is a great kill if they can get it. They're charging on him. They broke his Linkens. They have Orchid on him. They have a Sentry. They're charging. They have Orchid. He's dead.
There's the Orchid. There's the charge. Very nicely done from Yodi.
Now, okay. Mark has buyback, so he might buyback, but he has no TP. The
Gem's on the cliff. Okay, they're able to... Okay, Brambles. Yeah, they don't want to fight into the vision.
Bullish on Gaming, they need to reset. They need to say, this game is ours. We need to take Roche. Ignore them. Don't fight them. Go as 5, you know? Don't let them do this Spectre, Spirit Breaker, Haunt on you, you know? Scary stuff, spooky skeleton in your face, but you just go as 5. Don't be scared. Everything is less scary together in life in general, you know?
Yep, going for a Tormentor, picking up a shard onto the Willow. Quite good.
Very good shard, yeah, very good. And Willow has finally cooked something.
Yeah.
He's got Quiver and Axe. Wow.
Kind of an egg hitter, right?
Yeah, this dude might, I mean, not yet. He needs like 1 attack speed item, right? I mean, he's queuing up some Wraith Bands. I don't know if that's the right item, but like a Moon Shard, maybe? That would be good. Like,
he gives attack speed. What do you want?
Where's his second Wraith Band going? He's got the Ags, he's gonna drop his wand for a Wraith Band, and then his boots for another Wraith Band? Like, that can't be the move, right? Like, no way. Oh, Fugas. Oh, man, he didn't have Dust. He should have Dust for the Clinks there.
I mean, if he was carrying Dust, where would he put his Wraith Band?
That's true. He's got me there.
I mean, they definitely have a way to keep these lanes pushed out on YodiBrodi with the way DNC plays with Sand King and the Spirit Breaker. Player able to clear waves.
Onka going Octarine too, so another big item for him. Just more torrents, more storms, more boats.
Still a little bit of ways from it.
Yeah, but we'll see. I mean, no one has a BKB yet. Sand King's working on his. I mean, Spectre's never gonna buy one. I mean, yeah, there's no BKBs on Dire. It is hard to fight in a Conquer with no BKBs. I'll say that.
Yeah, Spectre just, I mean, feels ultra bad buying a BKB on Spectre.
Yeah. I feel like the game still revolves around bursting Konka. If you don't burst Konka, I mean, nothing will happen.
I mean, you're bursting a hard Kaya Sanj Blade Mail Konka, it feels.
Yeah, you're bursting 5k HP, so best of luck.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Blinking into the base, looking for the catch onto Spearbreaker, but isn't going to find it. I mean, he found the Yules there.
Yeah.
Very possibly.
Lynx
But
is-
Roche is up in 5 seconds. Just go
Yeah.
hit the big guy.
And Double King's got great items, by the way. Like, he ended up at the exact items I wanted. He got his BKB, because he's going to need one this game. And he's got his Silver Edge, so he can hunt on map and kill Spectre. Now he's going to go collect his Roche and end this game. Cassio, so beast from him. I would say he's played pretty poorly this game. He keeps dying on waves, but...
His team owns after he does, so...
I mean, I think Mark and the supports have carried this game. I did a lot of shit talking on the supports, and even in the early game this game, I think they were playing pretty bad, but really they've came together as a three-man duo and carried this game together, so for that, I'm impressed by Bullish on Gaming. Really good synergy from their mid laner and their supports this game, making it a 24-pick Void Spirit look like Queen Callahan, so... Lynx ratting bottom still. Spirit Breaker, no buyback. He does have the Ags now. It is what I was talking about here, right? He needs this Ags to deal with the Nake's Rage, so good that he's finally made this purchase. That'll really help.
YodiBrodi have like a lot of ways to like kill the backline, but I feel like getting there is so hard. Like, how are you finding a fight?
Yeah.
So hard to like get on the
Nake's
map.
though, Nake's might feed his Aegis here, but they're smoking towards him. Let's see what happens. It's an interesting smoking.
I mean,
I
the
like
entire
it.
team is here.
Smoke popped. Will he catch the sinking? Hey, blink out.
Press X.
And the burrow.
Is there
They're
vision?
gonna keep chasing him. They're gonna keep chasing him, maybe. Okay, unlucky.
They use a lot of spells to not find the sinking there.
Well, there you go. And the Clinks is still bottom, cutting waves. So he's almost got Nullifier. Does that matter? What does Nullifier do? It purges
He's
the
gonna kill
swell.
Courier.
I don't know if Nullifier is a great item this game. Like, you're purging swell?
Yeah.
And that's it? But I guess it breaks the Lincolns, but you already break Lincolns with Tar Bomb, but maybe you need Tar Bomb for damage.
Do you
I mean,
get rid of
B-Bot needs
Shadow
to
Realm?
TP out right away. He's dead if he doesn't TP.
Yeah, I scanned them. They're aware. There's a dust moving on up. Find them. There's a charge coming through eventually. Oh my god, the Grimstroke's deleted. Spearbreaker caught in a bramble, trying to find the damage on the Void Spirit. He's on the BKB, so it's hard. Nice fear onto a few. But the charge forward sends him through the BKB, gets the zip away, but he doesn't live through it. And now Willow, Shadow Realmed up, might be alone here.
They see him. Oh, he blinked. He got the nice.
Yeah,
they got
he
him
gets
on
the
a ward.
blink up to the high
He's on a
ground.
ward, though. Wait, what?
Oh, we messed up his
man.
charge. In the meantime, though, Kunkka and Nakes, they're just clicking a tier 3 tower. This is a final lane of racks that they got to work with, so they got to keep it
they're in
alive.
trouble.
There's a jump onto the Kunkka. Water Parks, they're coming in, though. Can they find the damage into anyone? Nakes having a fun time clicking into the Spirit Breaker. Tidal Wave over to the sideline. They say, bye-bye, I'm out of here. But Spectre has the jump. Shot a step forward, pops the Manta, keeps the damage from coming out. Charge through the catch. It doesn't quite end from the side of YodiBrodi, but do they have the damage? Klings has to try to connect.
What is the Spirit Breaker doing?
Oh my god. There's a stun from the Sand King. Ult's coming back. Rage isn't going to stop it, but he lives for the moment. That's just the first life of the Nakes, and that should strike fear into the heart of YodiBrodi as a tidal wave comes through. Can they find damage for a second life as he pops the BKB? Man fighting into the Spectre, but the Spectre's not really taking any damage. Forced to infest into the Kunkka. Full disengage. BKB pop from the Spirit Breaker. He's trying to fight into the Kunkka. Kunkka's pretty tanky here.
Wow.
Shadow Realm damage. Trying to focus down the Spirit Breaker. Just charge through him. Spectre jumps forward again. Find the Grip Stroke, but he dies. That's 90 seconds, no buyback. Sand King's joined him in the grave, and now Spirit Breaker is going to go too.
Spirit Breaker has no buy. That's game.
Yeah, that's game.
I don't see how they defend.
They find the Phoenix too.
Wow, Phoenix has buy. I mean, they're gonna have to triple buy. They have no buy on Spirit Breaker. No buy
Phoenix
on
is
Claims.
cutting, but they have a wave with them.
I mean, this is nothing. Like, I think the game's over.
Yeah.
I don't really see an angle for YodiBrodi to defend this. I mean, we might have our, NADCL Week 2 champions, Bullish on Gaming, with a mega comeback from Week 1, getting eliminated in Round 1 by YodiBrodi, now here with revenge. I mean, a good storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I talked at the beginning of the series about how much work this team has put in. They've been scrimming like almost every day for the past week, getting ready for this weekend, and their hard work looks like it paid off. I mean, we were pretty critical of this lineup, but their drafts looked really solid.
Their drafts
and
have been very impressive.
it looks like the comfort of YodiBrodi wasn't really able to overcome. Okay, there's Spectre with a buyback coming into the fight. I guess the game isn't quite over yet as they're trying to focus on the Nakes, but a nice spear. Now they're clicking into the Spectre. They can't afford to lose her, but she's going to die. It's absolutely over here for YodiBrodi
Yeah,
as Bullish on
GG.
gaming. They clean through the tier 4s. GG's called, and what a series. I mean, this was a pretty fun 3 games. It
Yeah,
seemed pretty
definitely.
close.
Yeah, for sure. Really close series. Congrats to Bullish on Gaming, pulling off this 2-1 victory. Amazing performance from them, especially you got to give MVP, I think, in this last game to Mark. I think everyone like stepped up though. The supports and Mark in this game stepped up, and I think Double King really stepped up in that game too to get that win. And yeah, great series from them. Congrats to Bullish on Gaming.
Yeah, really impressed by what they were able to come together. And we kind of talked after game number 1 that they needed to have a sit down. They needed to talk about the way that their supports were moving across the map and connecting with cores. And it seemed like it just got better and better as the series went on, from game number 1 to game number 2, game number 3. That they were just able to connect with their cores and make plays happen. And that's kind of what carried them through game number 3. So a nice progression for them as a team through the series as well.
Yeah, definitely. Really great point. I don't even have anything else to say. That's all I got.
I mean, let's talk about YodiBrodi Nexus. Like, obviously, we get to talk about the losers as well a little bit. They still had a really dominant run through this weekend. What do you picture needs to happen for them to take it that one step forward? Not be second fiddle.
I think they just need to work on their drafts, especially their 4-pause pool. But maybe not. Maybe this is like a way to beat noobs. But I feel like their strats like aren't gonna work versus better teams that have these like solid drafts. I think their drafts are just a little wonky. So I think they just gotta work on the drafting and come back. And I bet they still walk away from this series feeling like they're the better players. Maybe they're not, but that's how they're gonna feel no matter what. I think like the way the game's played out, I feel like the execution is just easier for Bullish on Gaming, so it's only natural they would win if the skill is equal. So I think they just gotta go back to the drawing board, try to find some better drafts. I know they caught kind of a limited hero pool on offlane at least, but yeah, just find some better drafts. That'd be the only thing I'd focus on. And then I just come back and run it back again, and I think they got a good shot to be back in the finals next week. If I'm gonna be honest, like I would probably consider this team and Bullish on Gaming, obviously, the winners of this week, the 2 favorites going into the last week. So yeah.
Yeah, obviously there's some opportunities for some trades to happen and move things around. We do have a bye week coming up for Thanksgiving. So we have a week break, and then our tournament happens after 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So a lot of times for players to kind of relax and then come back in and with some new ideas.
Yeah, and a new patch, right? So this will be the last time we see this patch, probably. New patch, when is it? On Monday or Thursday?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay, so we got ourselves a brand new patch, or is it Monday? Wait, what's today? Yeah, tomorrow.
Today's Sunday.
Yeah, tomorrow's Sunday. So, yeah, exciting stuff. New patch, new Dota. That'll be good, and we'll get to see it all play out in 2 weeks.
While we wait for our interview, a very basic question is like what you hope to change, but what do you hope doesn't change? Who do you hope doesn't get nerfed?
Who do I hope Morta? I just want to play more Morta. Morta's so fun, and I feel like she only like people finally realized she was broken, and now she's everywhere. But she's really fun. Her Q is so fun. Her ult is fun. I like her spells. So,
all right,
but I'm sure she's in the dumpster, so unlucky. Her W is gonna get nerfed. It's gonna get scaling slow. Her Q is gonna lose damage, and her gunslinger is probably gonna lose like 2% or something, like something weird.
Her W is ultra stupid, so I'll be glad to see that one go.
Yeah, I feel like W will be like a 15% slow level 1 instead of like 30% slow, not scaling. Like it'll go like 15, 20, 25, 30 instead of like 30% level 1. And then I feel like it'll be balanced once it's like that, because then they'll actually be able to get out of the slow level 1. You won't just get like slowed and then you're in. Like then you're just in there forever. So
we do have a winners interview. We're here with Mark, the mid laner for Bullish on Gaming. Welcome. Congrats on the win.
Thanks. It's tough win, you know? Yeah, I'm tired. I'm really tired. Those 2 games, they are just they're just ratting at this point. They're not trying to play. They just want to rat. So.
Especially game number 2 with that Slardar, right? Like he was just ninja gearing,
Oh
Wing
yeah,
wave.
it's frustrating. It's really frustrating. Like we trying to catch him, and we just couldn't. And at that point, like I kind of give up trying to catch him.
I wanted to ask you about the Void Spirit pick in that last game. It's not a hero that we see very often. What do you kind of look for that lets you know that this is the time to pull out a Void Spirit in a draft?
Honestly, it's not a meta hero, and like there's so much counter to it. But it was last pick, and also like we know the way they want to play. Like it's game 3. They're not gonna change their strats. They're just gonna rat. They're still gonna do like what's working for them, right? So we're adjusting like pick more, pick off, and stuff. And with Voice Spirit mid game, once like I get enough survival item, they can't play the map. I can just haunt them. That's what they did game 2. They just keep splitting, right? So if we have a hero that doesn't die and be able to haunt them, they can't play.
Gotcha. So it was more of a reaction to YodiBrodi's playstyle.
Yep.
Cool. Well, I'm joined here by Sammy Boy. What questions do you got for Mark?
Yeah, congratulations. You're definitely the MVP of that game 3.
Oh, for real, thanks.
I was pretty doubting on the Void Spirit pick. I wasn't sure how the lane would go, but it looked like your lane went really well, and you connected with your supports. And your supports are like crazy. They're they swell and they put the Willow ult
Yeah,
on
we
you.
had like the best Voice Spirit supports. So yeah.
Yeah, like literally the best maybe. I can't even think of better supports for Void Spirit. So looked really good, owned. Do you have any plans for next 2 weeks away for the final week? Like, do you have any expectations? You guys think you're gonna be back? You guys looked really good. I think the core 3 of you, Double King, and the offlaner are all playing pretty well. I was pretty critical of your guys' supports, but I thought in game 3 for sure you like brought them together. So I thought that was really impressive. So yeah, I don't really have a question. Just like, yeah, I thought you played really well. Excited to see you guys come back for the finals. And yeah, what have you guys been doing as a team to like get this like synergy to pull this win? Because the first week you guys got eliminated really early, right?
Yeah, we were like kind of ass. We didn't even play Grim at all first series. But now like we kind of figure out like how we want to play, like player as style. Like we are understanding each other more, and we're picking heroes that make sense, that the way we want to play. So
yeah,
we're just getting like better understanding of each other and how the game should play, like to the same page, you know?
Yeah, I think in all 3 games I said your guys' draft was really favored. I know you guys lost game 1, but I think in all 3 games your draft was way better than the enemy draft. I was very impressed by the stability of your drafts. Why do you guys not pick CK? Why is CK ignored? Why
I
did no one
know,
pick CK?
right? Like
So
we
you know
should've-
too, like what's going on?
Yeah,
like
no,
why?
the thing is that we picked the CK game like the first series, right? And we didn't have success with it, and it feels like it feel like a bit forcing. It's not comfortable. So
Okay.
you know, so
Yeah,
like,
just
fuck
like
it.
not your guys' comfort. It was weird because they didn't pick it either. Like it's just ignored.
Yeah, we
like,
know
no
they're
one-
not comfort, so we just leave it.
Yeah, they
there.
don't like
So,
it
yeah.
either. Okay, yeah. I mean, just interesting. Okay,
Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
I have one more question for you before we head off. It's Thanksgiving next week. Do you have any Thanksgiving plans, or are you looking forward to it? Or are you gonna eat good?
Yeah, I'm gonna eat good and play some Dota. That's probably it.
No, love to hear it. Well, congrats on the win. Thank you for joining us, Mark, and good luck further in the NADCL tournament. Have a good Thanksgiving as well.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah, congrats. Well played.
Bye. Yep.
All right. That was it. That was our grand finals. Those were a really fun series of games. Any shout outs, any closing remarks before we head off?
Shout out the Casio Troll Warlord. That's my shout out. Shout out Double King. Beast.
Let's take a look at the bracket just to see how far we've come here in NADCL weekend number 2. I mean, it was full of 2-0s. We saw a Bullish run on the bottom side of the bracket, and then the YodiBrodi Nexus run on the top side, where Grin, Astronauts, and Instinct and Fry Boys, they're the losers in the quarterfinals this time around. So we're gonna see what sort of changes, what sort of work is gonna be put into those teams for the final weekend, and then The Honor Vanguard and Sporkface, they just need that one further step to get to the finals. But Bullish Gaming, great run this time around, turning out champions. YodiBrodi Nexus continues to look like a super strong team in both weekends. By far the most stable roster that we've seen so far. So
Yeah, definitely.
a lot of great players, a lot of great ideas on that team. But that's gonna be it. Weekend number 2, grand finals are a wrap. We have a winner. Bullish on Gaming. Shout out to NADCL. Join the Discord if you haven't already. We will be back after Thanksgiving for, I think, our final double elimination tournament.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that.